gentlemen, welcome to the Royale podcast. Everybody wave on screen.
Hi.
Everybody wave. Hello. How's everybody doing today? Welcome to the podcast. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Okay, well, we're going to get started right away. We're actually missing one, and that's Minx, who is not at her PC. I don't know, she left for a shit.
She's probably taking a shit.
Yeah.
That's so fucking
She's going to come back in and ask us what the topic is. Oh, shit.
Okay, yeah, Minx, your camera is off in a peer-in. Could you please turn it on for me?
Yeah, my bad, sorry.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Royale podcast. I don't even know how many it is, but we've been doing this for a long time. Again, appreciate you guys all being here. I'm going to go over the rules really quickly, and then we can go to our introductions, where everybody's going to get an opportunity to introduce themselves, tell the stream about themselves, and why they should vote for them. And then we're going to jump right into topics. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as Moncasses fly through the chat, I will explain to you how the show is going
Vote for me! Fuck these clowns!
Okay, all right, John, all right.
Good one, John.
Oh, wait,
Good one.
if Young wins, you will be the
All right.
first lady.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Royale podcast. The rules are as follows. There's a timer above everybody's head. That indicates how much time left we have in the round. Once that clock hits 0, there will be a straw poll or Twitter poll, depending on what we decide at the time, that will be distributed throughout the chat. You will vote for who you want to keep on the Royale podcast. The person with the most amount of votes will choose between the two lowest amount of voted people on who they want to remove. The last person standing wins the Royale podcast. Is there any questions? No.
I think we know
Candy,
the rules.
do you have a question?
Even
Okay,
Candy
good.
understands that.
As far as rules are concerned, other than that, listen to my voice. If I tell you to stop talking, it's probably for a good reason. Don't break the terms of service. And that's it. We can get started. Okay, let's do our introductions. Starting at the top left corner of the Royale podcast, standing at 6'4", posting thirst traps on Twitter on a daily basis, Hasanpiker. Thank you very much. Welcome
and
aboard.
Instagram. Hasanpiker on
That's right,
Instagram.
baby.
Hasan the Hunt on Twitter. What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? After a long hiatus, I'm back.
Yes.
I'm here to tell you every nitty-gritty detail of the Epstein situation, which I'm sure a lot of you are interested in finding out about. That's literally, I was right. I was fucking right about the Epstein shit, and I'm here to talk about it.
Thank you very much, Hasan. My favorite best friend, Malding, as usual.
Oh, fuck you.
I'm just kidding. Actually, your hairline looks fucking good. I'll be honest with you.
Is my camera just like terrible right now? Is that what's going on?
It'll fix itself. Just give it some time.
Okay.
It'll fix itself. But your hairline looks good, man. I'll be honest with you. I don't even think you have a problem. To the right of Hasan, she is back for another show. Oh, never mind. Wes, by the way, thank you so much for coming on the show, Wes. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Go ahead and introduce yourself. You overslept last week. Thank you so much for being here this week.
I'm on time.
Yeah, you're on time and actually competing,
hey.
Wes. Welcome.
I just got back from the grocery store, and I'm here to destroy some idiots.
Okay. Grocery store. What sort of things are you eating now that you're on a
Hey,
diet,
Wes,
right?
Wes.
I'm eating a lot of Pocky. It's in the
Oh my god, no, Vess, don't go there!
Oh, what's wrong with Pocky? It's in the Oriental aisle.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I actually seriously don't know what he's talking about. Is something going on?
You don't want
real
Is something,
question
is
is-
something going over my head?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow. You know when it strikes Candy straight in the middle of the forehead, you know I'm I'm really lost. Okay, thank you, Wes. I appreciate it. Welcome
Hey
aboard.
Wes, you know which part of the store you belong in? In the aisle
With
the
mayonnaise?
with the sign that says the stupid as fuck aisle.
Okay, thank you, John.
What aisle is
That's
that?
Raj, you laughed.
They sell those?
Good one, John. Good one.
He's a little rusty, all right? We'll give him a second. To the right of Wes, by the way, she is a left-wing activist on Twitch. She did a hashtag slutstream recently, which was a huge success. Kaceytron.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Welcome aboard,
I'm really
Casey.
just a dumb bitch, so
Okay.
don't vote for me.
Kaceytron, you organized an entire event called Slutstream and raised 1/10 of what an egg raised in 4 hours. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel pretty good, you know. Like I'm no miskev, obviously.
That's a resounding
you can
failure.
Make you can make a small. No, it's not a failure. I still was like, that's really shitty of you, Wes. like criticize me. At least I did.
Just raise more money.
Contributed.
Wes, how
I
much
contributed.
money
I've donated to
have you raised
Miskiff.
for any
Yeah, how
causes
much money have you
whatsoever?
raised?
I'm just
I
curious.
donated $5,000 last year to Make-A-Wish.
Did you?
Oh,
Yeah.
there's a. Okay. All right. Well, thank
Casey,
you,
you're
Wes.
having
I've never done a charity stream.
So that gives you because Wes donated $5,000 to charity, it gives him open playing field to insult.
To make
everybody.
fun of something
Anyone
as
who
stupid as a
hasn't
slut stream,
raised
yeah, I
enough
can make fun
money.
of it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to our next contestant to the right of Kaceytron. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. John fucking Zerka.
Yes! Wow! I am back, guys. And remember to vote for me. I'm representing the 0161 today.
Shut the fuck up. You're representing the 0161?
Very strategic.
And don't forget, guys, that if you vote for me, you get the prize. Raj, we're not going to tell them what we're going to give them yet.
Wait, no, John, that's not true.
It's a
'cause
fucking
No,
wood
John,
watch.
you
You
can't
get wood
bribe
watch.
them.
No, there's no
You can't
wood watches
bribe
today.
them.
I'm not sponsored by Jord Wood Watches, Zerka. Since the last time when you were banned, I actually we don't work together anymore. I'm not sponsored by Jord Wood Watches. I'm
Really?
actually sponsored by Dib Dab! Exclamation
So,
point! Dib
Raj,
Dab
would
in
you
the chat.
say you have a lack of wood in your life?
I don't think he's lacking in
All
wood,
right,
dude.
thank you. Next, ladies and gentlemen, bottom far left of the screen below Hassan, Pokimane. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me. Can I just say, the guy who was doing the intro music was so freaking good.
Yes,
And I want to applaud you, Raj, for showcasing talent like that.
of course.
It's really good.
Of course. Well, 24K Brown Magic is absolutely incredible. And by the way, I apologize for this the scuffness of your cameras. It should fix itself. The client should fix itself through the course of the show. Pokimane, welcome to the show. Everybody give it up for Pokimane! Woo! All right, ladies and gentlemen, to the right of Pokimane, this is his first time on the Rajj Royale podcast. Please give a warm welcome to Steven IRL, a bounty hunter streamer on Twitch. Correct me if I'm wrong. Go ahead and introduce yourself,
He's a
Steven.
bounty hunter? You're like Django or Boba.
One of the things I do, but appreciate you having me. Glad to be here.
Yeah, man. Go ahead and tell us a little bit more about you. I apologize if I mischaracterized you.
No,
Okay.
that's really how the stream started. Accident is me streaming bounty hunting, and so then kind of went from there and got into a lot of firearms. Started streaming going to the range. Started streaming storm chasing. Starting selling footage to the news networks and crap. What else have we done? Hiking up 14ers, streaming that. Just try to do as much.
How the
IRL
fuck
stuff
do
I
you
can
not
do.
get banned while you stream while you're
Hey,
driving, homie?
I don't. People keep coming to my chat saying it's like, man, did you know that Twitch is banning people that are reading chat while driving? It's like
I've gotten
look,
fucking banned. I got
everything I
banned
do
for
is
taking my
hands-free,
phone off. I
and
got
I've been
banned
doing
for
it-
taking my phone off the holster to hide my address so that fucking incels can't find me and,
Yeah, so-
and execute me.
I hear. I don't even
And-
Are you
do that.
calling
like-
your viewers incels?
You know what?
Yeah, Hassan, you don't get incels that watch you, do you?
Of course I do.
incels
No,
on
actually, you know what?
live
That's not true.
stream fail.
Incels. I'm one of the incels, but I'm saying right wing incels or just like
Steven.
right wingers in general.
Yeah, what's up?
Zerka's a wanted felon. Could you do a squad stream with him where you like bust in his house and arrest him?
We've talked about it already.
Okay,
Hey,
I think that'd be a
hey,
good stream.
Steven, two things. First, great hairstyle. I like.
Oh,
your
thank
style.
you.
But also, I saw a clip not long ago with a guy getting tased. What
Yes.
was it? Was it
That
from
was
you?
last week. Yeah.
And the guy started running away, and you had
the guy
other
was handcuffed behind his back. I put him in the car with my partner. Partner's driving to the car. Child lock was on the door. I had forgotten to put window lock on because I just had my partner in there with the car with me, so he should take the window lock off. Well, I get in the car and he starts rustling around, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he takes his seatbelt off with his hands cuffed behind his back. And I look at him again. I go, "What are you doing?" And he starts trying to open the door. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He starts rolling down the window. I'm like, "Oh crap!" So I run around to the other side. By the time I get to the other side, he's literally fished himself out of the side door window. So I just shoot him with a taser, and he takes off running. I said, "Hey, you're going to get it again." And of course, he trips over and falls over, and anyhow, ended up putting leg shackles. Get leg shackles. My partner held him. My partner let him go while he was tasing him again. At the time.
Yeah, dude.
And he actually
that guy
takes off
was-
running.
No.
That guy's running, and you hear the taser
Yeah, what's
sound.
going
The guy,
on? And those,
the-
that's why tasers don't work all the time. Those pros were in them. I pulled the needles out myself. It wasn't like it was a bad deployment on the taser. It's a law enforcement grade taser. Tasers are horribly.
Do we have a clip on that, by the way? Does
Oh
anybody-
yeah, no, it's
Somebody grab a clip, by the way. We're looking for a clip as we go through our introduction. Steven, it's so nice to have you. Thank you
Yeah,
so
thank
much
you.
for being here, man. I look forward to some Good discussion. To the right of you, Stephen, Quincy UK, welcome aboard. Thank you so much for being here, Quincy. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Groovy, baby.
Groovy, baby.
Hey.
Very shagadelic.
Hey, thanks for having me. It's my first time at the Royale. I'm excited. I'm Quincy. I'm from London. I've been on Twitch for like 3 months. And I'm a circus performer and also a cam girl. Yeah, that's...
Is that one and the same? Like, do you put batons in your badge or something?
What's
Do you do it separately?
Wes? What did you say, Wes?
Yeah, do you do circus while you're camming? Like, you flipping batons, put them inside of you while you're wearing like a clown nose or something? Or is it separate?
Does
like
that
you do
trigger you?
circus stuff?
Because it's like content and camming.
No, it turns
Like, what do you have
Don't
against
get it
that?
wrong.
Rush is actually a good dancer as well. You should see the clip I posted in your DMs.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Canute. Leave it up to you to find. Yeah.
Raj, it's nice to see you bring back TT Tuesdays.
Okay. All right. To the right of Quincy, thank you so much, Quincy, for being here. Candyland, welcome aboard the show. Thank you so much for being here, Candy. So nice to have you.
Raj.
Hello.
Thank you. Hi, Raj, and hi, everybody. I am back. I am so sad from last time I didn't get to walk away in the sunset with Circa. So I'm here today to flirt with him the entire show. And I hope that you vote for me too, okay? You still have a chance to, chat, I promise.
Wait, I had Candy muted.
No, okay, unmuted.
No!
All right. Bottom left-hand corner, ladies and gentlemen, he's back. He hasn't been on in a while. Manuel Ferreira, give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen. Manuel Ferreira, yes. Good. Welcome, man.
Thank you. Welcome back, John, too. Man, I missed you, dude. So Manuel Ferrara, tomorrow it will be my 3rd anniversary on Twitch. And I'm also
Félicitations!
Merci beaucoup.
Hey,
I'm
Manuel.
also
hey,
a
Manuel,
porn star.
how are
Yeah,
you-
what's up?
How are you gonna celebrate? It's because you're a porn.
Like
No.
every day, John.
I got it. Remember that time you came to Los Angeles and we went to a party? I'm planning on having this party, but no dudes around.
It's just
I didn't get an invite, Manuel.
Manuel, do you need a moderator?
Camming isn't quite porn, Quincy. You haven't gotten to that stage yet.
Well,
Ooh.
Manuel, it should be a
What does that
great
mean?
party. Can I come though, or is it only women? You and a bunch of women?
Well, it's always good to come at this type of parties.
Oh. Thank you, Manuel. Thank you. It's very nice. To the right of Manuel, Canute. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Welcome aboard, Canute.
Rush, I'm totally reformed since last time I was on a show. I won't call out Kaceytron for her work and no of the
My
other girls.
work? What do you
Take it
mean?
easy.
Wow.
I haven't done what kind of work?
You didn't see the last show. You didn't see the last show.
I didn't.
He said, well, we're not even going to revisit that, Canute. We're past that.
No. And yeah, everyone probably knows me. They know who I am, Knut.
Hello,
I'm
my name
nervous.
is Canute, and it has been 35 seconds till I've said something controversial.
I didn't say anything bad.
Okay, all right. Welcome, Canute, to the show. To the right, last but not least, Minx. Hello, Minx. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Minx. Yeah, I tend to get kicked from this often.
Okay.
Why didn't she even appear in? We have 11.
No, wait, what? Do we have 11? No, we don't have room. We have 12, including me, right?
No, we don't.
Yes, we
Count
do.
again.
Wait, what?
8, 9, 10, 11, brother.
No,
You can fit her in here.
Oh, yeah, it's
4,
true.
8,
You
9,
just
10,
have
11.
you just have
can't count to 12?
Wait,
Are you
hold on,
fucking kidding me?
Wait, holy
You
crap.
on a podcast and you can't count to
4, 5,
12?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, holy shit, we do have room for you, man.
God, holy shit!
Well,
I'm so
that's a good start.
I'm so sorry,
kept me
Minx. Here,
away.
Minx,
You
here.
purposely.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
Minx
sorry.
is-
I'm sorry,
yeah,
Minx. Let me get you the new link, okay? I'm sorry. I apologize. I really thought that we
Yeah,
didn't have room
yeah.
for you.
Yeah,
Incredible.
No
You
problem.
love to see it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You love to see
Hey,
it.
Raj.
When you said that I would never be able to exist outside of Twitch, like thank God for Twitch, I was like, nah, man, like you're smart, and then you constantly prove to us that that's not the case.
Wait, are you telling me that? Wait, you're telling me I couldn't exist outside of Twitch?
Not
No,
if
you
you
said like thank God. You're like thank God for Twitch. Otherwise, I wouldn't have a job. Like, how would I hold a fucking regular job?
No, you're absolutely fucking right. There's no way I could hold a regular job outside of Twitch. Is there anybody here that thinks that they could hold a job outside of Twitch?
Me, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've had
do
I
mud
had a
wrestling.
job before.
I mean,
we have some of us have jobs outside of
or
Twitch.
more than one.
Yeah.
None of us.
I'm 26 and I always had a job for my entire life until I started Twitch.
Really?
I've had multiple jobs.
Sticking your dick in people. Nice, dude.
Well, but
Well, that's not the regular job.
You're the coolest job out of anyone. Stop making it feel like you're a construction worker.
One at a time.
I've been a pizza guy.
Okay, Johnny Sins. Fuck off.
I just want to point out, Wes said that it's cool whenever he does it, but it's not cool whenever Quincy does it. Then it's boring. Like, I don't know. It just seems like a little bit sexist incel behavior.
Does what?
That you said that it's cool that he does it, but then you said Quincy was boring.
No, that's not what I said, you fucking buffoon. I said
You said
camming
that
isn't
it's
quite
cool.
porn, so you're a
You
tier
said that
below
it was
it.
cool for him to put his dick in people, but
okay.
then...
Wes, how do you think? How can you say camming is not porn? You do know.
I can't believe we haven't even gotten to the intros yet.
Camming
Holy
isn't
shit.
porn, dude. It's like amateur porn at
People
best.
have sex
It's
on
scuff shit.
camming.
It's mediocre, attractively women masturbating. Okay, it's not porn. You don't have production value. You don't have scripts.
Hold on.
I
There's
don't
men.
hear anything
There's
about
one at a time. One at a time, Wes.
Okay, wait,
First of all, I want to say this. I want to say this.
okay.
I want to even the playing field here. There is
Mediocrely, attractively men too.
Thank
They're just
you,
not
Wes.
good enough for porn. Who
Thank you
cares?
very
I
much.
was talking about women because I'm talking to
Candyman.
women.
No, there's an audience for everything, and people who want more of a connection with the streamer. Like, it's like Twitch, but they want to have someone that's naked instead.
Yeah, it's pornographic in nature, but it's not pornography.
But it's also like you need to know what your audience want, and that's why it's you don't.
Yes, Emma, you can probably change website because you know already what they
No,
want.
you can't
Your
talk
viewers.
down on it, Wes.
I'm not talking down on it. I'm just saying it's not to the same level. It's just like she's a congressman. She's not a fucking president. There's tiers to this shit,
Manuel,
right?
maybe hold on, Wes. You shut your yapper real quick, Manuel. Why don't you speak on this, because I don't think Wes necessarily comes from a place where he could actually speak professionally.
It would be like comparing YouTube and Twitch. It's two different platforms, right? Like, you know, but
and YouTube is shit at live streaming. Twitch is good at it.
But to be honest, like, if I can, make everyone happy, Quincy, if you ever want to be in one of my movies, I'm all done.
I've said to Manuel, ever to the
Quincy,
porn,
your
like
mic's
professional
cutting
porn,
out.
I would
Your
do.
mic's
Quincy,
cutting out,
he's watched your
Quincy.
camming. You don't have the acting abilities, all right?
Wes,
Get
go.
out of here.
Say
I
again.
think it's a
Say
charm
again.
in
Say
having
again,
bullshit.
Quincy.
I think that's a charm.
Can you guys hear me? Is my mic okay?
Yeah, go
Testing
ahead.
1, 2, 3.
Say again.
No, I've said to Manuel many times that if I do professional porn, I would pick Manuel to be my first penis.
Wes is like the comic book nerd of porn. Like, he's a
I just know
connoisseur.
everything
My
about
man.
porn.
Yeah, my man has done his
connoisseur.
research.
Okay,
He's
let's-
like, mad.
Wes, I don't give a fuck all about porn.
Okay,
Just
that's
watch
why
it.
you're not a porn star, because all you do is flick your bean on the
Okay,
webcam.
Wes,
Manuel
that's
puts
enough.
his
Oh my
professional-
god!
Wes, that's
Wes, can I stop
All
you right there, Wes? Wes, I can stop you right there.
No, you
What the
can't.
fuck are you chatting about? You don't even know what you're talking about. I've been offered to do porn many times. It's my decision not to do it.
Yeah,
In my
okay, well,
career,
you still-
Okay,
doesn't change
Wes,
the
we're gonna move on. We're gonna
I didn't
switch
hear what you
topics.
said.
Okay, we're
No,
gonna get
you're
into
not-
a.
you
We're
haven't
actually
done
gonna
it.
get into a topic today,
Just
and we're
talk
not gonna.
shit.
Porn
shit.
wasn't on the porn wasn't on the schedule today. Okay, just want to let you
No, it
know.
wasn't.
Shockingly, I
Wes
know
is just a
it wasn't on the schedule. So we got many topics to go into. We could go into.
Wait. You didn't introduce Minx, I don't think.
Yeah, I did. No, I did.
Yeah,
You did?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, you were just too busy looking at my bussy.
I can't even
Good
see.
one, Raj.
Okay, all right.
Good one, Raj.
All right, thanks. All right, there's a recent thing that's happened on Twitter. We can go into anything. Do you guys want to talk about guns first? Do you guys want to talk about we could talk about the
Let's talk about
Epstein.
suicide.
We could talk about the Epstein thing. I mean, but the or we could talk about this topic here. Popular streamer. I don't know if you're aware of popular streamer Disguised Toast. They recently took the decision to remove. He took the decision to remove his donation button as well as bits from his channel, citing his reasoning as he feels bad when he ends the stream and realizes he didn't acknowledge someone's donation because he was too focused on the game, and instead encouraged people to donate to charity of a smaller streamer instead. Do you think he's right for doing so? As some people may have spent their only free money on donating to him only to be ignored, or is this another example of streamers doing nice things as a publicity/PR stunt?
And it's awesome.
I don't think that he thought it would get as much publicity as it did, really. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's gotten a lot of attention. I don't think he did it thinking like, oh, I'm going to get a ton of attention for it, right?
No,
You
Rajj,
can be nice
Rajj,
Yeah.
One at a time, guys.
I know Toast, obviously. I live with him, for anyone that doesn't know. He's a very smart person, but also a very considerate person. So I think for sure he did know that it was in part a PR move, obviously why he announced it. But I also think that he feels pretty bad ignoring people's donations. So to him, it's very simple math. It's more worthwhile for me to like look good by not taking donations, and I don't feel bad by not missing people's messages as opposed to still taking them.
Very interesting.
That sounds it sounds smart. See,
Rajj,
wait, so
can
I
you-
want to say something. Yes, when I started streaming, it took me a really long time. It was before like affiliate thing. It took me a long time before I even applied to partner after I had the requirements. It took a long time before I got my like PayPal button because I thought it was weird like getting money from people like that. I just thought it was weird.
Yeah, Rajj, my first week of VODs was my chat begging me to put a donation button, but I'm like, I just want the 2,000 viewers. I just want the attention. I don't want it. I only put the donation button when I saw they started donating to other streamers. I was
If
like,
you
what are
care
you
so
doing?
much about the viewers, why did you reform to a boring piece of shit?
No, I sold out. I'm a fucking sellout.
Yeah, now all you care about is money. So you change.
No, but
Wes,
it's
you know what you
different
care
if you-
about?
if you
Throwing
put
friends
more-
under the bus.
Wait,
Yeah,
well,
you want to talk about that? You want to get into that?
Oh, well,
No,
let's
we
let-
don't.
Yeah,
we
it's
don't
like,
have
wait.
to. We don't have to. We don't have to.
I mean, we can get into that in a minute, but
No, we don't, Rajj. I know you want drama, but I got a headache.
Okay, all right.
It's not drama.
Okay,
you're
Rajj,
just a fucking idiot.
Rajj, I have to say, I don't even think it looks better by removing it. It doesn't matter because you don't ever read fucking donations, and no one thinks you're a bad guy for that.
Well, now they do.
Well, maybe it feels bad.
Fucking hate, Raj.
But here's
Like,
my.
I think it always makes me feel uncomfortable with
Who?
Wait, Raj makes you feel uncomfortable?
No,
Yeah, but that's
no.
because it's touching
Me
you,
too.
Emma, not because of
Hold
the
on,
donations.
Candyland. Can you clarify what you meant because it sounded like you said I make you uncomfortable.
No. I meant that it makes me. I get like I don't know. I get little uncomfortable and like shy, and I don't understand why people would just give me money like that. But yeah, so that makes me. That makes me.
You
a little
can just tell them to donate to me, Candy, if you feel.
I don't think it was that PR centric. I think he was just announcing it for his fans.
I totally understand him. Yeah. If
But
I
also,
could,
I don't think it was a good idea because when people want to give money to a streamer, it's not like they're just going to give money to any streamers. They want to give money to this streamer and no one else. So when you take away that option, he said, go give to charity or something else. You're giving these people, these fanatics, just complete financial whims. They have no idea what to do with their money. So instead of like getting rid of them completely, he should be okay with being ignoring them and then schedule like charity streams or something. If he cares about charity, then why don't you put more focus on your stream into benefiting those? Like, have a stream a week, a stream a month where everything goes straight to charity.
I agree with the tomato.
If he cares about giving money to charities, then why doesn't he just change his donation directly to charity?
Yeah.
So it just like directly
True.
goes
Well,
to a
maybe
charity.
he
Just
used-
keep the
he-
dono.
Well,
just keep the dono there. Keep the dono button
Because
there.
then he's still gonna feel bad about not responding to people.
Well, no. I'm saying
So
like
it was,
underneath
part
it,
of
you
him
can
fixing
write.
the
Yeah,
problem.
underneath it, you can write like, listen, your dono might not get read, but it's going directly to charity, and you're doing something good. Rather than saying that like, oh, you should give it to a smaller streamer or donate to charity instead.
But I feel
One at a time, one at a time.
Than giving it to a fucking smaller streamer though. Like
Yeah, they're not
it
going to like
definitely goes to
down
charity
the
that
list.
way.
Well, yeah, I don't
I
think the
heard-
smaller
I heard-
streamer thing makes sense anyway. Like, I mean, look, I think the reason why he added the give it to a smaller streamer is because like he is a 14K to 20K Andy, and obviously for him it's like not a financial imperative. Like he doesn't care about getting that many donations. I'm sure it was like a couple $1,000s that he was making every month on top of his regular revenue, but. The reason why he mentioned the small streamers is probably to like not alienate smaller streamers and to say like I'm not like it's normal for smaller streamers to have donations. It is a big part of how much money they generate every month.
I feel like another thing.
Go ahead,
Oh,
Casey.
sorry.
Casey,
I was
go
gonna say I feel like another thing that hasn't been mentioned is maybe he like just felt like he's had enough. You know, like he's grateful for what he has, and he's like, I don't need any more. I make enough money. I live like a really great life. Right? I don't know. Maybe Pokey can.
Have you
back
guys
that up.
considered? I feel like Toast's stream, especially since he started playing TFT a lot, he just really enjoys playing the game and showcasing himself playing the game. And I think to him, donations they're just not as exciting, or he doesn't care as much about that type of interaction. And so he feels, why not just shut that part of the stream off and focus on what I enjoy, which I think to him is just playing the game.
Well, wouldn't he feel bad as well about not reading subs? Yeah, he's not getting rid of that. Like, it's not like he's canceling all financial gain from his channel.
Well, there's sub benefits that you get aside from having your name read.
Exactly, yeah.
I think everyone thinks they're a sub salesman and a moat salesman. I don't really think there's many benefits. Especially the larger the stream, the less benefits you get as a subscriber.
You get tremendous benefits by subbing to my channel. Chat, just use your Twitch Prime and check it out. I mean, right now. I mean, you can use your Twitch Prime right now. It's unbelievable the benefits you get. You get a replica of a car that I don't have the rights to, a Lamborghini, and it's not a Lamborghini. It looks like one.
A car that he doesn't have the rights to, but owns.
I do not own a Lamborghini.
Yeah, definitely subscribe to the guy who already owns a Lambo.
I don't own a Lamborghini. I want to be
Oh
very
my god,
clear
someone...
about that.
Yeah, Raj, someone...
donating to...
Hey, go ahead, Candy.
Subscribing to Raj changed my life, so you guys really should.
Go ahead, Candy. Yes, go ahead, Candy.
Yeah, so no, someone asked me in my chat yesterday, like, is Raj really a millionaire? They think you're super rich.
I know, people think I'm a millionaire. It's not true.
But Raj, if you have a Lambo, how can you not be a millionaire?
Raj, if you're not a dirty cappy, why do you not allow Raj Cap to be on your channel?
Wait,
is Raj Cap
I don't
allowed?
even know it existed because I'm a boomer. I don't know how to fucking do that shit.
Oh wow, sure, dude. Okay, well, there's a BTTV emote called Raj Cap. It's capitalist Raj. If you guys want to?
Okay, okay, we'll have.
Raj, read all the new subs you got. Read up all the subs you got so we can hear. Be a nice guy.
Yeah, read them.
Read them.
Okay, fine. Panda756, thank you for 4 months. GUIX, Tizer, I'm Blizzy, Isin Pigva2, thank you. Scanton Party, Don't Stop, thank you, 5 months. Bo Gemel.
There you go. He's not even grateful for the subs.
Your sub benefits.
I am grateful. What are you talking about?
If he read all of the donos that were coming in, it'd be like some of the worst shit though. Like, why is Assad talking? I fucking hate him. What a piece of shit.
So, okay, go back to the topic.
I want to continue. Yeah, go ahead.
I want to say on the whole donate to small streamers thing, I don't feel like is having any redirection of funds, right? Because they're not going to stop watching because he has a donate button. So by saying that, you're not shifting money out of his pocket into someone else's. It's just completely taking it away. Well, I mean, explain the rationale behind it. If someone takes away their sub button, you're like, you know what? I'm going to stop watching him. And instead, I'm going to scroll to a small viewer streamer and give them money, even though I don't know them. And I'm just going to give them money because someone said a Twitter post. Like, explain the rationale behind that, because I can't think through it.
That's what's going to happen.
I mean, maybe not entirely, but it still puts the idea in people's minds of, hey, maybe I shouldn't, throw water into the ocean by, donating to Ninja. How about if I do enjoy a small streamer, maybe if I don't watch them as much as Toast, maybe I'll be more thoughtful about perhaps donating to them.
I think every small streamer begs for donations so much anyway.
It doesn't mean literally every single donation that Toast could have gotten will immediately go to someone else, but at least some people might keep that in mind.
Do you guys...
I just devalue some small streamers' worth way less than compared to charity. I would rather have completely directed towards charity than someone's personal gain. That's why I don't like the whole small streamers.
I think it was just something that he was saying. It's not like literal funneling.
Go ahead, Manuel. Manuel, let's get Manuel in here after this. Yeah, go ahead.
So listen, personally, bless you. I have a job and it's very lucrative, so I always feel weird about donations and and I actually always tell people, please don't donate unless I do a charity stream. I don't want your money. Keep your money, But I understand where. I'm also not a professional. I understand why professional streamers for whom it's their job, it's their income, why they will be fine. You can still feel weird about getting money like that, but be fine getting it. I think it's great that this guy is like, you know what? I feel bad. I feel like I don't respect you guys by not saying your name, and is into his game. It's great. It's great that he tells his community also. I don't think he'd say that thinking like, hey, this is going to blow up and I'm going to look good by saying that. No, he lets his community, like any one of us would do, know that starting now he won't do it, and the reason why.
Yeah,
I think it's a good thing. What do I think that necessarily it's gonna get those people to go to smaller streamer and donate? Probably for the majority of them, no, but some of them, yes. Also, it's like a fan thing. It's also a pleasure for. I've donated money to streamers that I like. it makes me feel good to help someone that I like, that I watch every day for their work. You know, I like it. Listen, I rather give money to some people that I watch every day and that I support than some of those like shows that you have to pay for that are on TV or whatever that I don't give a fuck about. But you know, in France, there is a tax on some channels because they're like national channels and they're like government owned, that you have no choice. If you have a TV, you have to pay every year a certain amount of money to the government for that. But you don't choose. Here, at least when I'm on Twitch, I choose what channel I watch and to whom I'm going to give my money.
Do you guys think that the smaller streamers deserve more money?
No, I don't think they deserve. It just depends if they're good, if they entertain. I don't think the word deserve is perfect. It's a good way to say it. But if they're a good streamer and they have a lot of viewers, they.
Well, I mean,
I think small female streamers deserve it.
Listen here,
but not males.
Like, I think
such a
it's
sexist
nice.
pig.
No, I think it's nice to encourage, like if you like someone that's smaller, maybe they can stream more often. Maybe they can do it full time if you support them.
But do you think that, like, to some extent, do you guys think that the big streamers, like, you know, there's quite a bit of big streamers on here. Hassan's a big streamer. Pokey's a big streamer. Casey's a big streamer. Yeah, no, you'd be considered a big streamer. Yeah, I think everybody here is, for the most part, considered a big streamer. Do you guys think that?
Thank you, Raj. I really appreciate that.
Except me. Do you guys think that, like, big streamers deserve the donations that we get, or do you think that, like, we're overpaid as streamers?
In my opinion,
No, I think
Go ahead.
I think they deserve it.
Well, quick question. Like, is anybody, I mean, who all here use dono goals? Because I like the cost of my stream, it literally is about $600-700 a month for me to run my stream. Like, that's all donations for me goes straight to actually being able to stream for me. But I don't know if I'm the only one that does that or.
Yeah.
I think
people use that
donation
as well.
goals are great if you feel you need it. Yeah, and if you have costs, I think they're great, especially as you're just starting out. I think if you're someone who already makes more than enough off of streaming, putting a donation goal just feels like you're trying to like suck money out of your viewers.
I think
makes you feel very weird.
But
Also,
there's
I feel like it's very hard to debate whether or not someone deserves donations. I think it's more so like smaller streamers need them more. A lot more than bigger streamers.
Well, they need them if they're going to be a full-time streamer, but there's a
Yeah, but
million
they- but
streamers
see,
on
I
here
don't
that
think-
aren't interesting. The more
I don't
viewers
think-
you have, you're going to have viewers because your content is interesting. And there's a direct correlation between how many viewers you have and how much money you make, man.
Yeah,
the
Wes,
more
that's
viewers you
why I
have, the
said
more money you
can't-
make.
That's why I'm not talking about deserve. I'm just saying they need them.
No, I agree. I don't think deserve is a good word here. You get what you based off how much you have.
I do
Yeah.
think.
Okay. So I don't. Wait.
ahead,
So
Candy.
wait. Yeah. So I don't think that you should start streaming just assuming that you can do this full time. And I don't think that like I have never had a donation goal on my stream, and I will never have it. If I go a month and if I realize I can't like live or pay my rent and stuff with streaming, I will stop streaming and get a job. Like immediately. I think that it shouldn't rely on other people. Like if someone likes me and like I don't want to.
Well, my personal philosophy. Look, Chad, I'll be honest with you. I love donations.
Really sweet. I like that.
I love donations.
Wait, what?
Me too.
I love donations.
Actually,
I'm never
I've
going
got
to turn
to-
them
I've-
off. I appreciate them, but at the same time, I try to get sponsors more than because I don't like to depend on donations and subscriptions. I'd prefer to get monetized via sponsorships. That's just the way I'd like to do it. But
I think
Well, that's because
donations
it's
should
more
go
steady,
to
isn't it?
donations should go to people who's like you can see their production value change, better cameras, better equipment. But there's streamers who spend years with the same fucking camera and microphone, just donate.
That's
donate,
stupid.
donate.
People spend
It's fucking
$10,000
stupid,
and have 2 viewers, man. You should be given money based off your content. If someone enjoys watching, like, here's this because you're great, because your content's stimulating. I don't give a shit if you have a $20,000 setup. It doesn't make you any less of a boring cunt. Why would I give you money just to buy a fucking webcam?
Wait, what was that word you cut out?
he said cunt, John. Yeah, I mean, I think that there is. Go ahead. Sorry, I don't want to talk over the guest. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. I think it shouldn't really matter what people have up as donation goals. You know, like if people want to have it for their stream, they have it for their stream. They want to have it for whatever the fuck.
Quincy,
you know,
babe,
it's
your
because
mic's cutting
people.
out, Quincy.
Oh fuck! Is it still cutting out?
Keep going, Quincy. You're good for now.
Okay, so I just think if people donate to streamers, like if a streamer has a donation goal for something, it's up to them. Like it shouldn't be a discussion really, because if someone wants to have a donation goal for their stream setup, let them be. If they want to have it for a holiday, let them be. It's the viewers who the viewers are not forced to donate. If they want to donate, they want to donate.
Yeah, no one's telling you what to do or not do.
I think this is more so about our personal.
People can call
I think this is more so people's personal interest.
Yeah, for example,
just a second. Quincy, just a second.
Wait, no, what the fuck?
What about a donation goal to make it to TwitchCon? That's my next plan.
But
yeah,
you can already make it.
That's a good one.
What's your point, John?
I mean, imagine if I don't go TwitchCon, nobody's gonna be on.
You won't get banned. Someone will pull their tits out.
You're trying to plug it in.
Wait, go ahead, Pokey. What'd you say?
Okay, imagine I put up a donation goal to go to TwitchCon.
That would be at the top of
kind
LSF.
of idiotic?
Yeah, because you don't need the
And
money,
same
right?
with me.
You're totally chilling.
So the way that I see it is just if someone needs the money, do it. That's great. But also, I feel like it just feels kind of weird and BM to me when I see people that I know are making way more than enough still do donation goals when they don't need to.
My favorite part is my first day, my first VOD, I got so many donations. It made me feel better than everyone on the fucking platform. So when I feel when I feel cocky, my comedy goes way higher. That's why you gotta donate to me, right?
All right.
I think my
there was a litany of incredibly interesting topics that we could have talked about. So I'm glad that we started off with the donation one, where everyone I feel like seemingly agrees with one another that it's kind of icky if you see large streamers do donation goals, but it's kind of normal for everyone who wants to fund their operations in that way, and it should be left up to the individual, however way they want to fund and their Twitch streams.
Thank
look
you,
at it this way.
Hassan.
We did one boring topic, and now they'll actually be good.
I am just very excited to talk about an international pedophile sex ring in the upcoming round.
Okay, but we might talk about guns first, which is also equally
okay. I'll
as
talk about
exciting.
that too. That's also
okay. All right, ladies
topic.
and gentlemen, we need to eliminate somebody from the podcast. We need to take a vote. We are going to talk about guns here coming up very shortly, but we need to vote somebody off the podcast.
We should eliminate.
Before you post that, I was about to say, I don't think it matters if he removes the donation button or not. That's up to him, and I don't really understand why people cares that much. If he doesn't want to have a donation button, good for him. I think that's...
It's not that we
He can run his stream however he wants. That's my opinion about
it. Dude, it's not that we care. It's that without that, we have nothing to talk about here.
Keep not kicking.
No, it was a good topic. Stop it.
Plenty to talk about today.
John is right. One of my biggest pet peeves, and not to say Canute, but when we talk about a topic and somebody comes up and they're like, why does anybody care? Well,
sorry.
If nobody cared about anything, then we wouldn't have anything to talk about ever. So it's a great point, John.
Still have politics.
But nobody cares.
People wouldn't shut the fuck up about that.
You could say...
If you guys think that Toast not having donations is 5-head, you guys probably don't know this, but Skara, someone else that I live with, has been streaming probably 6 or 7 years, and during his entire time of streaming, he never has alerts on because he thinks it incentivizes viewers too much.
Oh. Vote, chat. Vote the straw poll for who you want to keep, not kick.
There's some streamer like Kriparian. I still don't think
actually
he even
really
has a
nice.
donation link.
I think
That's
it depends
fucking
on where you
crazy.
come from a lot too, because I think in Sweden it's not very common. It's weird to, I don't know. This type of job is really weird.
Vote for you want to keep, not kick in the straw poll. You need a vote. All right. At the top of the straw poll, John Zerka, you won, barely beating Hassan Abi.
Oh, I am so surprised, Raj.
Okay.
I am shocked.
Okay, all right, Hassan.
I'm the most popular guy on
excuse me.
Twitch.
John Zerka.
Okay. Chat, who do you want me to kick?
All right, no. John, this is your decision. That's why they have entrusted you with your choice. That's the whole point of the game, John. If we wanted to ask them who they wanted to kick, we would have changed the poll. But they've entrusted you, Mr. Zerka, to choose between the two lowest amount of voted people. In this case, Kaceytron or Quincy. Which girl would you like to remove from the show? Kaceytron or Quincy?
Hold up. Is this the same Casey from my Rajler episode?
Yes, this is her.
Interesting.
That was a good content episode, John. You know that it just did so much for your story arc. Your story arc has just been crazy. It's been up and down. You were at your peak, and then you're at your low, and then you get turned down by Kaceytron of all people. How embarrassing.
Casey,
and
what
then
is
you
the
get
chat
banned,
saying?
and now you're making your comeback. Oh, of course.
Casey, what is the chat saying?
Of course they want to
Circa,
kick
if
me.
you
They're all
keep her-
fucking incels.
John, she
They're
will
probably
provoke
triggered
you,
that I'm calling
she
them
will provoke
incels.
you, so you will get banned again. You will say something stupid to her later. You should kick her off. I think that's the smartest
No,
thing.
don't kick Casey. Quincy was just here to get the initial views. You know why, right? So we
No,
used
but
her
that's-
up.
Why?
That's
I was
better.
actually asked. Wes, I was asked to come.
Yeah, asked to get the initial views. I agree.
Wes, me and John has actually been watching Quincy's content on another webpage when we're
Yeah, it's
offline
pretty
for Twitch.
good.
So it's pretty good, and so
Pretty
you won't
good.
kick
You
her.
just-
Okay. John Zerka.
Did he message
Who
it
are
to
you
you?
kicking from the show, Mr. Zerka?
Don't fuck up, Circa.
Can I ask them each a question?
God damn it, John! Yes, you can ask him each a question. Go ahead.
What do you two girls like the most about me?
Okay,
Probably your cocky personality, because it can be funny. Like you said, it's like, but you're so right. It's like you need to have that ego stroked, or you're less funny. You know, like, no offense, like you're onto something with that. Like they're really stroking your ego, giving you all those votes.
Yeah, I just I like your confidence, Circa, and I like that you're tall and you're handsome and you're funny.
Keep going. Keep
Small
going.
dick.
And I hope he
Small
doesn't.
dick.
I hope he
It's
doesn't.
medium. It's medium.
John.
Okay.
It's medium. Oh,
John, it's time to make a
Oh,
choice.
okay. I think we know. We
it's
know
okay, I
what
guess.
we're thinking. Okay. What did you? They talked about my dick, and you. What does that mean?
I meant,
was just like,
I meant,
oh, it's so
John, it's time to make a
I
call,
didn't say
John.
small.
Okay.
I went,
Quincy,
I've
go to
never had
the
that
fucking shadow realm. I choose Quincy.
Okay. All right, Quincy.
What?
You have been chosen to be eliminated from the show by John Zerka.
And
Why
Quincy,
did
you
you
owe
make
me
that
a
choice,
host.
Quincy?
Wow. Sorry, say that again.
John, why did you make that choice, John?
Yeah.
Yes. When a girl says for like talking about.
But I didn't say to your dick. I just went okay. I went okay, not
No, you made it sound like
Okay, well that's what you thought. That's whatever.
And now
it's
the
fine.
whole chat thinks that I got a small D. What the fuck?
Well, you probably
No.
do, dude. So
No, I don't think he has a small dick. I think you can kind of see when you look at the person how his penis is gonna look like.
I feel like
you'd be surprised, Candy.
Candy, what
Have
are you
you
looking
seen
at?
Manuel's face?
Like when you look at a
Candy, have you seen Manuel's film? You can't see how he look like by looking at him. You
Yeah,
can't
you
fucking
can.
predict
Yeah,
that.
you're Italian, right?
You know,
No,
Manuel.
he's not.
Right?
Manuel,
He's not even Italian.
Manuel,
Is he
you know
not?
we should.
Where is he from? Where is he from?
Manuel,
Manuel is French.
French. Okay, but
Manuel,
all the countries around there, I think they have very good.
Manuel, I'd love an episode like right before you guys are getting like intimate. I just walk in with like in a plumber uniform with a plunger, and I go, "Hey, is this the right house?" And then you say, "Fuck off, John." And I leave. I leave, and then you guys go to it, and then I'm a part of the.
Between your
I would
ideas
rather
and
see you
friend
coming in that
ideas, it would be
Spider-Man suit.
terrible. We would make terrible movies.
Quincy.
If I merge your ideas and train ideas together.
Quincy,
Yo,
go ahead and
actually,
shout out
Rajj,
your
you
channel,
know-
Quincy. One sec, guys. Go ahead, Quincy.
Yeah.
Shout out your channel. Thanks for coming.
No worries. All right, I'm Quincy_UK, and have a good debate, guys.
Thanks, Quincy.
Bye.
Everybody
Quincy.
wave at Quincy.
Right,
Bye,
it's so
Quincy.
funny at
Wait,
the
can I
LA
say
party.
something?
Yes, go
At
ahead,
the
Candy.
LA
I gotta go
party,
pee.
Wait,
Just
Can,
real
yeah,
quick.
can I, wait,
Amongst
are you
yourselves
gonna
real quick.
say
I gotta
something to
pee.
chat?
But
Yeah,
Candy,
okay,
Candy, remember the rule I DM'd you when I'm talking? Mute yourself.
No,
Okay,
Ross
just a
said
second.
that I could talk, Circa, so
Okay,
I'm
go
just
ahead,
gonna say
go
something.
ahead, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm a little confused about the countries. I wanna tell you something funny that happened. So I traveled to Greece. No, I traveled to Greece, and when we arrived at Greece, and Crete, I think it was called, I said to my sister, Spanish people is pretty hot, and my sister said, "Am I wearing Greece?" Not
Nice,
in
Candy.
Spain.
Thanks for that.
Candy, you have the best stories.
Candy,
Like,
you
they
deserve
make-
a Nobel Peace Prize, Candy.
You
I
should just
feel like
go.
you should be on the Papiga version of The View.
Did you say Papiga?
All right, I'm back. Sorry, I had to pee. My bad.
Should we start the gun
Yeah,
talk?
we are going to start it. Sorry, guys. I was not here to moderate. I hope nobody broke the TOS.
We're doing guns?
Okay,
Yeah,
so here we go. Ready for the next topic? Okay.
Yeah, I saw an angry guy in Walmart and I left.
So following the most recent mass shootings, is it time for actual gun reform support by both parties?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Can I?
Fuck no.
Raj, can I start?
Yes, go ahead, Knut. Yes, please.
Why can't America look a bit outside their own fucking country for once and see what does the rest of the fucking world doing?
Sure, yeah.
Let's
look at that.
Hold on, wait. Let me finish. Wes, listen to my voice. Listen to my voice. 1 sec, Wes. Adjust your mic volume. It's really overmodulated. That's why I'm stopping you. I want to hear your rebuttal. Finish your thought, Canute, and adjust your mic, Wes, and go at him. Go.
There's almost no fucking countries in the world that has gun laws like America, and America is the country in the world with the most shootings. Do we need to say anything more?
Dude,
that's not enough
holy
for
shit,
them.
That's not true. You're just speaking out of your ass.
Go ahead, Wes.
The claim that the U.S. has a major problem with firearm homicide is so fucking exaggerated. We're ranked 28th in international homicide rates, and only 2.97 out of 100 fucking thousand are gun murders. It's not what you think it is. We own the most guns, but you think that everyone's being fucking shot is so goddamn exaggerated. We're not leading the world like you think we are.
Wait, can you call out the nations? Can you call out the 23?
People also die from.
Of course I don't know the fucking other 27 nations by name.
Yeah, dumbass. None of them are comparable developed nations. That's the whole issue that we're talking about. Obviously, you would never compare the United States to like Nicaragua or El Salvador.
To everywhere else in the world.
Yeah, when Canute is mentioning that, he's talking about
we have the
developed.
most guns, so we have the most deaths. That makes sense, but it's not. It's over-exaggerated so much.
Wes, do I need to specify that I'm not looking at fucking third world countries? Look at
Wes, I'm sorry, that's bad.
Okay, no, fuck you.
I can't believe you thought you made a good point there, Wes.
No, because there's been studies on this, and then it found, motherfucker, I did my goddamn research, that assault weapon bans, which is what everyone wants to fucking talk about, because this is all the murders, right? They did not significantly affect murder rates at the state level, and states with restrictions on the carrying of concealed weapons had higher gun-related murders.
Okay.
The second part's a little secondary, but you could argue for not concealed carry, but
is a completely separate conversation from universal background checks, the elimination of straw purchases, the elimination of the gun show loophole. These are all
the gun show loophole's so small.
Let him finish.
Hold on, Wes. Let me. You talked. Let me finish my point. I think that look, I understand that America has a violent culture and also a gun culture. Also, guns are fucking cool as shit to shoot. Like, I'm the first person to admit that. Now, having said all that, it is perfectly reasonable for us to be able to put forward some reasonable and sensible gun control regulations that would ensure that every single person who owns a gun demonstrates that they are capable of using that gun in a safe manner.
I agree with
the problem is, but however, the problem is that when moneyed interests get involved in the form of the NRA, for example, this entire ranges from what can we do to prevent further gun violence to, oh, well, what about the Second Amendment? The Second Amendment, and then we can't get any sort of fucking.
Well, the Second Amendment.
What are we going to use to kill feral
example, a lot of people don't know this, but 97% of Americans, or I think it was like 90%, and that number has risen since like Sandy Hook, want universal background checks. Okay.
Yes.
The reason why we can't get that, and by the way, the overwhelming majority of NRA members want expanded background checks, universal background checks. But the reason why we can't get that is because it's against the bottom line of gun manufacturers that are making a fuck ton of money. That's the real issue here. Like, so don't try to fearmonger. And I know that there are a lot of liberals out there who like fucking go crazy and they're like, ban every gun, whatever, or say things that
those are my issues. Those kind of liberals. I agree with you, Hassan.
Gentlemen,
completely unreasonable.
Hassan, I'd like to respect. Let's respect the rest of the people here. And Steven,
I want to hear Steven's take.
I want to hear your thoughts on this. If you don't have thoughts to share, and Wes has covered it all, that's fine. Or
no, I do.
I think with Wes. I don't know.
Yeah, I think to have constructive arguments about gun control. I mean, I think a lot of people are very quick to throw out solutions, but we can't even agree what the problem is. And so before we even talk about solutions and different measures and legislation that could potentially mitigate the problem, it's like we're talking apples and oranges here. I mean, I guess one thing to point out is are we worried about homicide by gun or homicides in general? Because I think that's a very Okay, talking about guns. Okay, so because one thing that we can observe in other countries, like Knut was talking about, is that generally speaking, the violence that goes, I mean, it's just a shell game, right? You take guns away, and sure, there's less guns available, but more people now committing crimes and murders with knives. I mean, so I don't care personally. I mean, I don't think it really matters how you die. The fact is, there's people committing murder and killing other people.
Well, we're talking about mass shooting specifically. Obviously,
I did reference mass shootings.
No.
We're talking about
Mass
shooting
shooting was hold on, Hassan, because mass shooting was just the catalyst for this debate. But we're not talking exclusively about mass shooting.
Well, some people are. When we talk about an assault weapons ban,
I frame Hassan. Hello,
mass shooting.
Hassan. I frame the topic as, following the recent mass shootings. It doesn't necessarily have to be about mass shootings. You can bring in
we're talking about gun reform in general.
Just gun reform in general, right?
Gun reform in general is totally separate from mass shootings that we're talking about. Mass shootings, and the only way to mitigate mass shootings and the casualties that you see 50 at a time, 20 at a time, is of course through these sorts of comprehensive measures. Red flag laws is like one that even the Trump administration is now conceding to. There was another conversation that people were engaged in last time around about banning the what is it called, the bumper stocks that
bumps.
allow for a semi-automatic weapon to shoot essentially like an automatic weapon by using the same force.
And most people want to get rid of high ammunition magazines too.
Yeah, and also like the drum magazine that the Dayton shooter used. Like those are high capacity magazines that make it easier to kill multiple people at the same time because it has low recoil. And it's much easier to use. It's much easier for younger people to use. You don't need a lot of experience to be able to use these guns. I know I don't have a lot of experience, and I fucking got AR.
Hassan, I agree. We need to strengthen the legality of obtaining guns, but the issue is that once you open this barricade and then the laws start changing, I'm just nervous of the left pushing it too far, and that's what I'm saying is that once it's been done, we have to carefully.
Can I just say something from the outsider's
I
point
have
of
a question.
What's the point of laws then? Like obviously, that's kind of like saying
please respect everybody else's time.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Iman.
Thanks. Wes, in terms of gun laws, would you rather it be too far to the left or too far to the right? If you had to choose one, which would you rather it be?
You mean like
too
left, right, political? I'd rather it be too right. Too left, and then you start impeding on constitutional rights. And I know everyone wants to say, "Oh, the Second Amendment that was to have a gun, not to have an army of guns," and then it was to arm people in case of militia, like national war. If people need to be armed and shit, but still, our country's founded on these beliefs and these different principles. So once you start taking it too far left, I think you're breaking these principles, and then it seems like it would end in a domino effect. So I'd much rather it be too far right.
Hassan, you're against
I guess we just disagree on that. I'd rather take the risk of it being too left and ideally save more lives.
Well, obviously, we've changed certain laws that impede on certain specific parts of the Constitution. It's about a totally reimagined interpretation, as Rajj would say. The Constitution is supposed to be a living, breathing document to be interpreted in the context of the time that we're in. And obviously, our founding fathers also understood this concept. It was drastically different at the time when the Second Amendment was written, where like every fucking town had like 4 or 5 fucking guns, and it was supposed to be interpreted in the context of, it was supposed to be interpreted in the context of like a well-regulated militia to mitigate against a potential tyrannical government overthrow. And the reality is, this interpretation is completely financially backed by gun manufacturer interests and has changed. The NRA as a lobbying force. The NRA as a lobbying force has changed.
NRA is evil.
It went from preserving like gun rights for hunters and basically just
Hassan, you want to finish your thought? Yeah, we need to get some other people in.
Operating as a club for hunters operating on the behest of the interests of gun manufacturers, and that's precisely why we're having this.
Would you ban the semi?
Would I ban semi-automatic weapons? Probably not, but I would make it very, very, very difficult to own one.
Hassan, you're saying you would not ban the semi-auto?
I wouldn't ban semi-automatic weapons. I said I would make it very difficult to own one. I would absolutely ensure that every single person that has a semi-automatic,
like Canada, right?
Every single person that has a semi-automatic weapon needs to be able to demonstrate that they know how to use it and they're safe and that it is.
What are you going to do with it?
What you're saying is to make US more like Canada. I agree.
So also, your argument always seems to go back to capitalism versus socialism to me. Like, why does it go immediately to the money from the gun manufacturers when I feel like we should focus on the lives of human beings in America being saved instead of the fucking money of the gun manufacturers?
And to go off that point,
because moneyed interest.
Yeah, does
well, because moneyed interest is specifically the reason why
I called
this interpretation
Hassan,
go ahead.
Thank you.
Sorry. Okay, I just referred to West. Jesus Christ. Even CNN would offer me a fucking rebuttal.
Well, this isn't CNN. This is the Rajj Royale podcast.
This is a democratic debate, baby. You get
Steven,
15 seconds.
Yeah.
This isn't CNN. It's a shit show. All right.
It's kind of a
Sorry, go
hypothetical
ahead,
situation, but one that we can observe with research that's done in other countries. If somehow we could flip a switch and all the guns in the United States magically disappeared, but it got replaced with knives, and just many people killing each other with knives, or need to remind anybody that just a couple years ago, someone took a truck and killed 86 people and injured 458. I mean, with a cargo truck. Something that's very, very easily to obtain. You can run to a crowd. I mean, so does it matter what the tool is? I mean,
yes, it absolutely does, because the utility of a gun. The utility of a gun is exclusively for murder. The utility of a truck is profound in comparison.
And much easier to obtain.
Utility. I understand that, but there's obviously rules and regulations that.
Wait, Hassan.
This notion.
Fuck me in the cunt hole, boys. Jesus Christ.
Let Minx get a word in.
Go ahead, Minx. What's your fucking really reasonable take on this? Go.
It's not reasonable, right? It's from an outsider.
Oh, you admitted it.
I don't know percentages. I don't know shite, right? But it feels like every day of fucking 2019 I'm waking up, another mass shooting in America. It literally feels like that. And yes, right, guns, they can be good, right? But something should be done. Something should be put in place. Maybe not banned, but something needs to be done about it.
Case in point, homicide rates have been on decline for the past 20 years. Mass
across the world.
Been on decline. No, in the
Wait,
United
can
States.
I say something now?
No, but across the world, it's consistent with. Yes, it's consistent with data across the world. The rates of violence have been declining. So obviously, it's not just about like whether we have more guns or not. I don't think that this problem is exclusive to weapons. Obviously, violence is a multifaceted problem. There are numerous other solutions that we need to look at. Specifically, if you want to talk about mental health, I think Medicare for all is a good way to mitigate that problem as well. But we're specifically currently talking about the problem of gun violence and turning that around and saying, well, trucks kill people or people die from car accidents is really ridiculous, considering that the only function of a gun is murdering.
I'm not saying that as a means of saying, hey, let's not do anything. And unfortunately, I think too many people spend too many.
Well, then why'd you bring it up?
Finish, Hassan.
I haven't finished yet. I think I agree. There's too many people that are spending too much time focusing on defending the Second Amendment. They're not proposing solutions or basically some measures that would potentially have some results or whatnot, or at least something that's been backed by what's been shown to work in other places in the world. One thing we do know about all these mass shootings that's a common element, other than just having a firearm across a lot of these mass shootings, is 65% of every mass shooter was known to have psychological problems. 65%. Prior to ever the shooting, we have record that they had mental issues. Now, that's not to say, of course, 100% all of them had mental issues, of course, right? Because they're going out shooting up people. And so you look at what Scotland did there in Glasgow. They had a reduction of like 60% in violent crimes after putting some social measures in place to, targeting re-education of gang members and job placement and just a lot of social members in place that actually.
How does that connect to mental illness, Stephen?
Wait, hold on. No, Stephen is 100% correct. And the irony is, while you also brought up knife violence, specifically in the case of like UK, for example, the reason why violence rates go up is literally because people don't have any other options or they don't have any fucking after school programs. It's literally as simple as that. Obviously, it's not just that, but there is a correlation between accessibility to additional social programs and the amount of violence that increases in these countries. So America,
finish your more concise.
America's basically a powder keg. We have all the fucking guns, okay? We have all the fucking problems. Everyone is alienated. Everyone's fucking losing their goddamn minds. We're not talking to one another anymore. And then on top of that, you can just walk into a fucking Walmart and basically purchase the AR-15 depending on what state you're in. So obviously, like, we need to do something about all of these problems. We need to tackle every single one. But a point of that is absolutely through gun regulation that has been stopped every step of the way with counterpoints like what Steven mentioned as far as like trucks and shit.
I love your points. They're fucking awesome, but I just want to make sure everybody gets the time to talk. Candyland, please.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yes. In front of 24,000 people, like I want to make sure that like people understand.
I know, but we need to make sure everybody gets time to talk. Go ahead, Candyland, please.
Yeah. So I just want to say, I'm probably not the best person to join this discussion, but I just want to say, violence is never gonna like make violence go away. So I think we need to just delete all guns from the world. Honestly, like, you stop producing guns, can like God just like make all the gun material disappear, it would be great
Candy.
because I think it's so I think it's
Kenny,
so
this isn't a real
unnecessary.
take. This isn't real.
Yeah, it is real.
It's not
it
real.
is
No, it's not.
It is
You just said, I hope God can take away all the guns. That's not a real take.
It is a real take, Beth. So we have in Sweden, in Europe, we have this like FN.
I've had enough. Shut the
United.
fuck up.
No, listen.
Yeah, please stop.
This
Hassan, at
peace
least it's making
organization.
sense.
Listen, no,
No, I want to listen.
No, Beth, listen. We have this peace organization who gives money to people to buy guns, and they go buy guns, and they, I don't know who, like the people who want to fight and go to war, they steal the guns and they use it. Like, you stop.
You should run for president, Candy.
Like, it's
You're
not
a fucking
good.
genius.
Not
And
good.
Candy, that's not gonna change when it comes to. I mean, the guns are always gonna be there, and they're always gonna be even.
No.
I mean, most guns,
stop
like for example,
producing them.
of 62 mass shootings in the United States between like 82 and 2012, 50 of them, the guns were obtained legally. So we have to strengthen the legal aspect of it and make them harder to get. But guns are always going to be stolen or transferred down to people, regardless of the fucking law.
Yeah,
That's
but
not going to
it's
change.
gonna be
Candy.
the less of them we make, the less violent it's gonna be. So just stop making them.
So
Like,
the
it's
point
gonna
of
get in the
entry,
wrong
the point of
hands.
entry is still like ease of accessibility for other people. That's why I mentioned like straw purchases and stuff like that. Ironically, Candy does have somewhat of a correct take on this, which is all about making it as difficult as possible to fucking.
Hassan, I have a
purchase.
question for you. We get rid of all the guns. We go to war with fucking North Korea, China, Russia. What do?
They press a button and they
Okay, Wes.
nuke it.
Okay.
Wait,
Hold on.
I want Canute.
each other and the whole world ends.
wait,
Get rid of guns,
why-
you fucking idiots.
wait. I'm sorry. Did
Stupid
I?
is that?
I will say,
Are we
this.
taking away all the guns from the military too in this conversation? Is that what we're doing?
Oh, okay. So the military gets the guns.
Listen, Wes.
Oh, it's
Wes,
changing.
Go ahead, Canute.
Why? Like, people are talking about, oh, if we ban all guns, people will use knives or trucks or whatever. I feel like that's such stupid arguments that you shouldn't even acknowledge them, because what's the reason for private people to be able to walk around with guns in the streets? There's no fucking reason. A gun is made to kill.
Have you
It's
not?
not-
Did you not watch my stream where I almost shot somebody that was trying to point a gun at me? I'm a civilian.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
law
no,
enforcement.
yo,
fucking
can-
bounty
Yeah,
hunter?
but you
Canute,
should. I feel like your job should be illegal as well.
Okay,
It's
well,
good
that's a fair
entertainment,
point.
but I feel like,
Fair point.
but I feel like your job should
Wait,
be
I
illegal.
agree with Canute on this.
Wait,
too.
what?
Yeah.
Canute, wait,
Canute.
whoa.
Hold on,
Why?
Canute.
Wait, why do you think his
Canute,
job should be
Canute,
illegal? Canute.
Canute.
Wait.
Canute.
Yeah.
Let me reply to Canute. There is so much
Should
crime
I
in the-
speak? Or?
No, hang on. There's so much crime in the US, and police are reactive. They're not proactive. So some people need a handheld. US is a dangerous place. It's not like where you're from.
I would
So
hope
it's
you're
happening
not.
bad all around.
Wait, I'm
We are
sorry.
just gunning
I
down
thought
people in the
crime
streets
was
every day.
down.
In
It's
Norway,
not
Wait,
like
I
you're
thought
not
crime was
Canute's
down in
anti-
the
you're
US.
for your
Now we're
fucking
saying it's
lives.
violent?
We're not that dangerous of a country. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. Oh my
Back
God.
that up with
For people that
stats.
have
Jesus,
guns. Hold
that's
on.
such
No, but-
ignorance.
Question.
Wait,
question.
is the U.S. incredibly violent and now everyone needs to have guns, or is it
It is-
not
it-
violent
it
and
is-
that's why guns aren't bad?
Yeah,
You're
so-
arguing on
crime
both
exists,
sides of
yeah.
that same point.
There's some old ladies that carry handhelds because they don't want to get robbed. Maybe they live in a bad neighborhood, you know? You ever think of that?
Yes, self-defense. That's what I agree. We should have guns for self-defense. You can't take guns away from civilians.
Of course you
People's
can.
lives are saved because they get
old
broken and
ladies
they
get
fucking
guns, no
deter
one
the
else.
people. They intimidate them, or if they have to, they use lethal force so they don't get their fucking shit stolen.
Okay, Stefan, just to reply, why? Like, I think
Yeah.
your stream is entertaining as
No,
fuck.
I get it. And
I
I
think
agree.
it's good,
Yeah.
and that's nothing against you when I say that.
I
That's in
understand.
general, because I feel like it shouldn't be up to private people to make sure the law is followed. That should be up to like the police, for example.
Right, and I guess the question
Or
would be,
military.
why should no? So say, I mean, it kind of brings us back to the mass shooting. Why would you call the police during a mass shooting? What are the characteristics of a police officer that would warrant you calling the police? during a
I
mass
don't
shooting?
have the solution. I don't have the
Heavily
solution.
training. Wait, I can tell you, training.
Heavily trained.
and they have
Yeah.
a firearm. So
Yeah.
essentially, a good guy with a gun. Now, so that being said, I mean, you know,
Yeah, do you know what the active target hit rate for the NYPD is, which gets fucking thousands of hours of training? It's 17%. So obviously, even the most trained people are having a hard time using guns. I suggest that we demilitarize the police, make sure that they're not
Hassan,
running.
let Steven, can you let Steven finish his thought before you?
And on top of that, that's as purely as a corrective measure, of course, you know, and that's, you know, I've heard a lot of people say, well, we just need more guns with more trained people. Although I do agree, I think people need to get more training, and if they are going to carry a firearm, you need to be trained with it. As far as mandating it, it's a whole nother conversation. But I will say, going back to the whole mental health issue, I think the preventative measures to keep these kinds of things from happening, we really should be focusing on, to keep the people from putting bombs together and causing the Boston Marathon bomb, or going and taking a cargo truck and running through a crowd of people, or, you know, or cutting people with knives, or shooting people. There's too many things. We can't babysit everybody in the country to stop violence. Is one of the things that's not going to go away. Now, Candy, if we could take away all guns in the world and end violence, I'm with you. Let's do it. But unfortunately, and a lot of people have your belief. They think that the gun itself is the cause for the violence. And I think it comes down to some very fundamental ideas and understandings of human nature in general. It's like, do you believe a utopian society is actually achievable? Do you think that man is the problem ultimately, or do you think it's...
Yes.
Wait, by the way, just because a utopian society is not achievable doesn't mean we shouldn't be striving towards it. Like,
no, I agree.
Stopping progress every step of the way would be really foolish. But
can I say something? I have a little fantasy that the entire planet dies, and me and Circa, we create a new world together, and there's gonna be no war. We're gonna have peace and love and understanding, and we're just gonna have a good time.
The problem is
Candy is getting good at farming wolves.
The problem if you believe that a utopian society is achievable, though, is you are going to take measures to actually achieve it to an extent where you actually end up taking away the people's rights to defend themselves. And you know that is
okay.
I agree with you to an extent, Hassan. But it's like, okay, well, how far?
Okay, I'm not in favor of a wholesale ban on weapons. I already discussed this, and you are correct when you talk about the important factors that cause violence in general. You are absolutely correct on that. But obviously, there are some preventative measures that we could be taking, but for some reason, despite the fact that the overwhelming majority of people want to take these measures, our legislators refuse to take them. And that's precisely why I was tying it back to moneyed interest, Wes, for the record. So we are in agreement on a lot of the issues in the short term, and even maybe some of them in the long term. But the only thing that is standing against us right now is this kind of understanding that, like, all liberals want to fucking ban all guns, and that, you know, that's scary, and that we should have a total right-wing utopian paradise where everyone has a fucking gun, and a grandmother is just like getting pissed off with Alzheimer's and fucking shooting random black people because they got scared.
What?
Nobody wants that.
Why do you have to make it race?
I don't know.
Bring it there, man. Why bring it there? And also, I have a point to this.
Triggered when I mentioned this, like,
because you try to tie it into bullshit. It's so.
I'm not tying it into bullshit at all.
Okay, no,
obviously.
let's take it to racism then. I think gun control laws are racist. So current gun control laws are frequently aimed at inner city poor black communities who are perceived are more dangerous than others. Right? Someone said it perfectly when they said a white walking down the street with an AK-47, defender of American values. But people see a black man do it and they think it's public enemy number one. For fuck's sake, the KKK began as a gun control organization, dude. So if you want to bring it to race, let's fucking bring it there. But it's still, you lose on that front too.
You know what was another? Wait, hold on. You know what was another organization that was actually in favor of fucking taking away gun rights from people? The motherfucking NRA, when the Black Panther Party used their Second Amendment rights and open carried and marched the fucking Capitol. You know who signed that into law? Governor Ronald Reagan, motherfucker.
That doesn't make it racist because it's a non-military, militarized fucking union. Just because they're the Black Panthers? Did Martin Luther King go out there and just like happen, motherfuckers?
Wait.
You can't automatically militarize yourself. That's not racist.
Why is open carry all of a sudden turning into killing motherfuckers? It's open carry. It's constitutional. Why is it all of a sudden? It was totally legal at the time. Why is it all of a sudden about capping motherfuckers?
It's called intention. If they're arming themselves and
when they're black, they're intending to kill people. Yeah, okay.
Well, no, what do you mean? What are they intended to? They did, you fucking idiot.
You literally mentioned that a second ago about a black person carrying a gun is not seen as a patriot. I agree. I think that the way that laws are implemented in a lot of instances, I agree that when the laws are implemented, they do have potentially racially charged outcomes. You and I would probably agree on this.
Of what you want?
You and I,
how can you be anti-racist and then want racist laws?
No, the law, if, as long as it's not intentionally racist, can be fucking changed. That's my point. Obviously, we're not just talking about fucking going up and like mass arresting black people and taking their guns away with a dragnet. That is an interesting point that you're raising, but that's not my
said that
at all. Like, I'm saying that wait, why did you bring it up then? Didn't you say that?
I don't want black people to be dragged in it. I just want to point out that they're
I'm
racist
saying,
innately.
well, in your hypothetical, that's your concern, right? If you're saying that, we have any sort of gun laws, it's going to be implemented in a racist fashion. Is that not what your concern was?
Okay, I see what you're saying now.
Okay, so obviously that's not the intention, but that doesn't mean that we shouldn't have any fucking laws.
Is it okay because you won?
No, of course not. And if unintentional racial disparities occur, you have to deal with that on a case-by-case fucking basis.
Well, how about we focus on it beforehand and make sure it doesn't happen? Don't deal with it after the fact.
Because your solution is to not have this fucking law at all.
No,
and my solution is let's have this law and let's make sure that it's not implemented in a racist way.
No, you're wrong because we want the same thing. I just think you want more than I want. I want them to be changed. I want gun laws to be harder to get guns. I want them to be, more. The background checks should be a lot more thorough. I agree, but I feel like you want to take it further. You're trying to ban more and more.
Let's move on. If anybody
when
has
I explicitly mentioned that wasn't my intention, again, this goes back to the liberal straw man of like, oh man, liberals are trying to do this shit. When even a leftist is in front of you telling you that's not my intention at all. You refuse to
I don't trust you in that stupid fucking shirt, man.
Oh, okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, guys, we're gonna move on. We're gonna continue on this an extension of this topic in the next round. So don't fear not. Fear not. It is time now, chat, to vote for who you want to keep.
Vote for John Zirka. Vote for John Zirka.
I was just gonna say.
Keep not kick. Get your final thoughts in as we post the straw poll here.
Hey,
I was gonna ask
Candy's at her final thoughts. These are the last ones left.
No, there's not. I was just gonna say thank you for your opinion, Hassan. It was good that you kept it short.
Yeah, he's gone, I think.
Continue, Candy.
No, wait, didn't you hear what I said? There was a yoke. Laugh.
It was a yoke. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it, Candy, because I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it wasn't.
All right. Cool. Okay, Hassan. Wow. You're kicking some ass.
Wait for that. Does anybody have any? I guess I hear the extended background checks, and I guess one of the things I'm kind of curious about. Does that include mental health?
I think it should. If it's possible to.
I mean, you got HIPAA for a reason,
one of the biggest.
Yeah, no, it's one of those common threads throughout all mass shootings. But I'm just curious, like, what do you guys take on that? So people's medical records should be subject to that background check.
Vote for you want to keep.
If you want a gun, why not?
Okay, I'm just curious.
It is a violation of medical privacy. I understand. Like, I get it. There are other legislative hurdles to overcome. The main one being the fact that, like, the Second Amendment. If we're being real about it.
Okay.
My point is, we should absolutely reinterpret that regardless, including HIPAA when it comes to owning a weapon,
especially fucking HIPAA.
Especially when it comes to specific instances like domestic violence. That's a wrap. You know what I mean? If you have that on your criminal record, like, you just can't you should not be able to own a gun. Like, it's that easy. Especially that would actually eliminate a lot of police officers from ever being able to own a gun as well. But
does that here eliminate police officers?
Okay, hold on, guys. There's a lot of meat here.
Hassan, if you have a criminal record, yeah.
1 second, Hassan, you won the round. Congratulations. You need to choose who you're going to eliminate between Manuel Ferreira and Kaceytron.
Oh damn! Oh fuck!
Can I say something?
Go ahead, Manuel.
Like, the gun thing, it's something that triggers me a little bit. Like, can I get out of this?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, of course. Yeah. It's your thing.
Can you? I'm sorry. Yeah.
It triggers you in what way?
Yeah,
because they will remove his gun.
Yeah, right. Well, yeah, it's funny you say that, Knut, because if I was wearing your shorts, they would all think I have a giant gun in it. But no,
that was my point.
I don't understand the base of like fearing your neighbors and having to protect yourself because you're scared of everyone around.
I'm not saying we're scared, man.
Well, I think there's going to be a different topic next round.
Well, no,
Yeah,
it's an extension of this. But
Wait, isn't this ideology predicated around fear? Like, for real? Isn't that literally the base
No,
of
it's
like the
protection.
reason why you want to have protection?
Exactly.
Yeah, because you fear your neighbor.
Wait,
No, like you
because
fear
you-
people who are going to come and
Hassan,
take
do you
your
not
shit.
want to be able to protect yourself if someone
You
would
have
break into
to
your
protect
house?
yourself because
Calling the
people-
police doesn't do fuck all when they're in your house.
Well, I know.
No,
Out of
no,
anyone
response
here,
time's
I've probably
terrible.
gotten out of anyone here outside of Iman. Probably, I've gotten the most fucking death threats and like direct targeted death threats. And have been doxxed
you've
before by
gotten
fucking
more.
white supremacists and shit. So like, yeah, I know the police laughed at me when I
Why
went
don't you
to
feel
them.
comfortable with a gun? Why
Because a
wouldn't you
lot
feel
of
more
people are
comfortable?
because a lot of people are absolute pussies, and two, I don't really actually to be perfectly honest, like I already mentioned this. Like, if you want to be able to own a gun, you should be able to own a gun. You just have to demonstrate that you are capable of owning a gun and demonstrate that you are safe. Other countries that have higher rates of gun ownership have already instituted these absolute necessity regulations.
To be fair, it's
So-
highly debatable whether training would have stopped any of these mass shooters from being able to do what
Oh
they
no,
did.
I'm not
I
even
mean,
talking about
yeah.
fucking
Okay,
training
all right,
as
cool.
far as I'm not even talking about training as far as like stopping mass shootings. I think that's a fucking right-wing paradise talking point. It would be much better, just like you said, Steven, to identify what the symptoms are, identify what the factors are that
Causes,
lead
yeah.
to a higher it's like not symptoms, causes are that lead to a higher
Wait,
rate
have
of
we kicked
violence.
someone?
I fully agree with that. And that's the only and best solution. To stop
Okay, Hassan.
curb
So
back violence.
you've been talking for a long time, and I'm gonna tell you a secret. Like, I don't even understand if you want to have guns or if you don't want to have guns. So
I
like,
think-
for
so hold
everybody- No, so for everybody who is like hard to follow
Are you
the
appealing to the
conversation,
idiots in
and
chat?
and for everybody, like, can you just like wait after you eliminate one of these people, just get us shorter and like describe, like, if you think it's an important topic, can you describe for me, like, in a Pepega way, like what you mean?
Okay, so Hassan, I need you to eliminate somebody real quick.
Okay,
And then
whoever's
you
got the
describe
lowest
it in
votes.
Pepega.
Manuel,
Whoever's got the lowest votes.
I don't mind. Like, I have a really bad migraine right now.
Casey has the lowest votes. Manuel requested that he doesn't feel comfortable talking about
Yeah,
this topic. You
please.
should probably respect that.
Yeah, I just, you know, I'm gonna be shit.
You don't have to
content, so,
explain.
yeah.
It's no problem. We totally respect it. So Hassan, if
Wait,
you will,
so both of you guys want to leave? I'm confused.
No, I do.
Manuel does.
I'll come back another time. Sorry, guys.
Thank you very much, Manuel. I
Killer.
appreciate it. Go
Thank
shout
you
out to
so much,
Manuel
guys.
Ferreira.
Have
Please
Have a
go
good
ahead
day,
and-
Manuel.
Bye.
Bye.
See you guys.
Twitch.tv/Manuel Ferreira. Thank you very much. Okay,
Thank
we
you,
will
guys.
continue. It's just he didn't feel like he was going to contribute like effectively to the topic. So let's give it up for Manuel. Give a nice.
Bye, Manuel.
Yeah, we love Manuel.
Hassan.
We'll have him back on another week. So.
Do you want me to give my Pepega take?
Yeah, what's
Yes.
your Pepega take? Could you dumb it
Okay,
down a
my
little bit for
Pepega
us?
take is demonstrate that you can use them safely, regulate, put a lot of training around gun ownership, similar to like vehicle ownership in some respects, and then on top of that, take guns away by force if necessary. If someone
here we
commits a
go.
crime, or if someone has demonstrated with like red flag laws, if someone has demonstrated that they're not using their gun for like actual protective purposes, and
How do you demonstrate that once you have a gun? Do you have to kill someone who comes in your house?
well, there are a lot of people that actually get picked up with these like red flag laws. A lot of these fucking shootings would not even happen. Technically, if we had a red flag laws that we instituted. It's a right-wing talking point. I'm not even fucking saying this.
So Hassan.
Like plenty of people, including like Nicholas Cruz in Florida, for example, would have
Hassan.
absolutely had their guns taken away if we had some sort of like federal mandate that people that show that they're not mentally well.
You lost
or-
Candy.
Hassan, just
If people what are these words?
and their family members reach out to the police.
I know.
The police should be able to take their guns. That's my simple fucking
Okay.
like immediate solution. Okay.
Well, that kind of happens already. I mean, I post bonds for people that, so even last week, a guy I went out and arrested and reached for the gun. He actually, that morning, pointed a gun at his ex-wife. He wasn't even supposed to have a firearm because guess he's charged with violation of ex parte order and assault. You know, I mean, those guns. I mean, it was an illegal firearm that he had. I mean, he wasn't supposed to have it on. I can't tell you how many illegal fiarms I pulled off people.
And the way that we would mitigate that, is if there were less fucking guns overall, if there was less guns being manufactured, if there was less demand for it because it was harder to fucking obtain. That's my point. Because where does this person get the gun? Guns don't fucking like grow on trees, and then the guy goes and like
lowering the supply isn't going to lower the demand. That makes no sense.
Not from criminals. I mean, there's so many.
What are you talking about?
You're trying to debunk basic economics. You said if we lower the supply, there will be less demand.
No, I'm saying that we're mitigating. I'm saying that like government has to set regulatory, government has to set regulations to ensure that people can't get guns with the same rate of ease that they get them right now.
I agree with you. My issue is when you say start taking guns away from people because someone sees an issue, someone makes some red flag, someone who doesn't understand the mental health issues.
That's a Trump law, by the way, Wes.
Yeah. I'm not a Trumper. I think Trump's a fucking idiot.
So you're
Stop
against
trying to put me on the right.
So you're against like the bare minimum that we can do in terms of red flag laws? Like what the fuck? I'm trying to use a Republican talking point here to like win people across the aisle.
I know you're trying to base to me, but I'm not a Republican.
We're gonna move topics. We're gonna move topics here a little bit, okay? Because we highlighted mental illness is being a problem. I think we can all agree on that. Do you guys think that there's been some websites in the news that some shooters have been frequent posters of? Do you think sites like these should be shut down?
Most of them have
you're
been.
Talking about 8chan?
Yeah,
and the last
website,
website,
yeah.
The last cloud service that allowed them to still be hosted, they finally said, all right, fuck off. And so they stopped hosting them. So people are making actions to get rid of these kind of people or these kind of websites where this kind of shit, they can do it anonymously. People are making efforts. One was, what's the name of it? Cloudflare or something?
Yeah.
They're making steps towards it where they're trying to not let these people do this kind of shit anymore.
So is there anybody?
No. I think that's so sad to remove like 4chan and everything like that.
Well, 8chan is different. 8chan is really just like the reason why, from what I understand, the reason why like these people who make up these manifestos like to post on 8chan is because it's archived. Like if they posted these types of things on like Facebook or Twitter or any other normal website, it would be deleted off the internet. But because it's being posted on 8chan, it's like forever saved. Mm-hmm. Like the title of 8chan is Define Infamy.
Okay.
The thing is, like, I think it's very important.
Or the tagline.
Like, if people are interested in knowing about these things, like, you wouldn't go to that. You wouldn't just happen to end up on that webpage and see stuff you didn't want to see. Like,
no, that's not wrong because with like the New Zealand shooting, it directed everyone to 4chan. Everyone went to 4chan. Everyone read this guy's manifesto. So having them hosted promotes other people to think like this because so many people are so goddamn stupid. They read these psychotic manifestos, and the people are such good, eloquent speakers. They read it and they're like, "Wait, he's right." So it's pushing more people into this psychosis state of mind. So there's no fucking way it should be hosted.
No, hosted, I don't know what that means. Like,
hosted, like it should be allowed to be online. These websites shouldn't be supported by Cloudflare and other.
Do you think it impedes free speech?
I don't give a fuck if it impedes free speech when you get to that level, dude.
Yeah, it's like a whole different level.
Who defines?
I slightly agree with this, when I think your principles. There's exceptions, and when your principles don't fucking matter anymore.
I just who determines when it gets to that level?
I think it's like
right?
But
8chan.
That's a very broad. That's a very broad. That's a.
Oh, you mean state or federal government? I don't know. I don't know.
Just somebody.
Yeah, no, a grouping of people, not a single person. It would have to be a consensus of people that we elect into these positions to make these kind of decisions.
To determine how far our free speech.
West, we have internet outside of America as well, so we have to have laws in different countries.
Yeah, I feel like you're using that as like a buzzword when you say free speech.
8chan is like a whole different level.
On specific topics. We would have to vote on topics that were excessive, like when it comes to mass murders. If people show red flags in that sense, that then they should take action and decide if this is okay or not okay. But not free speech in general.
Well, obviously, I would agree that we need to be reading that stuff, but again, it's one of those slippery slopes that
Of course it is, but
it's
a side that we need to follow.
You guys are boring the chat to death. Next topic.
Wait, first of all, we need to stop using the slippery slope fallacy as a counterpoint. It's not an effective rebuttal in any meaningful fashion. Obviously, every regulation could potentially lead to devastating outcomes if utilized or weaponized against a specific group of people. You can't use that as like a reasonable rebuttal for any law. I do agree with Wes. I think that obviously these sorts of websites should be heavily monitored and perhaps even taken down if they lead to numerous different fucking shootings, but not necessarily because like they're posting their manifestos there or whatever, but because they allow radicalization to occur on these platforms. It's something called stochastic terrorism, which is now occurring with like the Christchurch shooter, with the synagogue shooter, Robert Bowers, who was radicalized on the internet as well, or all the way to the other synagogue fucking guy in California, all the way to the El Paso shooter. These people are going on the internet. They're gathering all of this fucking hate and animus towards a specific group of people. That kind of hatred is also emboldened from the bully pulpit in the hands of the president and also Fox News that legitimizes this hateful perspective. Then you have ease of access to weapons and an arsenal. It's a powder keg. It's just like set up to explode in the way that it has. It's terrible.
Do you think that, Hasan? Do you think we should demilitarize the police? And take away their take away the guns of the police.
I think demilitarizing the police is an absolute necessity.
Do you know why that's a stupid idea, though?
Are you going to say that because police actually stop mass shootings from happening or something?
No, what I'm going to say is because when these kind of things happen, if we were going to demilitarize the police, we have to be extremely stringent on all gun laws. Because if you take away the police guns and don't make sure that no, that's when it becomes too fucking far, and that's why it doesn't work in the first place. I don't think you should be allowed to constrict everyone's fucking rights.
You know what? I've seen American policemen. I think that maybe like the people with the badges. What is they called?
Police officers?
No, the other ones, the bigger ones, like they
FBI,
can have FBI can have guns.
But yeah, I agree with that.
No, there aren't that many agents.
Randy, that's just then you're saying the feds can own guns, but state officers cannot.
Yeah, because like there's a lot of.
So then we put all of our faith in the government, the highest tier of government, to protect us because they're the best. But our state governments can't do it anymore. Why do you think the federal government's better than the state government?
Well, you don't need much to become a policeman, right?
Wes, you should fucking elect better representatives to the state.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
To the full country, so you actually could trust them.
Are not carrying
police do have a capacity to stop mass shootings every now and then. I don't. I will not discount that. I agree. Like for example, in Dayton, Ohio, when the shooter went to a black bar to shoot up and kill 9 or 10 people, the police responded in 30 seconds. Now that's unique. That's more unique than the average response time, obviously. But it was a good instance where the police was able to effectively stop the threat, especially considering that this guy had 100 fucking drum magazine.
That's always the case, though.
What?
I mean, it's always the case.
I find it funny that you bring up that point, but you don't bring up the points where they kill them before they can even kill anyone else. Like they recognize someone with guns and they eliminate the threat.
Having said that, my point is in the overwhelming majority of cases, having all of this access to this fucking arsenal that the cops have, and the fact that like the populace is also incredibly well armed, where everyone is militarized. No wonder we have a fucking gun violence problem. No wonder we have a mass shooting problem in this country. Like that's why. Like I think taking guns away from people needs to start by demilitarization of the police.
Okay, so are you suggesting that we keep the?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Are you saying
Explain to me why.
Hold on,
Explain to me.
Hasan, are you saying it starts with the police? So we take the guns from the police before we take it from the
So you leave everyone else with guns and you take police. Who do you call when there's another mass?
Yeah, I don't get that. You call the FBI, right, Candy?
No. Okay, let me break this down a little bit better. Demilitarization of the police doesn't mean that
Candy
take away all guns from the hands of the police and then they have to fucking distribute flowers. Okay, obviously police officers are still going to have weapons, but what I'm talking about right now is the arsenal that they fucking.
There you go.
First of all,
Steven will show up with his taser.
Let me ask you this.
With his fucking taser and shoot the guy with an LMG.
Let me ask you something. Out of 26 instances of like school shootings that have stopped between I think like 1987 and 2015, how many of the school shootings were stopped by actual police officers, or how many of them were stopped by school resource officers that were literally planted in these schools in an effort to stop future shootings, and how many of them were stopped by unarmed faculty members and students?
Go ahead, tell us, Hasan.
Except for one instance where an armed school resource officer stopped the mass shooting from happening. Every single one of them was stopped by unarmed faculty members. Obviously, it's good to make a feels-based argument when it comes to this sort of stuff, where you're like, oh man, John Rambo cops are gonna come in and stop every fucking mass shooting or whatever.
Well, you're making a feels argument too, like someone's taking their life and they don't care. You know, they're doing it to save the kids. You're making a feels argument too, so fuck you.
I just gave you empirical evidence that supports my position. That's the opposite.
Well, then your
of
position is still coming
It's the
feels.
best way. I
Wait,
mean,
what? I just gave. What are you talking about? I just gave you empirical evidence. What are you talking about?
just because that's what's happening doesn't mean that's what's the best. I mean, obviously, I mean, if a resource officer's there armed, that's the quickest, fastest way to deal with somebody. You shoot them dead. I mean, not tackling them.
Okay, but can you
dead. That is the most efficient way to
I
deal
know,
with evil
but I
people
know,
with
but
a
I
gun,
gave
is
you
whipping up with a
actual
good guy with a
data.
gun.
Hassan, I'm confused from your
No,
statistics.
look, guys,
because
I
almost every
understand.
mass shooting
I'm gonna
I
tell you
see, it's a
something.
police
I'm gonna tell you something,
officer
okay?
or-
I understand that sometimes when you hear like evidence like this, you go, oh wow, like that feels fucking very weird, because everything you have been conditioned into thinking is like, oh well, weapons are the ones who are definitely stopping, or cops are the ones who are stopping mass shootings. I'm saying that overall, if people had less guns, we would have less gun violence. This is proven by every other fucking country that has used this and has implemented this, from Australia all the way to fucking European countries.
You win. Shut the fuck up.
At the very least, like scaling back or heavily regulating
question.
the purchase of weapons
John.
and also
I have a
license.
question.
After Hassan's finished. Go
John,
ahead.
Oh,
I'm
after
done.
he's finished, let me get my fucking sleeping bag.
Okay, Hassan, go ahead, John.
I apologize. Go ahead. Tell us your dumb
My
point, John.
question. If everyone here had to pick their favorite Avenger, who would it be?
John.
Oh no, John, I haven't seen Avenger.
Wait, Hassan, your point doesn't make sense because everything I find is that gun control laws aren't deterring the crime. It's gun ownership that's deterring it.
Wait,
Only on a
Avengers
mass
is
shooting
Marvel.
level where
Spider-Man
the
is my
point
favorite.
sticks up.
I'm kind of like Iron Man.
Wait, isn't that the point you literally made? Where like, how do we stop mass shootings? You literally said,
Black
how do we
Widow?
stop mass shootings? We stopped like if cops don't have weapons. And I told you in a specific.
I don't think cops having weapons is going to stop mass shootings. I think it's going to end
Hey,
them faster.
Hassan. You know, if you're in the Avengers, you wouldn't be Hawkeye, you'd be Cockeye.
No. Here, hold on, no, Hassan. Because here, I'm looking at the stats. It says ever since these concealed gun laws have been passed, so states that passed these concealed gun laws, multiple victim shootings declined by 84%, deaths from this shooting plummeted by 90%, injuries by 82%. More than 2/3 of gun owners cite protection as a major reason for owning a gun. So I mean, it seems like the more strict you put on gun,
what you're doing is literally what is known as gish galloping, where you just gave
I
me
don't
a
speak
bunch
Chinese.
Okay, it's just like a rhetorical tool that you can use in a debate where you just
wait, didn't you just
pad
give
up
me
your
shit for
argument.
using empirical data?
I gave you one example that you can counter if you would like.
Okay, counter one of those. I'm sorry.
Okay, 2/3 of gun owners buy guns to fucking feel like
No, one of the first three, because the last one's not as good.
Okay, how would that actually mean anything? Like, why do you think that means anything?
No, you're right. I was reading. I was just kept reading. I shouldn't have read that
maybe
one.
you should. Yeah, maybe you should
Yeah, but
stop
no.
throwing out
Okay, so
information then.
Try to defeat the fact that multiple victim shootings declined by 84% after these laws were passed.
Okay, I have to see where the data is coming from. I would love to look at it.
I think going back to what we talked about earlier.
I can give you a quick analysis of it.
Hassan, Steven. Go ahead, Steven.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. So here's I'm just to kind of put myself out there a little bit on what I'm thinking about this whole thing. So there's two different things. There's corrective measures and there's preventative measures. And I don't think. I mean. We actually have research suggesting that preventive measures, again, different social programs like what happened over in Scotland years ago, reduce violence overall, not just gun violence, but violence overall. And again, I don't understand what it matters how someone dies. What's the knife, gun, truck, and all that kind of thing. And the point is, we want to reduce violence. A gun in with a non-violent person. A gun in my hand does not make me violent. All right, it's a tool. So that being said, I mean, really, I don't understand why don't we take these efforts towards, again, trying to prevent these mass shootings as opposed to correct them. I do think there should be some corrective measures in place as well, because it's not going to go away anytime soon. It's going to take a while, and there's a lot of things wrong in our society that's going to take a while to change how we look at mental illness and how we address it and mitigate violence from happening to begin with. And it's not going to go away completely, but it is something that we can mitigate and keep in check. And again, you're not going to eradicate evil in the world, but I think the one thing you do with evil or mental illness, I don't know what point mental illness becomes evil, is you keep it in check. And those are different things we could potentially do before we ever get to gun confiscation. There's so many other things we haven't even tried yet. Or focused on before we even got
one, like you said, one is a corrective measure that is like essentially a band-aid. So that is like red flag laws would be literally that.
Sure.
That isn't like the full fucking preventative measure that we're referencing. Obviously, preventive measures would be like increasing social safety nets, giving children who are in underserved communities a better option to get out of those communities, or like literally funding these communities so that like they have better infrastructure.
Relocating them,
yeah, not relocating them. I'm saying like just put money into these fucking communities.
Let's wrap it up. Okay, let's wrap it up.
Offer like better educational opportunities.
Can John just say stricter gun laws?
Let's
not shit that radicalizes
Let's wrap it up.
people.
Okay.
And as John also said, let's move on. I agree with Hassan, Wes, and John Zerka. This is incredible.
You don't agree with me, Poki? That's fucking
Wes,
bad.
I have a question. Wes, do you have a gun?
I hate you, Has.
Let's go ahead and vote for who you want to keep, not kick. Keep, not kick.
Before we start, I'm actually curious about something.
Yeah,
you know how YouTube's invaded by corporations like Jimmy Kimmel and stuff, and all YouTubers are pretty much like left to the side. Will that happen in Twitch? Where like
that's not fucking true, dumbass.
It's not true?
Yeah, there's like a lot
don't
of
give me that fucking dumbass study that like says.
So that ad apocalypse is a myth?
How does that have to do with fucking YouTube being liberal? If YouTube was liberal, the ad apocalypse wouldn't have happened to begin with.
If it's gonna happen to Twitch.
Oh, I've been thinking about that too, sir.
You think the adpocalypse, like, okay, we could talk about that.
Yeah, it's eventually gonna make its way here, right?
Do you guys
no one would be able to tell if an adpocalypse happens on Twitch because nobody runs ads.
Yeah, but still, like, it's a significant,
here's why Twitch won't have an adpocalypse, okay? Because Twitch has I'm fucking putting the straw poll in the wrong chat. Twitch has very
Are you spamming your own straw poll?
Twitch has very specific. Yeah, I have people watching in my.
Oh my god, I would never do.
People watching the
all of
show.
us on viewers vote for Knut.
I host it on my channel, and they like the fucking talk on my channel because your fucking chat is like super spam.
Okay.
Anyway, listen. Twitch won't have that same exact problem because Twitch has a very rigorous terms of service. Now, we sometimes fight back and forth on the application of those rules. Obviously, I've been hit 3 times, but I've been banned more than fucking John Zerka on this platform.
What's the 3rd time for?
Look, it doesn't matter. We'll talk about that in a second. My overall point, motherfucker, no. I took my phone off a holster
CNN.
and I got DMCA'd. So, like, no. Listen,
that's like a cool way of.
My point is because there is a rigorous terms of service that they actually follow through on. No hate speech, no like nudity, no gore, that sort of stuff. With minor exceptions that they make for like breastfeeding and shit, which a lot of people get fucking triggered by. That's the reason why there won't be an adpocalypse. The reason why YouTube has an adpocalypse is because they don't. They never really implemented their regulations to begin with.
Okay. Hold on, Hassan. Hold your thought, okay? You won the round. Congratulations. But in the you can't vote more twice in a row. So, John Zerka, you must choose to eliminate one of the bottom 2 people, and that is Candyland or Kaceytron. One of them needs to be eliminated from the show. By you, John Zerka.
Okay, I'm going to ask the dude a question.
Yes.
What is your spirit animal?
Well, you already asked me that. I said I was a cat.
You're a cat? Okay.
I think I'm a cat. Yeah.
Probably a feral hog.
What the fuck is that?
It's they're taking over much of the southeast, and one of the reasons why we need guns to take care of the feral hog population. There's millions of them, and they ruin our agriculture and economy.
Yes, Hassan, why don't you go on for 10 minutes about why she's wrong?
What? I don't care, dude.
Okay.
All right,
we need something to defeat the feral hogs.
She's memeing, John. Come on. All right.
No, it's true. I'm not even memeing. It's true. Feral hogs are taking over the southeast. Yeah, it's a big problem.
Yeah, Pigman. That's how you take it.
No, Hassan, it's a real problem.
The point of reference that I'm making is a real person who fucking shoots feral hogs from a chopper with a machine gun. That's Pigman.
I mean, that's part of the way they're proposing we take care of the issue, so.
Who is Vest talking to?
Himself. The only person that'll listen these
Apparently,
days.
mass knife attacks are common, so maybe we could take care of them with knives if all guns were taken away.
John
Zerka.
It's time to
pretty
make an elimination.
People do that. They do that.
No, I can go. Like, I really have such a bad migraine.
It's so hard. I love you both.
Is this the fucking remove myself from the Royale podcast?
It just hurts so bad, and it doesn't help with Wes.
In the future, if you guys have any like migraines or whatever, just DM me and I'll find a way to get you out.
Yeah, it seems like Rajj. It seems like everyone.
No, it started happening whenever I came on the show.
Rajj,
So
it seems like
it was
everyone's
fine
venting,
before.
bro. Everyone need to take a chill pill.
Okay. All right. So Casey has a headache, John, so that makes it a little bit easier.
Hey, Casey.
But you can keep me on. I can keep going.
Yeah, if you hate her, you keep her on despite the headache.
This is the best we ever seen. Kaceytron is actually silent this show.
Chat,
I enjoy
yes,
that.
that is what I was saying. I could script it. That's you're fucking right. You caught me. I would script it off. I would script him off. Okay.
No, you haven't, Wes. We've heard more than enough. Wes.
All right, Wes.
Damn, Candy.
All right, Wes.
Yeah,
That was a good point you
I don't
made.
know how I muted myself.
I
I'm
think
fucking
Candy
an
is
idiot,
ascending, honestly. I think she's
Candy's fucking
surpassed-
crushing it today.
She's like, everybody like thought she was 20 IQ, and now she has like...
She said that God should take away all the guns. She's fucking 10 IQ, Raj. Don't give her fucking...
It's
Well,
actually
that's
better
a,
than you,
that's
Wes.
just,
John-
no, that's a metaphor. It's a
John
metaphor.
Zerka, we really need to kick somebody off, John. Please act.
Wes, she
John.
had better points than you for once, Wes. So.
John, please choose who you're going to kick off.
It's gonna have to be Casey. Get a fucking Advil.
Kaceytron, thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
being here. Go ahead and
ya.
shout your
God
channel
bless.
out.
Bye.
Twitch.tv, Kaceytron.
Thank you.
Why,
Twitch.tv/Kaceytron. Bye, everybody. Casey.
Okay, Candy.
Bye.
Candy.
you.
Since I saved you, I need more of your amazing opinions. Okay? Because
Yeah, of course.
honestly, Hassan, my ears are bleeding, bro.
Candy, what necklace are you wearing? Can we see that?
It's well,
Can-
I always wear the
can you
same
move
necklace.
closer to
It's
the
now-
camera?
Yeah, move
just
closer.
move-
We can't see it back
Move
there.
closer and let it move closer.
Okay, it's called Snell, Sweden.
Closer.
Yeah, will you zoom the camera in?
Closer.
Guys.
I don't know how to zoom.
I
Guys.
don't know
Guys,
if this is in.
Canute.
Stand
It's
up.
pretty though. It
Canute.
matches my
Canute.
earrings. Do you like
yeah,
it?
that's enough, Canute.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice.
That's enough. All right, let's move on to the next topic. Who wants to talk about Epstein?
Sure.
Wait,
What's
what's
that?
that?
Sure.
Do we have, what is it?
Hassan, give the lowdown.
Wait,
Hassan knows all those.
wait,
Here's
I've
the
got-
lowdown,
I've got
okay?
legit-
And I think this is
Don't
one
be
of the-
unbiased.
Yeah,
Since
no,
we
no,
have
dude, there is
two
no
Europeans
bias.
here,
How could I be
there's
biased
two
on
Hold on,
Jeffrey
Europeans.
I
Epstein?
know you're Europeans. I know, I get it. All right, but if there's a European topic that speaks to the most of the audience, I would love to hear it, and I will talk about it right now.
It's the world topic.
or a global. I know this,
I-
but this news should be have traveled around the world.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
like
sex,
Jeffrey Epstein.
child sex
I'm
scandal
married.
involving
Child
the
sex
president.
ring.
Yeah, this is huge.
Yeah, it's a global thing, right? But if you, I mean,
Okay.
look, I can't, anyway.
It wasn't just American kids.
All right, do you want me to give you the fucking
No,
fundamental
I'll frame
facts?
a question.
I didn't say we can't
I'll
talk
frame
about
a
it. We
question.
need
No,
to
there's
know
no
what the
reason to
fuck it
frame
is.
the question. First, we need to describe it to everyone
I
who's
know, that's
here.
what I was
Obviously,
doing.
and this is one of those unique instances where like the left and right come together and agree that wealthy people are doing some freaky fucking shit. But listen, Jeffrey Epstein is a billionaire or maybe billionaire. We don't really know what how wealthy he is. Everything is very private and like all in the fucking Cayman Islands. He's this guy who basically operated a pedophile sex ring. Okay, he had a private jet. He had a private island. He had numerous estates all around the country, and he got caught a couple decades back for fucking little girls basically. And then the prosecutor in Florida. The prosecutor in Florida at the time gave him a sweetheart plea bargain. What is a sweetheart plea bargain? A deal basically for him to plead guilty that was much better than what you would normally get. That guy's name was Alexander Acosta. He became Donald Trump's labor secretary. Normally in plea deals like this, you oftentimes give these like really sweetheart plea deals because this person is going to, or like immunity, because this person is going to give up names of co-conspirators. This plea deal was given to Jeffrey Epstein because he hid co-conspirators. Essentially, the defense attorney said, "Here's the deal that you're going to get," and Alexander Acosta was like, "Yes, that's fine." 13 months in a halfway home where he was allowed to fucking go back to his mansion and jerk off the kiddie porn and fuck little girls if he wanted to.
Hassan, do you have to say it like that?
Can I take over?
Isn't that?
I mean, I know that's what it is.
Wait,
but-
can Raj introduce this topic?
Okay.
I tend to understand Raj better. Can Raj?
Okay, but if I understand this correct, can I just say, if I understand, what is it even to fucking discuss? It's
Hold on, we're getting there.
Well, the point now, the crazy. I have to give you the personal background
Hold on.
information.
What's to discuss is this guy Canute, the accused pedophile Jeffrey Epstein. He's been found today. He was found dead in his Manhattan jail cell after an apparent suicide, just one day after documents were unsealed from a lawsuit by his sex slave, naming Prince Andrew as being one of her alleged abusers, amongst other billionaires. Perhaps other involved, such as I think people have alluded to the fact that maybe our president could even be a suspect.
And Bill Clinton as well. Bill Clinton had appeared on 26 flight logs. Like this, the ex-prime minister of Israel was caught coming out of his house in like 2015. This guy is connected to every fucking wealthy.
So hold on, Hassan. Let me get to the question first. Let me get to the question.
Okay, go ahead.
The question: we're not arguing whether Jeffrey Epstein is a pedophile or not. I don't think that's what we're arguing.
I know, but it's important for people to understand if they have never heard of it.
I know it is important to have the context, but Canute was wondering what we were going to actually argue about. And the question is, there is a conspiracy out here, and people, maybe Hassan would say it's not even a conspiracy, that it was a suicide. I put it in quotations, a suicide, and that he was actually he didn't actually commit suicide, or his suicide was a conspiracy by his other like Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, other people involved, so that it was kind of a cover-up. His death was a cover-up. So that's what we're arguing here. Do you think that it is a conspiracy, or is it just a case of a man that just ended his life because of all the things he was dealing with?
For all you have said, we can't fucking know shit about this case.
Speculation.
Is it or not? It will be speculation.
In my opinion, Raj.
But that's the point. No, Knut, that's the point. That's a conspiracy. Like that's why he's gone now, so we can't we can't discuss it because we will never know. That's why he's gone, and they're trying to
but we
cover
don't
something
have
up.
that much facts. We have
of course
no.
we don't have facts. That's what a conspiracy theory is about. We're just.
But we don't have them here.
Come on, do anything. I don't think it was suicide.
The facts are, on the 23rd of last month, he was in a jail cell with an ex-police officer who was in the jail with him for murder or whatever. And then he woke up and he had the shit beat out of him. There were neck bruises and whatever. There was injuries on his neck. And people try to say it was a suicide. People are also arguing that it could have been that police officer trying to kill him or someone else. And then
Nicholas Tartaglio.
He was put on suicide watch, but the fucking weird thing is he was taken off suicide watch shortly after and then put back in his normal jail cell, and then he supposedly committed suicide. He was alone in his new jail cell, and now it gets juicier in the sense that when you're on suicide watch in these prisons, they can see everything. You're monitored, it's recorded. But all the other prisoners, they're not constantly being recorded. But now people are saying the CCTV footage that would have been on his room, which there shouldn't be in the first place, unless they made some weird changes for this guy specifically, it had been wiped. There was some malfunction. I mean, there's so many weird facts about the situation that make it seem different than just a normal suicide.
This guy who is a high-profile, like, billionaire who has a second fucking lawsuit launched against him by the Southern District of New York, all of a sudden has all of his information get taken away, seized by the government. We're slowly but surely releasing all the fucking civil and criminal court cases that were previously sealed in the previous cases that implicate a lot of high-profile people. Yeah. Just like Wes mentioned, suspiciously, he tries to commit suicide. A fucking 15 days ago is placed on suicide watch, and then actually ends up committing suicide.
The question I want to ask here is this:
Raj?
It's an echo chamber of Wes, Hassan. You all agree. Is there anybody that just thinks that it wasn't it was a coincidence that he just killed himself?
I actually
do you know what I think, Raj?
Either one is equally likely. I think he probably realized he's in such a shit spot, and whatever happens to him from here on out will be terrible, as it should be. And so I could see himself killing himself too.
Hold on, Pokimane. That's the issue. You have to know about the first part.
Let's get Canute in here, Wes.
He got the
do you know what I think, Rush?
Yes.
This sounds like something Vladimir Putin would do to his. I think he's behind it. I think this is Putin's work.
Somebody actually, God damn this stupid fucking window.
A lot of people are thinking it was a Russian hitman or something, but I still believe in a conspiracy, but it's different. The reason, Pokey, that why your take doesn't make sense is because he's already gotten nabbed for this shit. He got a like sweetheart plea deal, like he said. He went to this easy prison where he's allowed to leave.
Like maybe he was expecting to get out again. Is what you're saying?
Well, no, he was expecting that it wasn't going to be as bad because
he could have. He has criminal, like he has
enough. Yo,
when he was arrested, they went into his Westchester. When they went into his New York mansion, his $77 million fucking mansion. They found blackmail footage. What they suspect is blackmail footage of each of the fucking people that had sex in his house with minors. Like, or potentially, allegedly. All of this is allegedly, okay?
John, I'd
Some
like you
of
to
this
get
information
in here.
has been released. Not all of this has been released, obviously. But, like, the point here is, regardless of whether he fucking actually wanted to kill himself or whether he got assassinated, there is a lot of fucking weird things that are going on in regards to a high-profile suspect of this nature who was, in the past, allowed to fucking roam free and do whatever the fuck he wanted when he was previously prosecuted. This guy was put in a halfway home last time around when he got this plea bargain, and this time, suspiciously, after an attempt on his life was potentially made, he all of a sudden he fucking is able to kill himself under suicide watch.
He wasn't on suicide watch. That's the thing, Hassan.
No, I know, but like when he was originally on suicide watch, he was being taken off suicide watch. It's bullshit. That's my point.
We knew that. No sense.
We know that.
That's the thing. It makes no sense.
For someone who has so many high-profile connections, I wouldn't doubt that a lot of other people probably have a lot to do with it. And they probably want him dead.
So John, you were gonna get in here after Candyland. Go ahead, Candy.
Yeah. So the American government is so weird, and they focus on completely the wrong things, always trying to cover up stuff and trying to manipulate things. Like the video game, Trump bringing up video games with the shooting stuff and everything.
Go ahead, finish, what? Candy. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, yeah. So yeah, what I mean is just like I really think that this guy that he died in prison, I think is because the government wants to cover up something, and that's completely the wrong focus. Like you should focus on your people instead, America. Oh my God.
Well, it's not government cover up. It's the people he has blackmail on. That's why people think that they had him killed. People who buy and move and trade and sell the government.
John,
okay, but I'm very interested in listening to John. So, talk.
Yeah, he was compromised and killed. This is intentional, and we all know it. We're just too afraid to say it.
No, bullshit. I think his suicide and his whole body was all fake. Everyone's seen Stranger Things? You know what I'm talking about here?
Oh.
This is a fucking Will Byers, dude. He is gone. He's in the middle of Costa Rica somewhere chilling for the rest of his fucking life. They got him out and replaced his body with a doppelganger, dude. And the fact that you got to go 5 head here, man. He's not dead. He wasn't murdered. He's smarter than these people. Obviously, if he was smart enough to get blackmail on all these rich and famous people, he's smart enough to get the fuck out of prison and go spend the rest of his days as a rich motherfucker.
Does anybody here?
He would have no assets, Wes. What are you talking about?
That's not true. There's no way they could seize all his assets.
The Cayman Island is basically operated by the fucking CIA. If you ask any Russian oligarch, they will tell you everything. Look, there is also another speculation that I don't think is baseless that Epstein was potentially an intelligence asset. When Alexander Acosta was being appointed as a labor secretary, there was a series of hearings. And Dianne Feinstein and numerous other people brought up the fact that he gave a sweetheart plea bargain to Jeffrey Epstein. He responded. Do you want me to explain this?
Yes, I want you to goddamn explain it. Hold on.
No, this isn't.
Okay. Hassan, I respect the fucking hell out of you. You know that, and I respect your goddamn take. But just get concise, just so that I can allow everybody to engage in the discussion. That's what I'm asking you. Okay?
Yeah,
when this congressional hearing was taking place, he said, "Why did you give a sweetheart plea bargain to Jeffrey Epstein?" He said, I was told he was with intelligence and it was above my pay grade and to let it go. Okay? So that is the other factor here that we're not really considering, which is that It could have absolutely been like a billionaire conspiracy, like he's running a fucking sex trafficking ring with his island and whatnot, and the CIA was keeping mindful watch over this entire operation to ensure that they have blackmail if they need it to fucking blackmail potentially powerful people.
He got out of everything. Oh,
it's kind of weird. Like the guys we all laughed at, conspiracy theorists, been saying this for 10 years.
Well, no, it's your conspiracy theories. Fucking
oh my
retarded,
god,
like
let's
flat
shut
Earth.
the fuck up.
Does anybody
sense.
think that the conspiracy theories are out of whack and that he just killed himself in a jail cell and there's no conspiracy at all? It wasn't facilitated by the Clintons, it wasn't facilitated by the Trumps, and he just killed himself. Does anybody see that as being a likely scenario?
Sure, I can make that.
Yeah, it is likely.
I see that, but I just want to. Are we debating like, is there a ring or did he kill himself?
No.
There's
That's
two
what we're
points
debating.
here.
We're debating whether if he just killed himself and it was no coincidence, or it was a conspiracy and the other people involved in the case had him hit off or something to cover up their evidence.
You know, usually with
conspiracies,
conspiracies, I'm like, oh, there's a possibility, but nah. But this one is like equally 50-50. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it makes sense that he killed himself also because the first time he got this sweetheart deal and got away with everything, but this time the judge, they tried to pay $600 million to post bail so just so he could stay at his mansion. They told him no. Every other time he's been in this situation, the person's been bought out. They have agreed to give him the sweetest deal possible. So it makes sense. He realized, oh, fuck, they finally got me. So he took his own life. You know, the second raid, when they went in, they found thousands of photographs, videos, the most incriminating shit in the world, stuff you can't come back from. The first time it was sealed.
I know, but I want to read Slasher's take on Twitter. I actually wanted him to come on today, but but he says his hot take, and I don't know if any of you agree with it, that the American prison system is run by clowns and Epstein killing himself without anyone noticing, watching, or caring. Watching or caring if he did is what actually happened.
No, the chief psychologist was paid off to put him back to his normal cell so he could either kill himself or be killed. Because the only way you're taken off of this is the chief psychologist in this federal prison has to decide to take you off. That's the only way, and it has never been done before. And I'm pretty sure this is the first suicide that's ever been recorded in this federal facility.
Yeah, federal facilities don't really fuck around. It's not like some fucking random jail.
Like, how he committed suicide exactly?
Hung himself.
He hung himself with
which was the first attempt. A bedsheet. The first attempt, the same, but people are saying from the first attempt, 4 different news sources had 2 different takes. 2 said, yeah, he tried to kill himself. 1 said, no, we think the police officer beat the shit out of him. And the 4th one said,
yeah, it was 4 different sources. That's why. Yeah. Like some were saying that.
Yeah, how do you hang yourself?
Some were saying that he like faked his own suicide so he could get into a hospital and like potentially escape. And that was his goal. Some were saying that Nicholas Tartaglio, a fucking ex-cop, a really, really bad cop too, who executed like 5 Mexican like cartel members after a drug deal involving 5 kilos of cocaine went south, was the reason. And if you see this guy, and if you look at his history, he had a phone. He was caught with a fucking cell phone in the federal prison a week. And the same day that Jeffrey Epstein had transferred into that prison. So like Nicholas Tartaglio is also a very unique situation here. Like that like his placement there was also very weird. Now,
I agree.
That's one of the sources that said it could have been that this person like hurt him. And then the final one is that he actually wanted to kill himself because he couldn't live. He didn't live with it. Okay. But like my man was like child molestation.
Live with it.
Can I answer Candyland's question? How you hang yourself with a bed sheet? Okay. I've actually seen it happen.
I meant in a cell. Like how like they shouldn't have like anything that makes it possible.
Well, that's why there's suicide watch. But it takes a ton of effort to watch people on suicide watch. They have 24-hour maintenance and coverage of these people, whether prison or suicide buddies, I think them call them, people who watch them, or guard. So they can't do this for everyone. I mean, I guess suicide is an issue. I think 7% it's been rising of deaths in prison or suicide, but I don't think a solution has been found to make it harder for everyone to kill themselves.
Okay, let's take a
vote. Again, do you really care if a pedophile kills themselves?
No, pedophiles are
take,
literally the
but-
most. Yeah, pedophiles are obviously like the most like unsafe people in a
want
prison.
to be
Like every other fucking
interrogated.
criminal actually wants to kill them when they go when they go to jail. That's why they usually put them in solitary confinement. Now, obviously, I don't give a fuck that this person killed himself. Like, oh, poor pedophile. That's not my take.
Yeah.
My take has always been this person was the only person on top of like the dead man switch that we never actually found, on top of all of the fucking blackmail evidence we found in his apartment in New York, was the only person that could have offered like actual firsthand testimony and implicated all the potential co-conspirators and also the potential pedophiles or fucking sex perverts that fuck little girls in his houses, including world leaders. So like that's why I wanted to keep him safe until this investigation was complete, and it's very suspicious that he fucking died. Very suspicious.
Okay, let's take a
good
vote. Let's take a
Hassan,
vote.
I have a question for you. Like, every time you talk, not you, but in general, talk about criminals with the fucking lowest of morals there is.
Go ahead and
why
vote
do
for you
they
wanna kick,
always
not
attack
keep.
pedophiles?
Kick,
Like,
or excuse me, keep, not
is
kick.
that
keep,
the
not
only
kick.
one they can attack that he actually has lower morals
Yeah.
for themselves? Is
Keep,
it that
not
why?
kick, chat.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yes, prisoners value, or they see pedophilia as like the one no-go ever. People,
Yeah.
you could be a murderer and like, who fucking cares? You touched a kid's butthole, they're out for blood. Children are the safeguard of the world, man. Everyone wants to protect kids, even killers.
I agree that it's bad, but I don't think that those guys are the right people to actually be like show their higher moral standards than
Well,
anything.
I don't think
so.
they're trying to show a moral standard. They just don't want to be in the same place with someone who's touched kids. They can't. They're like, I'm already in prison for fucking murder. I'm not getting out of here. Might as well kill this piece of shit.
Oh,
He's in
yeah.
here. I can take him off the face of the earth.
Yeah, and also like maybe they're bored in prison and they just want to do something exciting.
Excited murders!
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Oh, I'm bored. I just want to murder someone.
But if they're already
Christ,
Good one,
Candyland.
no, but if they're already criminals, maybe they think that's they think that's
Candy,
entertaining,
you know, I actually don't think that's a bad take, really. I think that
Raj, never invite me again.
Hold on, no, Wes, no, think about it. These, hold on, let me tell you why. I think it's actually it actually has some validity to it, because when you think about all these serial killers, they're fucking psychopaths. They kill for some of these people kill for sport. Why wouldn't you
Some
think
of
that
them
some of these
do,
people
yeah.
would? I'm serious. Like, it's kind of true. Like, these guys are fucking nuts. Like, nut jobs.
That's like
a lot of these
anomalies.
murderers.
I don't feel like most
So, like,
murderers are innately psychopaths, dude.
You don't think that they're just gonna?
Raj, you're thinking every serial killer is
I'm
like
not saying
Ted
every
fucking
single
Bundy
one
or
doing
something,
exactly,
or every
you're doing
murderer
exactly
is Ted
what
Bundy.
you get mad
Well,
at
they have to
Hassan
be
for.
somewhat
You're
fucked up
generalizing.
if they're fucking killing.
No,
a
you
human
don't. A lot of
being,
people just
Wes.
get in situations where you have to fight back and you end up killing
I
someone.
get it. There's isolated incidents. I'm not saying every single person that kills
No,
somebody
yours
in
are
prison.
isolated incidents.
What?
The majority are like.
I didn't. Did I say the majority were people? People kill.
You're saying they. Like, you're just saying all of them. Like, they're all psychopaths.
Well,
you just
a
want to
lot
murder
of-
people
okay,
because they're bored.
I'm not. Okay, you're right. Maybe not every murderer is a psychopath. Okay, I'm just gonna assume that maybe some of them are. Okay,
Sure.
vote in the poll who you want to keep, not kick. Keep, not kick. And the winner of the poll is Hassan again. Congratulations.
I wish people would vote for me that much.
Maybe if you said things that weren't fucking retarded.
Wait, hold on. Nobody voted. Hold on.
Raj?
Nobody voted it.
Raj,
Hold on. The poll hasn't been submitted. Go ahead and vote in the poll. Who you want to keep, not kick? Keep, not kick in the poll.
I love you, Candy, but
Go ahead
holy
and vote.
shit.
Vote in the poll.
Very,
What do you mean?
Keep,
very
not
fair,
kick.
Raj.
Dude, there was only
Raj, I have a new
3,800
topic we could
votes. What are you
discuss.
talking about? There's only
It's
Candy, I
okay.
value
It's
your-
3,800
okay, buddy.
votes, Hassan, and you're cheating by linking it in your chat, okay?
Wait,
3,800.
what do you want me to do? Do you want me to not host it on my fucking chat? They want a safe space to watch it free of.
Relax, Hassan. Quit, first of all. Take a second. All right?
Don't baby
Step
rage.
back.
You just implied as the host of the show that I'm fucking cheating for doing something that everyone's fucking doing. That like,
No, I don't know.
Smarter than me.
It's a
No,
joke,
Hassan,
right?
I don't know how you can live with
Dude,
yourself.
I'm in your chat. I'm in your chat right
That's
now.
not fair.
I'm
I
in your
don't have
chat.
viewers to suck my asshole.
I'm
I
in your
wouldn't-
chat right now. I'm in your
What does
chat.
mean?
I have epilepsy.
If you don't have the viewers, you have to make a point.
No,
You have to be more
listen,
interesting than
Raj,
the others.
My
Raj,
asshole, Wes. How's
My
that
Discord-
for a fucking
That's a
point?
good one. Yeah, that probably got you 3 or 4
Relax,
votes.
John.
Wait, no, I want to say something.
It's a joke, Hassan. Just like you joke about me having a fucking Lamborghini. It's a joke. Relax.
Wait a minute,
You're not
Hassan,
cheating.
you're live right now?
If you were really
No,
cheating,
I'm not live.
Hassan,
I'm hosting.
if I really felt like you were cheating and you were messing the system, I would DM you privately and ask you not to do it. Okay, I wouldn't make a scene of it.
Hold on, I'll host.
Okay, you're
Well, the
ruining.
thing is, I have, like,
Now
three
you're ruining it
active
because like now everyone's fucking spamming in my chat too. God damn it.
Now they're all
wait,
You
wait,
literally were using the
Hold on.
chat.
Hassan, you just ruined it further by getting people to go into your chat.
Now
to
they're
spam
all
more.
going.
Now
You know what? I'm
everybody's in
coming
your chat.
too.
Discord.
Did you ban me from your chat yet?
Discord.gg/Hassan. Discord.gg/Hassan. That's where the real chat is.
Discord.gg/Raj actually is a much more stable chat than any Twitch chat right now. Discord.gg/Raj. Except it pisses me off when there's the occasional picture of Alabrel, which is completely inappropriate. Please don't post him in my Discord.
Oh my God, Rashi, when you say that, it's gonna get
Are
worse.
you saying that Alabrel's pictures are
No, it's just not appropriate to post them in my Discord. Let's see
Okay,
here.
but Raj, I have a new topic here that is.
Hold on, wait. But we need to eliminate somebody. Canute.
Yes, let's
Yeah.
hear it, Canute.
But I'm
This
ready
topic
for your
is
topic.
actually. Okay, I'll say it when you're finished.
Okay, Hassan,
what do
you
we
won the
got?
round. Bottom two people, Steven IRL and Just a Minx. Who are you going to eliminate from the show?
I'm interested to hear Steven IRL's takes a little bit further, and he's new on the show, so I'm sorry, Just the Minx. I'm gonna have to go with you on this one.
Okay, it's understandable.
Minx,
And
thank you so
Steven
much
is
for coming.
fucking
Go ahead
best
and
streamer.
shout out your channel, Minx, please.
Thanks for having me. Have a good.
Minx, you want to shout yourself out?
Oh yeah.
Do you have anything to say to any of the guys on the show that you couldn't get off your chest right now?
What chest?
Sorry, Wish. No,
I shouldn't have said that. That wasn't funny.
Kitties. Fucking hell.
You want to say anything as you depart?
Are you high?
What? Yeah, dude. No.
Hey, over here. Three last.
Sorry. Hello.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Anything you'd like to say as you depart?
Fuck you guys. Suck my ass.
Okay, thank you.
Like a fucking clitoris.
Oh,
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you very much. Canute, what's your dynamite
Hey.
topic that you have?
Okay, it actually the second, one of the biggest streamers on this platform. Two of them this week has dropped the N-word on stream.
Oh.
The second one came like less than an hour ago.
Yes, actually, yes, I saw it on
Who?
LSF. Yes, but
Who?
I can't listen to it. I can't listen to it because it sounds too much like it. But a lot of people.
I can post it to the other guys.
A lot
I
of
can
people
post
are
the LSF
alleging
song.
that, like, I think in the most recent event, well, not the most recent one, but the Amaranth thing, when she was going on and saying that in a sentence, Trump came to her defense, Trump SC actually, which is one of my friends that comes on the show, and alleged she said something else. I'm curious as to what you guys think Twitch should do in this situation. Obviously, you know, in the past, for I guess for people saying idiot, they have banned for that. What are you guys thoughts? I don't want to jump with my opinion too much.
well, yeah. So the first, did we say her name? I don't know.
I've got a lot of
she's
ammunition.
clearly no the context. She's clearly not trying to say it or trying to be like she knows the rules of Twitch. She probably doesn't use that word in her vocabulary. Like I don't see her as that kind of person. Like it's just dumb. Like you stop. People on the internet.
But
think
have
this-
you heard the clip? You
I
say
heard-
that you
yes.
haven't heard the clip.
Yes,
Because
I have heard the clip.
100% is that
Listen.
word.
No, it's not.
I played the clip in slow motion. I played it.
I can't play the clip. I'm
I
sorry.
know you can't play it, but it is for 100%
I
sure.
body
Go
every
ahead,
single
Candy.
one for
Let
unfair
Candyland
advantage.
finish. Candy, go ahead, please finish.
Yes. Fuck. What was I saying? So yes, she was clearly not trying to say it. She doesn't sound like that kind of person. Fucking lost my train of fucking thought. No, it's your fault, Knut. Fuck
Okay,
you.
Canute,
You're wrong anyway.
Canute, the thing I don't shit on, but I talk out against every single.
I remember now.
Repeat, Queen.
Okay, so everybody on the internet is so fucking bored, and all they want is some drama. So they hear something and they're like, "Oh my fucking god!"
Welcome to the Rajj Royale podcast.
No, I love Keemstar, but like he's one of them who's like brought it up and tried to make it dramatic. Like, no, she didn't. Clearly not try to say it. Of course not. But everybody's so fucking bored, so they're trying to make a thing out of it. Like, chill.
Yeah,
They're not
but
bored,
that's
they
true.
just want to be a streamer. She's one of the most vilified streamers. She has immunity. She's the same type as Alinity. But I will say, as someone who is constantly calling this shit out when Twitch safeguards streamers because they have connections or they're riding some Twitch dick, she actually didn't say it. So for once, the Twitch community is being fucking stupid. You can slow it down. You can watch her mouth, the way you pronounce the N word, or an N versus a G. And if you also just realize what she's actually saying and listen for the sentence, it's clear as fucking day. She said something, or they have that in a grocery store now. But if you try to listen in the context you say it, she's talking about the ethnic aisle, also known as Pocky, which is an Asian food. Where the fuck does the N-word come into context? And also the sentence which she says the N-word isn't even a fucking sentence. Listen to your fucking life, Twitch. Slow the fuck down, you absolute animals. If they actually say the N-word, ban them, vilify them, fuck them, get them off the website. But holy shit, you have to be reasonable. If it just sounds like it, you can't just assume that they said it. If you take your time to fucking actually listen to it and realize what she's saying, she didn't say the goddamn word.
Okay,
No,
wait,
she
Hassan.
doesn't.
By the way,
are we talking about?
by the way,
Amaranth. I haven't heard
actually want to
Alinity's
check
clip.
out with Twitch staff on this.
Oh my god! I just watched the Alinity clip.
I want to know something.
It's crazy.
Can I hold on? I'll be back. I'm gonna watch the Alinity.
It's I just deafened myself and listened to that. It's brazy, dude. That shit is.
I tried, but I tried to send you a post, but I think your DMs
look,
are
I'm in a weird spot, right? Because I have
Okay.
listened to the clip. I'm not saying I'm gonna be a fence sitter and a
I'll
radical
send
centrist on this take on this as the host, but I don't feel comfortable playing it because it actually does sound like
Alinity said it.
Bro, it's nuts.
Let's say the N-word. Let's see how far we can take it, baby. Holy shit.
No, so Alinity wasn't trying to say it either. Like, it happens, She just read a name in chat. That was what she did, right? She just read a name in chat.
Okay, so I could probably give you guys. I could probably play the first clip, the Amaranth one.
No. It sounds literally
sounds
like
so
an
much
word
like
with
the
a
N-word.
hard R.
Yeah.
But it could also be Nick. Pause. Your next prime is with the channel. So I think that it might be that it's an ESL problem. And
I think she had the N-word in her
it.
brain,
But
and then
just
she was
by
like, "Oh wait,
accident."
next." After she said it, dude, she was like,
I
"I
already
was say,
know.
motherfucker, N-word, your next prime should be in this channel." Except she just said it hard R.
Okay, so look.
No, that's crazy.
So,
Hey, I'm gonna be honest.
What do you
It
guys
sounds
think?
exactly like that.
I
You
was
should
just
respect
listening.
Canute here, dude. If Canute of all people thinks she said it, she actually probably said it.
Wait. I'm new to Twitch. Do they usually like protect girls at all costs? Hassan?
What? No, of course not. I shit on girls all the time in this fucking.
Nice, Alan, bro.
Not you. He's talking about the platform
That's
itself.
Squad W, man.
What was your question?
He's talking about not you. He's talking about the platform.
Oh no, I don't think the platform protects like girls. I think the platform protects girls that are like of a higher stature, but they also protect like streamers in that respect, like male streamers as well. It just depends on like how big they are. I just don't understand why like Alinity gets
No, sorry, holy shit! I accidentally started playing the clip. I fucking god, thank God! I hit the tab and I was reading the Reddit.
Jesus
I was
Christ.
reading the Reddit
Now you are
thread.
getting banned for saying the name.
Sorry, I didn't mean that.
Okay, my point was like I don't know why there are like very bannable instances, like she's done stuff that like even other Twitch executives have said like I would have banned them, but it's up to the fucking moderation team. I don't know how she's like evaded all of that in this circumstance. Like look at it this way: if a guy had said it and they got banned, everyone would fucking lose their minds though. You know what I mean? I don't think that like if a beloved streamer and people lost their minds. It happened in the past, and people got very upset. So,
you should say the N-word, get banned, and then we can roast them more.
It's a weird situation. Well, I mean, I don't say it, so it's a little
Shit,
different.
you're thinking it.
Say it, Hassan.
You're thinking it.
But listen, listen.
Okay, I have to say this. Can I just? I don't think
You
the
have said it in
streamer
the
that was
past.
Cookie, go.
the reason streamer said it right now. I don't think she's big enough and makes enough money for Twitch, so they actually will protect her
It's
because
not
of the
about
income.
the money they make. I agree.
Because she's a 2,000 viewer streamer, and there's a lot of 2,000 viewer streamers who actually get banned for
Yeah,
way
like
less
me.
than her.
Like
example,
me.
I
And
thought
for the F
for-
word.
Yeah,
Like
try
me, I
bigger
get
than
banned
both of
all
them?
the time.
everyone. So it's not
Well,
about
that's a conspiracy
fucking
too.
money
Oh, well.
income.
I mean,
there's
that's
not-
another conspiracy.
That's why I was saying like it is rather strange like how she's been able to evade bans in like very obvious instances, but this one is only a bannable offense if other male streamers have been banned for similar circumstances, and they have. So that's kind of weird. Like I agree.
Just because they
Even when they were set on accident,
English
I
is
mean,
a second-
What was his name?
Other English is a second language male streamers have absolutely been banned for saying stuff that
Yeah.
potentially might be the N-word.
But
That's
he did get
weird.
it revoked. Or
No. Pink Ward sat through
No.
a 30-day fucking ban for saying yikers. Did
Okay,
not
that was
get a pill.
the other
Pokey,
guy. The other guy though.
I'd like
One
you to
person
speak.
did. Go, Pokey.
All right. As someone who's been in a very similar situation, I'd like to give my take.
Yes, we'd love to hear
Showing
your take.
All right.
something you shouldn't show.
As for Amaranth, contextually it just makes no sense. So I think definitely it sounds like she said something odd, but I don't think she was trying to.
Yeah, no, I don't
so
think so
I
either.
think that's just a situation where people like to blow things out of proportion because it's entertaining, it's dramatic, it's fun for everyone on the internet, but not fun for the person who's in that situation. As for Alinity, ooh. Okay.
She wasn't even playing League of Legends.
No, I mean, I wish that the VOD was still up so I could understand contextually. Like maybe she was reading someone's username out or something. I don't know
That's
if we
what I
discussed
think.
that.
She was. She said, Nick, you.
I was reading someone's username.
I'm pausing.
Don't pause!
I'm
Don't
pausing.
even! Somebody's gonna clip it and stitch it together!
You are next.
Say it all out, right?
You are next. Okay?
Yo, Raj,
You
Raj.
are
I don't
next.
know if she
Yo,
was
Raj.
drinking, by the way.
Raj.
She seemed like she was maybe a little tipsy.
Okay,
Yo,
so
guys,
Oh,
maybe-
being drunk,
maybe
you
you
can
guys
say
should-
the N-word, baby. I'm good to know.
Yo.
I'm gonna be shit-faced
Yo,
on
guys,
stream.
guys.
That's
you
definitely not what I'm trying to say, but it sounds like a slip-up for which, if people reported it, I genuinely think anybody that watches Alinity stream, they would rather see her fuck up, clip it, get the Reddit karma, instead of actually reporting her so she ever gets banned.
I guarantee
Maybe,
you.
actually.
I guarantee you. the
No,
person
they
that clipped
mass
that-
they mass report after though. They definitely
Yeah,
mass
they want the
The
streamable to be
thing
copied.
is, her mods will definitely see it immediately, tell her to delete the VOD. If there's no VOD, there's nothing you can report on.
Well, I know,
Yes,
but,
you can
but
report
it's,
the
Twitch is
stream
gonna
and
see
Twitch
that.
Yeah, you can
can see
report
it.
a streamable.
Twitch
You can
is gonna
report
see
a
it,
channel and
100%.
just put the streamable clip in it. That's still cool.
I'm not even sure, but I feel like she definitely knows what to do to avoid bans.
The irony of all
I
this
don't
drama
think she
is
deserves
that
to get banned.
The
No.
irony of all this
do you
drama
have
is
any?
it increases her viewership. By the way, like there's like this massive. There's all this backlash,
debatable.
and then apparently she got 220 average viewer increase, 8%, 9% increase in the past 7 days. Whenever
It's
she has like,
220, like, I
well,
don't
it's
know.
big for her. Like that's like
10%-ish.
yeah, that's 10% increase almost.
What do you think
fucking
is the
joke.
increase of people that hate her, though? Is it really
Who
worth
cares
it?
if they're watching her giving that ad revenue? You think she give a fuck? You know, Amaranth, Alinity, half their chats are people spamming about toxic shit because they hate these people. They want them off the website.
Drama.
But shit, they're
People
still
like the
making that
drama.
paper off of it, and they don't seem
Yeah,
to mind.
they make like they make like advertising
It's
revenue.
why
No,
people are
but
watching us now.
listen,
I don't
listen
think it's
here.
everyone
necessarily. I
fucking
don't think
hates
it's
that.
necessarily fair to throw Amaranth in the same,
Well, it's,
No, but I don't think any of them
Alinity
is
didn't say
trying.
it.
I don't think any of them is trying to do anything wrong. Like I think both of them just want to have their stream and do what they love doing.
I think Alinity should have kicked her dog at the end of that clip.
Okay.
That would have really.
Oh my fucking god, Vess, you're so
She could
stupid.
have got away with it. Too. I'm
Okay.
stupid.
let's,
no,
guys,
the
hold on.
thing is, I
We need to
don't
take a
think-
we
no.
need to take a vote, and we're gonna jump
wait,
right
can
back
I-
to this. Excuse me,
Okay,
Candyman.
can you
Hold
say-
on to your thought, please, if you're capable. Please, just real quick. We need a vote. Let's get some. Oh. Okay, we're gonna vote.
The
for
real five head is because of all of these false flag
Oh my god, I
bans.
couldn't talk it now.
Because of
You
all these
talk
false
about-
flag bans.
Sorry, Candy.
She's
I can't
not-
stop him. I can't stop him.
Yeah.
Okay. He's
Let me just get this
unstoppable.
let me get this five head take out, okay? Because of all these false flag bans, I think we're making it less likely that she gets banned for actually fucking violating the terms of service, like the cat situation.
Oh, you think it's
But
a
it
boy who
Wasn't
cried
even
wolf,
violating terms of service. That wasn't
It could be.
no brutally
Dude, but
harming
I
the
don't know,
animal.
okay,
She
but
clearly
we're
loves
gonna
her
get-
animal.
We're gonna get back to this in just a second.
I love my animal
Okay.
too.
Vote for who
Sometimes
you
it
want to
fucking
keep, not
barks and I
kick.
scream
Keep,
at it.
not kick. Go ahead and vote. Keep, not kick, chat. Keep, not kick. Ah! Holy shit. I didn't even expect this to be a topic today.
Good, Canute. Good move. That was a good
Canute.
move.
Holy shit.
Can't believe that just happened.
Yeah, it was actually a
Spicy.
viewer who I have all my
You know what
whispers there, and I was reading
happened?
through them, and then the viewer came up.
Alinity saw
Steven.
Amaranth get away with it. She was like, I wonder if I can slip it in
now
there.
Wes,
No.
let's not. Hold on. Discussing it's one thing. Let's not jump into conspiracies on that.
Steven,
What's up?
why are you on power saving mode, bro?
Yeah,
Why are you
well,
just,
Steven,
like,
I
not
want to
talking?
say, Steven is. Well, hold on. I don't want to. Never mind. I don't want to make it seem like we're
Don't
getting
say
removed.
it, Raj.
I was gonna say
Just talking about it.
I've really. It's been nice to hear your takes, and I actually enjoy watching your stuff. So it's.
Yeah, your stream is one of the most interesting ones.
It is really interesting. Like it's almost like. Just out of curiosity, do you ever have plans on being a police officer, or do you like what you do now?
No, honestly, I'm trying to get out of bounty hunting. I thought I was only going to do it for like 6 months, and that was going to be it. I mean, here I am 3.5 years later. But no, it was the one reason I got into bond work is because I was working on a business during the day, and I was just doing a couple of times a week during the night. And my background's in logistics and accounting. Now, granted, I've always been in martial arts and trained a lot of combat shooting before I even knew what a bondsman was. But no, I'm generally quiet because I don't have something to say.
Vote,
Steven,
chat.
did you hear about
Vote for you want to keep, not kick. The votes are really low today. Vote. Vote. If you don't vote for who you want, your person
You know
could
what
get
I thought
kicked.
it was? No. Shit. Oh, wait. So I thought Bounty Hunter was someone who went on Twitch and did the bounties only.
Oh God.
I don't blame you.
Candy,
Same
sometimes I
candidate.
think you can't say anything dumber, and then you blow me away every single fucking stream.
Wait, Steven, you stream yourself at work?
Yeah,
doing
so
bounty
I have a live view, 4 hotspots, and 10 is all integrated.
You're
with my body
allowed?
armor.
You're allowed.
So my mods are, everything's on a 5-second delay. So my mods are watching on our RTMP server. So if there's anything on Twitch Bull, like when I pointed a gun at somebody last week, they changed to a cutscene.
Whoa.
Dude, holy shit.
And then they provide commentary.
Dude,
They're watching it live and providing commentary on what's going on. Just so. nothing-
Your delay
Yeah.
is less than mine. I'm just.
Wait,
Yeah, it is.
Dude,
It is
it's
not a
funny
lot of
because
delay. Yeah.
your delay is 5 seconds, which is less than mine. And I have my delay at 10 seconds just in case somebody gets their titties out and I gotta close the
Zerka
stream down
pulls
real
guns
quick.
out, so it's kind of the same thing.
The only time I've ever had to, I need to shorten my delay because the only time I had to use it was some dude was on camera and his brother walks in his underwear with his dick swinging around. You can't see his dick, but you can see the bulge flopping around. And I tried to cut the stream, but I hit the wrong button, and everybody saw it, and I ended up ending the stream, and it just didn't work. So
Well, it wasn't that bad.
it
so,
wasn't.
but-
No, it was no,
It
and I didn't
could
get
be,
banned
it
for
could
it
be.
because, yeah. So anyway,
Well,
straw
But yeah,
poll is
Zerka,
in.
did you-
Straw poll is
Yeah.
in. The votes are in.
What did you say?
What?
I just someone said you got in trouble for showing a gun on stream.
Yeah.
No, it's a pellet gun on my first Rajj. I didn't even know what Twitch was. All they said is it's an audience watching, and I'm like, hey, I'll bet you anything I'll be like the most talked about if I come out as a psycho.
Holy, because I show a lot of guns. I've detonated
No,
50
you can
pounds
show
of
guns. You
explosives
just
on
can't
stream.
point it
Yeah.
at the camera
What?
and
On
make
stream?
threats.
Oh yeah, I'm going
No,
shooting
there's
tonight.
yeah, it's
I'm
all
gonna
about
hold on.
context.
It's about the threat. Like if
It's
you
about
point
the
it at
threat.
the cam,
Like if
it's
you're
a
pointing
threat.
at the camera, it's like a threat,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
No, no,
if
You can
obviously
show
my
guns on
mind-
stream.
What
You
do
can
you
talk
shoot?
about
You
your
shoot
elections. You
tannerite?
can go to shooting ranges. You
so,
can do all that.
yeah, you can do that.
Steven.
Wait, Steven, how often
Steven, do you
does
shoot
it-
tannerite? What do you do?
What's that? I'm sorry.
Is it tannerite? Do you shoot tannerite? Is that
Yeah,
what it
50 pounds of tannerite. We did that on July
God
4th
damn.
and tried
Shit.
igniting it with a
Wait.
bunch of flour and flares and
I
all that
Steven,
stuff.
fucking
how,
scary, dude.
how often does your job get hostile?
Last week it was twice in 1 week. I only go bounty hunt about twice a week anymore. But I go to the range like 3 times a week to stream that. And then
I feel like we deal with the same people. I'm a bouncer, so I deal. You open.
Oh yeah.
Bro,
Oh yeah.
Bro, you probably open the door and it's some meth head or something, right?
Oh yeah. Or I kick
Yeah.
a door down and there's a meth head behind
Okay.
the door.
Yeah,
you know?
All right.
Yeah.
oh wow.
Hassan, you won the round.
Steven, you know what's weird? Like in the beginning, I
It's
hated
Iman's turn
security
to
work,
choose,
but
right?
you
That one
become like
last round.
addicted to that life, the thrill and shit, right?
Yeah.
Hey guys,
How do you
noticed
have
it.
the legality
guys, hold
to
on.
be able
Hey,
to
hey.
break into people's houses?
Okay, let's go now.
Hey, let's can we? Well, I just need to get somebody eliminated, then we can talk.
Wait, didn't I choose last round?
Yeah, you did.
too?
You did. So Pokimane,
Yeah.
you get to choose who you want to eliminate from the show. Between the bottom 2 people,
I gotta pee. I'll be back.
okay?
I got second.
Canute,
Go happy.
Canute,
Thanks, guys.
and Wes, by the way, bottom 2. Pokimane, who are you going to kick from the show?
All right.
If you kick me,
Wes?
Poki, I'm going to go into my stream and clip where you harassed me for being thick and reported into Twitch chats. I have
Oh, Wes, I'm
downloaded
sorry.
the
I gotta go. No, I want to hear from you both. What do you like the most about John Zerka?
Let's hear it.
Oh, let's get into it.
Okay, what I like, John. Like I've been actually on a trip with John Zerka. Did you know, Poke? We
No, I
traveled
didn't
together.
know that.
The thing I like best with him, he's being a fucking child, so I had to be his dad. That's what I like the best. I needed to take care of him, and I really enjoyed that.
It's like a father-son type of relationship.
Yes, yes.
Thanks for wiping my ass.
Mine's
Okay,
gonna be
Wes,
pretty
what about
toxic.
you?
I mean,
All right, Wes.
Zerka at his peak, he's really good, but I think he's falling into the same shit trend of Twitch, where it's a streamer, they go full psycho to attract a bunch of initial attention, and then they get banned or like checked by someone, they give up completely. Full simp mode, they stop providing content, and they just sit there being a boring. Hey, it's my question, not yours, you fucking crackhead. And they sit there being a boring sad idiot or a gameplay streamer, and the viewers are the ones who are too stupid to realize that the streamer they initially fell in love with is now just a boring shit stain on Twitch.
But I'm their family
You have
member,
the potential
bro.
for greatness, but you're gonna fall by the wayside if you keep trying to reform and bore your fucking viewers to tears.
Yeah,
We're
but
not-
you can also fucking like go supernova and go the way of a certain streamer whose name we can't even fucking mention.
Nova?
If you constantly up the ante. No, I'm not
Yeah,
talking
like,
about Nova Rue.
Wes,
I'm talking
Wes,
about.
I don't think you need
Wes,
to up the ante.
Wes,
His
Ice
initial
Poseidon?
content, the
Wes.
type he provided, it wasn't
Yeah,
TOS.
but, yo,
he was
Wes.
learning and he was performing it
Wes.
well, and he was doing great content. He just
Yeah,
got
but
super
Wes,
scared, and he's never gotten back to his former days of
Wes,
glory.
what you think is great content is not me. I'm a mature dude. That's a marketing ploy. I don't want to live like a fucking idiot.
Wait, are
Well,
you
then why
admitting that you're a
you,
fake?
What? You built your whole fucking fan base on fucking idiots, Zerka.
Yeah, on
Wait, are you a
roasting people.
fake, Zerka?
Contradict
I'm fake as
yourself.
fuck,
That makes
man.
no sense. Why would you want fans who don't align
It's a
with you?
character like Dr. Disrespect.
Shit, I wish Destiny was here to fucking debase your character.
Fake!
So,
Oh, guys,
Loki.
for real, like my chat donates so much money to me because we're team sellout. Woohoo!
hey,
Are
if
you
you're
gonna
so
cry
powerful,
if I don't-
do you think you
Listen,
can get them to
guys,
sub here, John?
What?
Do you think you could get them to sub here?
Yeah, yo, subscribe with your Twitch Prime right now. Make me look good, guys.
I just wanted to see how powerful you were. If everybody...
I'm powerful as fuck.
Okay,
like
I just want to see if they're
Rajj,
actually going to sub with Twitch Prime. Yeah.
There's this thing. There's
Yeah.
this thing. It's called Rajj Royales without Zerka. It's a thing. Like
Yeah.
they hate it.
Yeah, oh, I know. Dude, there's been YouTube... Hold on. There's this guy named GGX Widehard VODs.
Oh, yeah.
Hello. He's
Oh, he's
recording right
stealing
now.
all our WODs.
Stop
Okay.
giving him publicity, bro.
He's you should subscribe. Well, eventually we're just going to take it all the revenue.
It is working! Wow! Look at the primes! Oh, now it's stopped.
Read them,
Besides
Raj.
something.
Thank you so much. Oh, I need to read all the primes. Hold on one second. Let me read all the primes. After,
Wait,
after I'm done saying this, is that even in like 3 weeks ago when you were banned, like permanently banned, they were spamming in the comments, no Zerka, no content. And you were banned from Twitch. Like nobody knew for weeks.
Yeah.
You and Slicker have like the same sort of fan base.
I think I know why. It's because they see that we kind of sacrifice the check mark to be closer to the chat and be edgier, so they kind of respect us more than anyone else.
No, that's a good
Hold on.
Here to reform to get your check
GGX
mark.
Widehard VODs started as a channel that would upload Greeks VODs, but they switched to me mostly exclusively. I don't know why.
Zerka, do you not
Do
feel
you
like
know
you're
what, Rush?
reforming so you can
I
get
think
your check
probably
mark
because
now?
Greek just kept
That's what I
watching
think the
VODs,
issue is.
so it was just like a...
Do you know what,
100%,
Rush?
I agree with you. wait, I agree with you, Circa, like that you and Slicker sacrifices the check mark, because, for example, I feel like some things that I do is not super, like, I think I'm family friendly, but maybe not enough, like.
Depends.
Oh,
Wow.
no.
So,
Candy.
Depends on what kind of family you're talking about, dude.
Like, no, I don't have a
What it
very,
used
no,
to be,
but listen,
Slicker's not shit talking
No, but
and
can I-
dumping on everyone.
Yes.
He's
So what
trying
I'm
to get
saying-
his check mark, so is Zerka, so it doesn't make sense
No,
to me.
well, what, yeah, but
No, but
what
yo, Wes, that's really
what I'm
just a
saying is,
meme
like-
for us, you know?
No, what I'm saying is, like, you can have a more professional approach, and you get benefits out of that, like with companies and stuff. But also, you can have a more like entertaining approach and like careless approach, and you get more viewers, and they think you're funny, and you connect like on another level. You understand?
Yeah, no. At the
And
end
I
of the
chose-
day, no,
But
yo,
you're not
yo,
talking
Candy,
about
Candy,
Slicker's
Candy.
not like that anymore.
At the end of the day, this might sound weird. I don't give a fuck about a check mark. I love my family. They're like family to me. You know, they make me laugh.
Okay,
Then
all right.
why don't you do what you used to for content? It seems like you care more about the business.
All right, shut up, you fat fucking bitch. I'm
There
talking.
you go. Go off,
All right,
man. That's
okay.
what I like to see, man.
Pokey, let's eliminate one Canute or Wes.
Yo, Wes, doesn't the yelling content kind of get old fast?
It's better than no
John,
content,
please
Zerka.
allow
Listen,
Pokey to make
if
John.
Wes's ideas
Hasan,
were
oh my
true,
God.
then Slicker would not be able to perform it the way that he is. After reforming himself, he's been able to grow his channel. So
I agree,
obviously it's
Slicker's
not
reformed,
true.
but what does Zerka have? He's not a god gamer. Slicker's amazing at games, and he's grown into CSGO.
Slicker isn't amazing at games.
Slicker's damn good at CSGO.
Slicker's pretty good at CSGO.
No, he's not average. He's like top.
John.
He's like what? Top 3% or something.
Wes.
He's not average.
He's
Wes.
fucking. He
Hey
has
guys,
to
hold on.
reach
Hey,
supreme.
Wes,
listen up.
Wes,
Listen up.
Wes, when you critique others, all you're doing is becoming a part of the chat. You're not becoming a real streamer. You need to work on yourself, man.
I pride myself on being a real streamer. I pride myself on sticking to my guns and not
Yeah, but, like-
diluting my content because I want to be a
Oh my-
fucking
then-
sellout.
Okay, Wes, do you, baby girl? Okay,
Yeah.
do you? I do me. I do me.
girl.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, you
Hey,
do whatever you
Wes,
want. That's your right. I
I'm
was just telling
reformed
you
and I'm
what I
chilling
think's
with
an issue.
Pokimane. Things are good.
We're
Leave me
both on
alone.
the stream, dude.
Leave me alone.
All right.
Leave me alone.
Pokimane, make your decision between Wes and Canute.
All right, I want to start off by saying, 5head, this was my plan all along. I just wanted to keep everyone on for longer because I really like everyone right now.
Oh my God, you're such a centrist. We want blood.
Listen,
Just go hard and
Can
kick
you-
Wes.
Canute, you're a better friend of mine. I like you more, but I'm gonna have to keep Wes because he's more controversial, and that's good content for the podcast and for the viewers. But
Reported.
personally,
I'm going to find
I
them
love
all.
you, Canute.
I'm going.
Canute!
You're my
Canute!
favorite big boy.
Canute, go ahead and turn around and break whatever's behind you right now. I wanted you to break it.
I have the other chair.
Go ahead and break it. I'll buy you another fucking chair, Canute. Break the
Did you
goddamn
ever-
chair!
Wait,
No.
Raj, did you ever give him money for the
Yes,
chair?
I did. I paid him for the other. Break
Yes,
the
I
goddamn
did.
chair, Canute, out of anger!
The other one as well.
Yes!
No, jeez.
Yeah.
How much is it?
Good grief.
How much is
Wait,
it,
what are you
Canute?
doing? Don't make him break shit.
You don't have
dude.
to. You don't have to break a Canute. Actually, hold on.
Just
you
No,
don't,
he's
fucking
gonna do it.
break
He's
it.
gonna do it.
oh, oh, okay. I guess I just.
Off the other legs.
Wow.
Wait,
fuck.
fuck it up even more, Canute.
You gotta buy those in sets.
That's enough.
Dude, that was the lamest
Canute, I'll
break
PayPal you.
ever.
Holy
I'll PayPal you.
shit.
You should break it
That's a-
more. That's bullshit.
Can
That was
I
a
change my
$400
answer?
chair, by the way, Raj. So make
Was
sure
it
you give him
really?
at least
Oh,
100.
shit.
Yeah. It's
How much
expensive
was that chair, Canute?
But $80 or something.
Okay, I'll send you the money. Make sure you're.
Fine.
in
Everything's
I'll forget.
better in Norway. That
Okay.
chair in America is more expensive.
All right, Canute. Take care.
Bye.
Everybody. Give it up for Canute.
Yeah, see ya.
Bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for
Wait, can
yourselves.
I
You made
just
it
say,
past this
I'm
point.
sorry to anyone that I upset by keeping Wes. Again, like, you guys might be mad now, but overall, I know you'll appreciate the content, hopefully.
Oh my God.
Otherwise,
I think
I'm
that's-
Okay,
sorry.
you don't have to do a PR
Hasan
play
is
after
hard.
every
Okay,
decision.
Mister, I'll kick the person that has the lowest votes. You don't even make decisions either.
Ooh.
That's not true. I did that with Minx.
Ooh, that's a good point. So, we,
I stood by my principles and I said, hey, look, Steven and I don't agree, but I'm interested to hear his takes, and that's why I got to kick off Minx. So, you know.
so let's get
Not
back to
true.
it. So Twitch previously, they banned. Who were the guys' names that they banned? Everybody was outraged about.
I
The
think
guy-
it
The
was
guy who
Zerka.
said idiot.
The guy that said idiot, and there was
And then
another guy.
Pink Ward who
What was
said
his name?
yikers.
Yeah, or something. Yeah, right. Two people.
And I said Nivea. Oh wait,
Ah! Oh.
they didn't ban me.
Ah! Okay. All right. So the question
Ban.
is like, do you think that like, does everybody kind of think that Amaranth didn't say what she said? Is that what everybody agrees on?
Yeah.
It just doesn't
She
really
clearly
make
did.
sense.
Okay. So like,
Yeah.
do you think that like, how do you think Twitch should approach these types of things? Because they clearly made mistakes in the past on how they moderated like people saying words that actually weren't harmful. Like, how do you think they should moderate these situations? Like,
I have kind of, well, not really a conspiracy, but just a theory. I think that some of these streamers, especially people like Alinity, they probably have strong relationships with their account managers in the sense that they talk to them. Whereas
With their
other
vaginas?
streamers...
no, hold
Whoa.
on. Wes,
Can I please finish my
Wes,
thought?
Wes,
I think a lot
yeah,
of other
let's not do
streamers,
that,
for
Wes.
example,
Wes, you're gonna get me banned,
Blade,
Wes. That's not a statement that is backed up by anything that we know.
Oh no, I'm not saying they have sex. I'm saying they literally put Google eyes above their vagina and then mimic
Okay,
talking.
Wes, this.
Oh my
It would be
fucking god,
funny.
Wes! You are so inappropriate, Wes. What
Yeah.
the fuck? If anyone
Are
talks
you calling me
about
inappropriate?
me,
Everything
no.
you talk about is pithy blowjobs and how much dick I get.
Here's the
How the
context.
fuck am I inappropriate?
Fuck, Wes.
Look
I have
at my
not said anything like
tits.
that. No, I didn't. No, Wes. If you talked about me like that when I wasn't in the room, I would be so mad. Oh my god! Kick Wes! God damn it!
Okay,
So mean.
okay,
And disrespectful.
Candy,
He
can
is
we
sometimes a little mean.
finish your thought, Pokey?
All right,
Sorry.
so I was saying, I think that, for example, Alinity, when she sees that she's done an oopsie or that people think she's done an oopsie, she immediately messages her account manager and says, no, this is what happened, blah, 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 blah. Someone like TF Blade, I don't even know if he has an account manager. It was probably just a mod looked at it. He was like, oh shit, this sounds like what it shouldn't sound like. And then just ban them. There's like, it's lacking that input from the streamer. So I think that happens a lot of the time, and that's what makes.
I don't think so.
I think that
I'm sorry. I don't agree, especially
than-
because. Sorry, go ahead, Candy.
Tell me
You
why.
have- Go ahead. No, I'll say that in a second. Go ahead, Candy.
Well, what I was gonna say was that Alinity has probably been around longer and been able to get a like good connection with her manager. She was probably streaming like, I don't know when she started, but she was like big when I started on this website. So they probably have a better connection.
Okay,
For
so
sure.
you know this stuff. You know
But
the ins
I
and
want
outs
to
a
say,
lot
I
better than
don't think
me.
it's necessarily fair. But yeah, Hassan, let's talk.
I think you know the ins and outs of this situation a lot better than me, but every single time I've had these sorts of conversations, what I realize the moderator team is entirely different. Like Twitch staff, when we see them in our chats, is entirely different than the Twitch staff that exclusively work on moderation. So like, I think that even if you have a great relationship with your account manager, unless they are a moderator, in which case it's really unequal and that's kind of fucked up. But unless they're a moderator Twitch staff and also your account manager, that relationship is completely inconsequential, considering the fact that the moderator team is separate and they look at automated responses when people mass report.
Yeah, I was
My
gonna say, mass
point is
reporting's got a
just
big
when
part.
you do talk to your account manager, I imagine that has influence on whether or not you get banned.
Yeah, but
It
that would
doesn't
no, that would
determine
actually.
whether or not. Go ahead.
Sorry. Well, that would actually only work in appeals. Like, for example, when I get banned and I get a fucking 7-day for showing like a Michael Moore documentary or whatever,
But
I
a
can
lot of your
work
bans
through the
have
appeals
kind of
process.
come out of nowhere, right? Like you weren't expecting it, right?
Yeah. What
But
do you mean?
situations like this, like Alinity probably knows when people are like reporting her. Her mods, I'm sure, tell her, and perhaps she goes out of her way to like defend herself or present some sort of case to the account managers, which has influence on whether or not she gets banned.
Yeah, she sends
Yeah, like-
pictures to her account manager.
on.
And they're
Okay. Wait.
documents.
We don't know.
We get
Wes,
it.
we don't know. That's a conspiracy.
Wes,
Like we don't
that's-
know.
Wes, you can, yeah.
They send
Oh.
It's so
documents of
disrespectful.
Yeah, let me finish my point, you fucking asshole. She sends pictures of documents to her
Shut the
account
fuck up,
managers
Wes.
of her proof.
We know what you were trying to fucking imply, bitch.
Oh, you're
Come
so
on.
disrespectful. It's not even funny. I feel bad for
You're
people
never
being
funny, you
talked about like
papiga
this.
fuck, dude.
I need to take a shower after
Candy,
this podcast.
Candy, will you take a look? Candy, look at the
I
floor.
know, right? Sweaty.
Candy, just look down. Just for a
No,
second.
I don't wanna.
That's why you're here, okay? Shut it.
Excuse me. Hold on, Wes. That's not true.
Oh,
That's not true. Candy, that is not true. Don't let him say let him say that. Wes, can you apologize please to Candyland?
I'm sorry that
Wes,
I
guess
said
we had
No,
we
for
had
real, I
a
really
full
apologize,
discussion about this kind of
Wes.
shit, Wes, behind the scenes.
I'm not.
What are
yeah,
you
but
doing?
Oh,
said-
wait, can
What are
I
you
say
doing, Wes?
something else?
Wait, her? We're
Yeah.
friends.
It doesn't matter. You just
not
still can't say
much
that.
longer, Wes.
Go ahead, Pokey. What were you gonna say?
You don't take me seriously, do I?
Alinity has been around longer, and in that sense, she probably has a higher profile account manager. Now, I don't want to assume too much, and again, these are not statements, but I do think some account managers are probably better known or have more influence or power at Twitch than other ones.
Yes.
So perhaps she just has a better connection than people that are smaller streamers, and they just get one ban, and their account manager's like, okay, fuck, well, get banned.
That's fair.
Yeah, Hassan, I think you would agree with that.
No, I do. I agree with
Yeah.
that. I also think that like the overwhelming amount of like mass reporting, as I mentioned before, probably also factor into the consideration when they're like, oh, there's another Alinity clip again. And that was what I was trying to say earlier, when like she does do things that are like legitimately ban worthy. I feel like they have they're slower to like actually ban this person because of the overwhelming amount of times that they haven't the overwhelming amount of times that they like tried to mass report her for other shit.
Okay, can you try to like think about it from another like point of view? Like everybody is every time Alinity does a little mess up a little bit, everybody's like sharing it on the internet, and everybody's like, oh my fucking god, do you see what she did to her dogs? And everybody making it seem, or her cat, everybody makes it seem like it's the worst thing ever. But when you actually think about it a little bit, like she didn't treat her animals bad. She clearly loves her animals, you know. And she didn't what?
Keep going, be careful. But yeah, go ahead. Finish your thought, Candy.
Well, okay, and like they clearly like doesn't want to have any problem and try to follow the TOS. Of course, I think it's just dumb that everybody tries to make it.
Candy, I don't want to go back into the
Yo, she needs an attorney, man. Holy shit.
Probably she has one. You see how many things she DMCA's?
Zerka, you gotta unmute. You gotta mute yourself in the appearance.
Yeah. Hey, so do you guys think? Do you think that Twitch's moderating strategy?
I think
too
Twitch
liberal?
is a great platform. Wow.
Hold on, let me finish. Do you guys think that Twitch's moderating strategy is too liberal, too far to the left? Do you think it needs to be more moderated a little bit? Do you think that Twitch is becoming a little bit too sensitive?
Yeah.
You know,
how many people have been banned here? I'm curious, and how many times?
I've been banned once.
I've only been banned once, and I got flashed on camera, so twice.
The fucking 3-time, homie. I've been banned more than Wes.
I got banned once for 60 days.
Okay.
Yeah, Wes tries to act like he's a fucking bad boy. I'm out here with a 3-time ban, dude.
Have you never been banned?
You got 60?
I got a 60-day ban at the
Almost
beginning
permanent,
of January of 2016. January 2016.
You must be a
shout out TT, baby.
You're toxic as fuck.
No,
he wasn't toxic.
I was a 60-day ban. Yeah, I had a 60.
He was being a businessman and making content off of something that was people like to look at.
Well,
he was a very smart businessman.
Well, yes.
Okay, look.
This was the Wild Wild. My show back in the day was a little.
What was it called, Raj?
Well, you know, we don't have to talk about that.
What was it? Was it? It
was
Candyland Tuesdays.
No, it was.
Okay, come on, Wes. Stop trying to fucking farm votes by saying Candyland has nice tits. We all know. Stop repeating.
Wes.
Okay.
Wes,
I think he's
learn
trying
how
to say a
read.
bit
Wes,
more than
learn
that.
how to read body language.
I don't know fuck all about anything.
Seriously,
Candyland, I think you're doing
I
a
don't
great
like you
job.
anymore.
Yeah.
Did
I
I say
love
that
you,
last time? No, I don't like you anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, it feels bad.
Wes, like
Wes,
you gotta
maybe
look.
just make less jokes that are directed at people here, and just more jokes.
Okay, you want me to tell you why I do
Make
these
more
things?
jokes around people that can't defend themselves.
Yeah, no, that doesn't make sense. And B, it's because I feel like no matter what, comedy should never have limitations. I hate that I can't make offensive jokes about anything on Twitter. That's my stance.
Yeah,
I'm never.
back to the question.
I'm never targeting people to be hateful. It's only to make jokes,
But it
regardless
doesn't
of their
hurt to be
feelings.
considerate.
Maybe you
know
should
what
go
I mean?
on YouTube.
Yeah, but most of the best jokes are inconsiderate. That's how I view it. I think literally nothing should be bounded by comedy. Should never be limited. I don't care. There's no such thing as too soon. There's no such thing as
I feel like
too
that's
hurtful.
just your scapegoat answer to be an asshole.
No, that's my truth. I treat
that's your golden
That is
ticket.
not a scapegoat,
Hey,
Pokey.
Wes,
I fucking
Wes,
love Candyland.
Wes,
I respect
I'll tell
the
you
fucking
something,
shit
Wes.
out of her. She's one of my
I
favorite
just
female
don't think
stars on
she
this
feels
website.
like that. I'm glad you're saying it.
No, I don't want. I know she doesn't feel like that. I wish she did.
Wes,
but it
that's
doesn't
your
mean I'm
golden-
gonna not
that's-
be in.
Hey, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That's your
Yeah, if
golden,
she's actually Bobo.
Yo, Charlie. That's
Okay,
your.
I'm glad you
that's
said
your,
it.
That's your golden ticket to do content that's easy. Insulting.
No, I can't
You're
do
weak.
it. I wish
You're
I could do it. It's
You're
not a
weak.
golden
You're
ticket,
weak.
or
You're
I
a
can't
Padawan.
do it.
You're a
I can't
Padawan.
make all the fucking
You're a
jokes.
Padawan.
Are you the
Wes,
sensei?
if you cannot explore other avenues of comedy, maybe quit.
I'm saying
God
all
damn.
avenues should be variable. I'm not saying it's the only ones, but it's some of the best, and people are too sensitive that you can't use them.
I agree that people
Well,
are
Wes,
sensitive, but Wes,
I'm
we're
clearly
talking
not
about-
too
we are-
sensitive, right?
I don't think you are. That's why I'm surprised this
No,
bothers
like,
you.
there's a
right
point
now,
where it gets
Wes,
too
we are
much
cross-examining
for
your
everybody.
behavior. You, just you. The only content you can provide is the one with Venom. Have you noticed?
No, that's not true. A lot of
That
my
is
content
true.
is
That is
arguing
true.
the other side
No,
of politics.
no. Oh my god.
That's like 80% of what I do on Rajj
Oh
You've been
my
banned
God.
for a while, so you don't know shit.
To be fair, almost all comedians out there to make a name for themselves are generally very toxic and are of the kind of same. They're cut from all from the same cloth.
Yeah,
a lot
but
of
we're
times.
on the Rajj Royale. We're not
Yeah.
doing stand-up. Come
No,
on.
not-
But
not my
that's
kind of
what I'm
comedy.
doing, right?
Yeah,
That's
it's
what
not my
I
kind of
enjoy.
comedy.
That's
That's
why I
also-
come on here.
No, I
Every
love
time
comedy.
I come on here
I
to do
would
that
agree
kind
with
of
that.
shit. It's
No,
so
at
much
all.
fun to get people riled up.
Take. Go ahead.
No, I look. I'm sorry to say this, but no, I think Iman is pretty right. Like, it's usually a cop out for bad comedy, and obviously comedy is subjective and whatever. But like,
Exactly.
if you look,
You can't tell me it's bad
if
comedy.
you look at all of the greatest comedians, which I'm sure we would all agree to, like Richard Pryor or George Carlin, these are people who effectively punched up rather than punched down. And when you just like shit on Candy and say like, oh, you're a stupid woman or whatever, rather than saying like, oh, that take was really stupid, Candy, what the fuck, then you're just basically farming you're farming specific votes. I know, which is why one is funny, the other one's kind of mean for no fucking reason. And usually people do that as a substitute when they can't fucking make like funnier and clever jokes.
Well, that doesn't
Yeah,
make
like,
sense
no,
because I'm
Wes,
not
I
using
can't
it as no. Hold on, Zerka. I'm not using it as substitute, am I? Because I do both. If
Yeah,
I didn't have the
no,
other,
you're using it as a substitute
I
because you
do
don't
both.
have
I
other
do both.
content.
You don't do both. You don't.
It's
do
not a
both.
substitute. You don't do anything. That's
Oh my
the
God,
issue.
Wes,
That's why I
Wes.
think you're boring these days.
Bro,
You don't
make
do
a
fuck all.
make a joke right now.
You
that's
sit there
not
for 30
negative.
minutes, not
Go-
say anything,
go-
and then you
make a
finally
joke
say
right
something
now
and
that's
laugh
not
at your
negative.
own jokes.
Go ahead, I'll make a joke right now that's positive.
Okay, make one.
Knock knock.
Knock knock.
You're supposed to say who's there. Let's try
Knock
again.
knock.
Knock knock.
Okay. Knock knock.
Go ahead.
No, stop, Wes. Knock
Okay.
knock.
Knock knock.
Wes, come on. Fine.
Knock,
do it
knock.
at me.
Who's
Knock,
there?
knock.
Who's
Oh
there,
my
Zerka?
fucking god!
Knock, knock.
Zerka, who's there?
Knock, knock.
I want to
Okay,
know.
Pokey, knock knock.
Who's there?
You should have said knock knock.
Yo, stop. Pokey, knock
damn
knock.
it.
Knock, knock. Okay, who's there?
Yo, come on, knock.
That's
Okay,
positive comedy, baby. We're posting on you, Zerka. Body, idiot.
Hold on. Knock knock.
Gosh.
Okay,
That's
Pokey,
positive
Pokey.
comedy right there.
Pokey, knock knock.
Who's there?
500.
500 who?
500,000 views overnight. My
That's
first
not
night
comedy.
on Twitch.
Oh my.
Yes! Yes!
Okay, go vote for Zerka.
Obviously, if any of us were fucking actual comedians, we wouldn't be here right now, and we would probably be fucking doing real comedy.
Wrong,
Okay.
wrong. Stand up
Whoa,
sucks.
hey,
You have to write all
Hassan,
your
whoa,
jokes.
that's not very
I
nice.
like the
Talk
Twitch
about
avenue
yourself
of
like that.
comedy
Just
way
kidding.
better.
Rajj Royale is the epitome.
No,
of
I love the
comedy.
content that we bring here, but like, it's not fucking comedy. I'm sorry, Raj. Are you running a comedy show? Is that what you thought up
No.
until this moment? Like,
Is he running
okay,
a
then
political
my argument
show?
still
No.
stands.
No, I'm not.
Oh, he's not
Well,
on a
he's a
political
comedy,
show either,
right?
so your side fucking sounds stupid as well.
Okay.
It's
I don't
not a
know,
show
hold
for
on.
anything. The show is
I think I
fucking
can make
branded.
more of an argument
We
for
talk
myself
about
being a political.
topics, and the only reason you ever do good is if they're political because you sit your
good
fucking
bit.
nose in
Wes,
newspapers and books.
I
sit
would
my nose
rather-
in
I would
fucking
rather be a
comedic
political
avenues because
pundit.
what I enjoy is comedy, and what you enjoy is fucking girls. Gross.
Wait, first of all, I love comedy. What the fuck are you talking about? I wouldn't give a shit if I didn't care about comedy. I'm just saying you're really bad at it a lot of times, and then sometimes you are actually funny, and I admit when you're funny. It's just we're
That's
trying
your
to help you.
perspective.
We're trying to help
Don't
you
fucking
be.
try to help me.
We're trying to help you be
The
funnier
first step
rather
is
than
the
just like
addict need
go
to
for the
say he needs
easy.
help. I'm not fucking ready for help, dude. Once
Okay,
I hit
see,
rock
like, that's
bottom,
funny.
then I'll
That's
come to
all
your
I
fucking
appreciate.
chat and I'll ask for $400 stipends.
Yeah, I will say
Okay.
this,
Until
Hassan.
then, I'm
Wes,
gonna
Guys,
Wes-
that's funny. Good job.
Wes does self-deprecate a lot.
Yeah, that's
You have to
funny. That's
self-deprecate.
different. That's like entirely different than like shitting on someone who is like,
Oh,
you know.
but it's okay when I make fun of Fatty, but if I make fun of the hairy capybara on the couch,
Wait, what'd you
it's
say,
not
Wes?
funny.
Make fun of who?
Nothing.
I mean, kind of.
Yeah, it's like the difference between a black dude making a joke about black people versus a white dude making a joke about black people.
It's still funny! What do you mean? Just because he's a white guy and makes a racially charged joke, so it's like, well, actually, you
Okay,
have, your,
let's say David
your family owns slaves, so you can't
Bro,
make
there
those
is
kind of
literally
jokes.
there is
That's
literally
so
a
fucking
fucking
stupid.
there is a Michael Scott office joke that is centered around this where he repeats the fucking same
it
like
was
classic.
hilarious.
Yeah, because he's fucking stupid and he's wrong. That's
No,
why
he's
it's
not
funny.
wrong. That was a politically charged part of the show. It was still fucking funny.
Like, do you watch that and you laugh at like, oh, it's a white guy saying the N-word, ha ha ha.
Exactly.
Hold on.
No, but you're laughing at him, not with him. What you're trying to do right now is get people to laugh with you at Candy for things that she can't fucking change about herself in instances where she's not even doing something wrong. That's entirely different. That's why I specified it and said, if Candy's saying something papega as fuck.
Hey, Hassan, that's wrong. I made a joke about her tits, and you said something she can't change. She made that change.
Oh my fucking
Okay,
god, Wes!
I'm not talking about that, Wes. I think you. Never mind. All right,
What were you
I'm not gonna
talking
say any.
about?
I'm not gonna say anything further. I'm not gonna say anything
Werner
further.
Nielsen
I'm
donates
That
done.
was the
$20.
joke I made.
Werner
I'm
Nielsen
done.
donates
Call her a
20, says, I
stupid
love the show,
woman.
hearts in the chat. Thank you. Look, we
She
need to vote
has
again.
stupid
We need to
takes,
vote.
but she's
Chat,
not a stupid
we
woman.
need to
She's not
vote for who
stupid
you
because
want
she's
to
a
keep,
woman.
not kick. Keep, not kick on the show. Keep, not kick. Keep, not kick. Chat, vote in the straw poll. It's coming through
Candy?
the chat right now. Go ahead and vote.
Candy?
Yes.
Candy.
No, shut the fuck up!
Okay. Go ahead and vote for you want to keep, not kick. Oh, shit.
I'm so glad I put headphones on for this one.
Yeah, no kidding.
So much better when I can hear everyone with clarity.
Oh, Steven was going at the holy shit. I wish nobody would hear this, and you were never mind. Vote for
Hey,
want to
guys.
keep, not kick.
Can I go pee?
No. Sorry, John. Didn't I tell you to bring a diaper?
Yeah, usually I go in your mouth. I'm the
Very
only
positive
comedian I'll
comedy,
put it.
pissing in someone's mouth.
Okay, you want a better joke, Wes?
Yep.
Okay, ready. Why did Wes cross the road?
Why? Knock knock.
For the hot dog stand.
Very positive comedy, making fun of my weight.
Well,
See?
yo, it's
Well,
all
you know,
gotta
I
be-
didn't
I'm
make
actually
positive
laughing
comedy
at
for
the
shit.
fact that it was bad comedy. There's like another layer to it, you know?
Yeah, Inception. She gets it.
But also, like, if he makes one joke once, it's fine. But if he makes like 10 fucking jokes
Yeah, I feel like
in
Candy
1
felt
minute, it's
berated.
not funny anymore.
All right.
Oversensitive.
Okay.
What? Why are you adding me?
Wes, you are the winner of the round. You are the winner of the round.
Oh, fuck, that's gold.
What is going on?
Oh, shit, that's funny. Okay.
Okay, so I guess we should get toxic, huh?
No.
No, it's not. It's fine. All right, Wes, you need to vote for. Okay, all right, here we go. Wes,
Yeah.
congratulations, you won the round. You need to vote
Thanks.
between the two bottom voted people. In this case, it's Pokimane and Steven IRL. Who are you going to kick from the show?
Uh-oh.
No offense, Steven, but I feel like you've exhausted your knowledge. I feel like you were brought for the gun topic. Every other topic is going to be retarded Papiga stuff. And Pokimane knows a lot more about Twitch. He's been here forever. So that's the reason I'm going to keep
Oh,
Pokimane.
thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you. No,
I scratch your
I'm
back,
going
you
to the
scratch
range now.
mine.
So
Steven,
See, I wish I was
Steven,
coming
Dark,
in.
Hey,
you do me a
brother, thank you
favor.
so much for coming. Please give yourself a shout out before we
Hey.
part ways.
yeah, absolutely.
My man,
Thanks for
my
having me.
man just farmed the incel vote and then turned around and wiped.
Hold on.
I've never seen a quicker I've never seen a quicker 180 in my entire life.
Yo, Pokimane.
Hold on. Hey, hold on. Let's give Steven the time he deserves to shout out his channel. And
Nope, you're good. I
Go ahead,
appreciate it. Like, thanks for having me. But yeah, I'm gonna get some range time in, and best luck to all you guys.
Thanks,
Have a good
Steven.
one.
Follow
Nice
him
talking to you
at
guys.
Steven IRL. Is that correct? Twitch.tv/StevenIRL.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct? Steven IRL. He does a lot of different content: storm chasing, bounty hunting, all sorts of different stuff. Go make sure you drop him a follow. Thanks, Steven. Have a good day.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Nice meeting
Bye-bye.
you.
Thanks,
Bye.
Steven.
You too.
All right, guys. John, where'd you go? Did you go pee?
Something like that.
Holy shit! I really never thought that we'd be down to this. This is an interest. This is one of the more exciting. When John Zerka gets back from peeing,
I gotta pee too. I gotta take a pee break.
Okay,
Hey, Candyland, do you feel like our battle now is gonna make our love stronger in the future?
No.
Oh fuck.
Candyland, what about what Wes has said today? Has just really crossed the line? Would you say?
Yeah, I make these jokes every week.
Well, he used to. When you do it like enough, it's not funny anymore. When you do it too much, it's not funny anymore.
I made 2 jokes. I'm sorry.
No, you didn't. You every time you spoke to me, it was like it was about my body or about like what the fuck.
So
No, wrong. 90% of my comments have been about your shit takes on everything. I made 1 comment about your boo-boos.
well, anyway, let's.
Okay,
forget
we
it.
got
I
a
forget-
pointer.
I don't keep trash in my head. It's already gone, Bess. You as well.
I'm trash. Okay, I'm sorry.
So what I want to know is, do you think Twitch should be stricter about their rules, or do you think that they should just enforce them more fairly, or do you think we need to get stricter and start cracking down on these?
No, I think
streamers?
fair enforcement is an absolute necessity. Twitch's
Agreed.
TOS, as I mentioned before, is the reason why we don't have an adpocalypse, and we most likely won't have an adpocalypse because most of the shitters on the platform know that they need to fucking toe the line and not fuck it up for the rest of us. That's the thing that like really frustrates me is a lot of times on YouTube we get frustrated at the left or whatever, but the left has been fucking demonetized too. The left is the reason. The left is not the reason why people are getting demonetized.
I think Hassan,
people who are
right
saying
now, Hassan, right now you're lying. Come on.
no,
No, wait,
people.
can I say?
No, dude, I have a YouTube channel and I have fucking
Yeah,
zero.
but Hassan, you're considered like very radical left. That's why they go after you. But come on, man. Let's be honest.
The Young Turk's not very radical left. The Young Turks has monetization problems. There are every single liberal channel that you can point to, with the exception of like corporate channels or whatever that you would deem liberal, with the exception of like CNN and shit. Like every single YouTube channel that talks about politics is getting demonetized. And the reason why they're getting demonetized is because the right-wingers keep fucking it up. They keep saying dumb shit. Just don't say the dumb shit. Say everything leading up to the dumb shit, and they won't fucking demonetize you.
Hassan, fuck both left and right, but you don't agree that the left is kind of killing comedy in every platform?
Depends on who you're referencing when you say the left, because I don't think so.
I'd say corporations.
The corporations are not left. They're not left or right. They're amoral.
What do you think? The corporations are capitalists?
The corporations are run by people. It's the people who run them.
Listen,
No, corporations are operated by the profit motive, guys. They just want to increase their profits. That's it.
But still, a lot of businesses have political alignments that they push.
Wes,
Nike.
Why is this even a political thing?
Hassan, when I first came to Twitch, I argued with you. I said the outrage culture is going to get out of control. Look, now it's taking you out. It's become too much, man.
But it's
become too much. It's become too much. It's become too much.
Even before we had this conversation, outrage culture had fucking tried to take me out as well. You know what? One of the worst instances where I've ever been fucking targeted on the internet was because of Mike Cernovich. Like he went after me, he went after me, and they combed through my fucking tweets, and they were like, "Look at this He's like a big like Pizzagate conspiracy guy. I shouldn't have even fucking mentioned him, but Steven will say this as well. Destiny will literally say this like. I go after the left and I go after the right, but the most vicious people that come after me are always the right. The ones that fucking call the FBI on me are the right. The ones that fucking mass report me are the right. That happens to me too. I fucking shit on liberals all the goddamn time.
That's how it happens with everyone. When you're far left, the far right comes for you. When you're far right, the far left for you. If you're wearing a Trump hat, Antifa fucking kills you.
Wait, what?
That's the same thing.
That's literally never happened.
What? How has it not happened? Antifa have killed people just for wearing fucking Trump hats. They
haven't. Point to one example. Point to one example. Oh, you're changing the goalpost. Point to one example where Antifa has ever killed someone for wearing a fucking Trump hat. You are so insanely incorrect on this. The only non-right-wing instance of like right-wing extremist terror in 2018 was, I think, like one ISIS-related death or something.
Wait,
but every single
you're saying Antifa never maces random innocent people on the street?
No, I'm saying they don't kill people. The right kills people. Antifa will every now and then fucking punch someone or whatever.
Hold on, people are speculating. People are speculating, Hassan, that the Dayton shooter might be the Antifa's first mass killer.
Are you guys fucking insane? He killed his sister, who turns out she was trans. Actually, sorry, he killed his trans brother. Like,
well, a lot of
that
his
has nothing to do
alignments and the
that has nothing to do with.
For the same as yours.
Okay, hold on.
So he's definitely left.
Listen, I'm gonna make a very important distinction here that a lot of people do not understand.
Yo, hold on, Hassan. You're talking politics. All I wanted to mention is comedy is really being affected. Come on, man, we can't agree.
Okay, we're talking about fucking
Twitch and platforms.
Hold on, this is in front of 25,000 people. I have to address this, okay? Because this is something that I've seen right wingers fucking promote.
All right, we get it. You hate the right.
Hold on.
Okay,
let
no,
him finish
dumbass. I'm talking about the fucking Dayton shooter that Rajj just casually fucking floated an idea as though he was like motivated by extremist leftist politics. Obviously, it's a fucking important subject to talk about, so the dumbasses don't go around and think that that's like real.
Nobody wants to talk.
John, shut up, Hassan. Go to your point.
Let Hassan speak.
Oh my god.
The Dayton shooter was a leftist. His murder was not motivated by his political ideology. The El Paso shooter was a far-right right-winger who was motivated by his political ideology. He wanted to kill Hispanics, said that it was an invasion. The left winger went on a fucking rampage mode and killed people, not because they were like right wingers or whatever, or not because like they wanted universal healthcare coverage or whatever the fuck. He killed them because he was well, the speculation at the time was that he was a rampant misogynist.
Okay, should we talk about Twitch now?
So unless the left, unless like killing your sister or your trans brother is like a big part of being the left or
you just said
a
it
part of
wasn't
leftist
political,
ideology.
so what's the point of bringing out that he's trans? I mean, he didn't kill him because he was trans, or then he did do it politically.
No, I'm giving you additional fucking motivation.
Yeah, but you can't use that. That shouldn't be mentioned.
Well,
the fact that him being trans only matters if it's political based in his murders. Which you just said.
No, I'm using that as a disprove. I'm using that to like disprove. I'm giving you a motivation.
Then that disproves is what you think that he wasn't left.
What are you saying?
No, you just said he didn't kill because of his political ideology, and that he killed his trans brother, which is saying he killed the trans brother because he was trans.
No, we don't know. I'm saying we don't know. I'm trying to give you motivations, like potential motivating factors, to show you that it's not aligned by like his political motivations. In an instance where you don't know what the motivations are, you just reveal all of the information so that people have a better understanding of the situation. I'm not like trying to say like it's not political because he was trans. I'm saying that like here are the motivations why it could have been, but none of them are actually ascribed to a political motive on the left. How do you not understand? This is very simple.
Okay, guys, we need a vote.
Thanks for clarifying, Hassan. Let's go.
Does anybody want to get a point on Twitch? Because I did.
Oh yeah, on Twitch.
Let's let Pokey or Zerka or Candyland's chair speak.
Candyland's chair.
Candy, I hope she's doing okay. Let's go ahead and take a vote, and then we get somebody eliminated, and then we're getting very close to the finals here. So,
on Twitch,
can we all agree on one thing, that we need unity and peace on Earth?
I have a take on the Twitch thing, man.
And the only way the only way we do this is if we talk more like this and not really Hassan raging and stuff.
I think fair and strict is one and the same. When you said
I think
this
Hassan
or that,
and Wes kind of both rage at each other.
Can I say?
Yeah, but you know, like when you rage like that, Hassan, don't you ever worry that the chat becomes too militant? I'm with this guy, I'm with that. Like, come on, man.
Listen, man, I'm gonna fucking stand for my convictions. Like, I'm sorry if that's gonna be a problem. If that's gonna be a stream. Why? Wait, why are you trying to fucking content police?
We did 3 hours of politics.
It's so weird.
Bro, you are literally you're content policing. Like you're upset that I'm talking about things.
Candy,
like
it's
Wait, we were talking about
Hassan,
Twitch TOS and like
before
that,
they start
right?
saying that he's been, talking about dumb shit for 3 hours of politics. We're done with politics. We're done.
That's what you think. Some people like hearing about that shit. That's
okay,
why
go,
he keeps
Wes. Go
bringing
argue with him, Wes. Go ahead.
No, I mean we've exhausted the points that I think are relevant. But Candy, what were you saying?
Well, I think it's weird because we were talking about Twitch 2S. I understand how it
Yeah,
can get
it shifted
political.
really far.
But what I think is, like, on this topic, I just wanted to say my opinion. I think that Twitch should have a clearer guideline, like the TOS, and also I think that they should have a more open dialogue with each other and with us, so everybody understands and everybody's on the same note. And I think that's the only thing that's gonna help.
Okay.
You're right.
Here we go. It's now time to make a decision, Hassan. You won the round.
Oh, Jesus
It is
Christ.
between the bottom two people, Wes and Candyland.
Oh, fuck. All right, this is a difficult fucking choice because I need to be as tactical as possible. If I eliminate Wes, then the incels are gonna rage against me, even though they're my fucking people and they don't realize it. And go out and like vote for John. If I eliminate Candy, I'm not gonna be able to farm the incel vote in the same capacity that Wes can. So
I thought you like to stand up for what you believe in.
yeah, but I also have to. But I believe that Rajj is my friend, and I want to fucking make sure that there's good content. So I don't know. I feel like eliminating Wes is like.
You're
it's
choosing
weird.
content over what you believe in.
Well, what I believe in is that I want to make sure my friend.
You have fell into my mirror force. You're done.
Dude, I can't believe you fucking. Yo, Yu-Gi-Oh is so whack. We can talk about that in a second.
Did you say Yu-Gi-Oh's whack? You're gonna get kicked next. We love Yu-Gi-Oh on Twitch.
Bro.
Yeah,
I
we do love
fucking
Yu-Gi-Oh.
did, dude.
Dude,
I think.
Send you the shadow roll for that
I
one.
agree. Fuck you.
Wes.
I love Yu-Gi-Oh, dude. I'm all about the shadow.
Yo, Wes.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Hey, I stand by my convictions. If you
Send
want
me to the fucking shadow
Hold
realm,
on.
then.
Hassan, kick
What?
that hairless Karibo the fuck out of here. Wes, get the fuck out.
Hold on. Let Hassan make the decision, John.
All right. Do you have the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yes, it's been playing this whole fucking time.
Okay.
You know I've got that.
All right, I'm
shit
making my
always
decision.
on. Always on. And it's
Wes,
not
by
for
the way, you go to the Shadow Realm.
Okay,
You can't
Wes,
do it after you say Yu-Gi-Oh sucks, man. What
Wes,
the
thank
fuck?
you very much.
It doesn't feel right. Yo, can John banish me
Wes,
at
thank you so
least?
much. I appreciate it.
All right, I'll do it. Yo,
Yeah.
Wes, you know who I am?
Yeah, who are you?
I'm obnoxious Celtic Guardian, bro.
Get my ass.
Fuck out of here.
Thank you, Wes.
Oh,
Appreciate
fuck
you.
that.
Twitter.com.
Reaction.
Twitter.com/Wes, by the way, won. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
I actually think, Hassan, you just got
Twitch is
royally
Wes
outplayed
BTW.
by John Zerka. Really
Listen,
badly.
I'm a fucking weeb. I
just
just
got
Yu-Gi-Oh
worked.
is not for me.
You just
Like,
got worked.
I'm a weeb.
They put
I'm a bigger weeb than John Zerka. Bitch, I look like a fucking.
Hold on. I challenge anyone on Twitch. Anyone on
John
Twitch
Zerka, do you
to
watch
say,
JoJo?
Yo, if you can find a bigger weeb than John Zerka on Twitch, and I'm talking about not just Death Note, even the low tier anime, we will debate them on Rock.
Okay. Do you watch JoJo?
Fuck no.
Yeah, you're a bitch, bro. There's no reason to talk further about this.
What?
Here, I'll give you my take, okay?
Okay, give me your
Okay?
take. Give me your take.
Okay, Wolf's Rain, Princess Mononoke, Death Note is the first three anyone should start with.
What? Those
And that's
are
why I won.
fucking mainstream. That's not weeb shit.
Oh,
That's
why is
no,
mainstream bad?
no, no, no.
Mainstream is
Yeah, but Hassan,
anime fan.
I said that's what they should start with so they get hooked. Right?
Okay, good call. Fair.
See, like,
Cowboy
you
Bebop.
can't just be a hipster
Cowboy
being
Bebop
like, oh,
is
I watch the
awesome.
most
Fuck you.
random shit ever. I'm a cool.
Like normie
No.
ass shit though. Come on, you can't come in here when we're having a conversation about your anime laurels. You can't come in here and be like,
I
oh,
have a
Death
hot
Note.
take.
Okay, you want
Neither
hentai?
of you guys are real weebs until you watch Boku no Pico.
Well, that was the first thing I
Okay,
watched.
fair.
Thanks.
I mean, I do watch
Well-
hentai, but
So,
I'm the only one who lived
but
in
for
Tokyo here,
example-
so you all
Wait,
lost.
listen, for example, everybody says that Game of Thrones is good, and I'm never gonna say anything against it. Like, I watched the first episode and it sucked, but I'm never, like, it's
Whoa.
probably a super good show if you actually watch it. So I would
That's
never
like-
say anything bad
look,
about
if
it.
someone asked me what animes I like, I wouldn't start off with One Punch Man because like that's like a pretty fucking entry level standard. And, like
such a
everyone
hipster,
likes
Hassan.
that. It's not that I'm trying to be a hipster. I'm trying to show you like the range of things that I'm entertained by. Like that's like saying, oh, Naruto. Yeah, no shit, Naruto's fucking good. You know?
What do you think of Vampire Night? It has like romance.
I haven't watched Vampire Night.
It's so good.
So
man.
what do you?
Hey,
I'm just out of curiosity, okay? If you guys are done with this topic, I want to ask this. You know, we got John here, we got Hassan here, a couple of Chads, and we got a couple of girls here. This is actually the most
Couple of guys, couple of gals.
couple of gals, couple of guys. John and Hassan are two completely different guys, right?
True.
Both have one thing in common. They're both Chads. Really, both Chads. So what I want to know
gorgeous.
is what
Not
is-
true.
What? No,
I'm not. I'm not a Chad. I don't know why people keep saying
you're
this.
so much.
Hold
Yes,
on,
you're a
wait,
Chad.
Hassan, do you get offended by me calling you a Chad? Is that something that you don't like? You don't like?
I'm
that?
a Chad though. I'm an incel.
Okay, I've seen you be a Chad, dude. You stand with you're already tall. You're like 6'4", and then you put on 4-inch heels, so you're like 6'7". I've seen you in clubs or whatever, walking around, and dude, you just got you can't help it. You were born a Chad. You can't stop it. It's just you.
That's a lie, by the way. Like you've shown me like when I was fat. Like I've talked about how
No, you were
I
still
used
a
to
Chad
look when I
back
was
then.
younger.
You had
No,
the Chad.
Yeah, you were
did.
still a
You had
Chad.
the Chad gene. You had the Chad
I had
gene.
no fucking
You did.
friends. I was fat as shit,
Yes,
and I
but you
literally just
still
spent the
have the-
entire
Okay,
time watching
Hassan,
anime,
You have the
reading
Chad
mangas,
gene.
and drawing and playing fucking Dota.
Hassan,
Like that's my high school
it's-
experience.
You had the Chad gene, okay? It was in
yeah.
you. It was in
See,
you. You
it's-
had the Chad gene. And I've seen
I
you.
think
It's
everyone
so
has the
weird.
Chad gene. It's people not
You
unlocking it.
We went to a party. We went to a T-Pain album release.
Life coach Hassan.
We
It's
went
so
to,
true.
we went
I was
to,
Everyone can be
Raj,
everyone can be their
Raj.
best self.
Raj, it is about unlocking it. I was such a fucking loser in high school. I'll show you pics. But
Yeah.
I evolved. I am a Charizard now. I'm fucking.
Okay,
you
so
know?
what I want to know from the ladies is like honestly, what's more attractive though? The way that Zerka carries himself, a more
Zerka, I win.
alpha dominant. We'll hear from Candyland and Pokey if you want to speak on it. Go ahead, Candy first. What do you think? Like, what do you
Yeah.
think is more attractive?
Wait, can I just say,
So-
Raj, you're such a fucking five-head. You turned this into a dating show. So you
I
get
know.
two shows in one. You're wild.
Pokey, what are you talking about? I told you I'd get you on one of my dating shows. I fucking told
I
you
know
I
what you're
would.
doing. Don't worry about it.
Wait, can I just say then? So between these two guys, Circa is definitely more my type. I get super intimidated by Hassan. He's way too much of a Chad for me. His aura is so like big, like he's just like big and confident. Yes, you are, and I think it's weird, like you saying that you're an incel. Like that's a discriminating the other incel, or no. The other way around. It's
No.
it's
I
using
hate
the
it when-
word
I
wrong.
hate it when
totally.
this is like I hate it when this is like gatekeep. Like my personal experience is going through and like evolving, or I guess the insult term would be ascending. Was very real. So like whenever people say like, oh, you were never fat, or you always had the gene inside of you, or whatever the fuck, I get frustrated because it's like, no, dude, like
I think
it wasn't
maybe
that
you
way
can
at all.
say you used to be an incel, but like
I do say that.
unlock the Chad gene.
Okay,
you know?
now I it is a longer conversation, but
Wait, but
look,
the
my point
question-
is confidence is quiet, okay? People have quiet confidence, and I think that people who are like boasting about how fucking dope they are all the time are probably not very confident, and they're making up for it. And for a lot of people, that works. Like they hear
Yeah.
someone say, "I'm the fucking man," and they're like, "Oh yeah, that guy keeps saying he's the fucking man," and I believe him. But I think true confidence is quiet, okay? Speak softly and carry a big stick.
When I hear Circa speak and he's very confident, like I see right through him, and I see that little guy in his goddamn Spider-Man pajamas in his room being a little weeaboo, like just being a geek, and it's just so cute. That's why I like him. I think it's adorable.
Yeah, but I do those things as well, so I don't know
Wait,
why.
can
No,
we
I
get
don't
Candy
see
and
that,
John so they
Hassan.
can go off together and fall in love, and then me and Hassan will be top two? Like the freaking the show's actually working out.
Yeah.
That was cute as hell, Candy. That was good.
Candy, I think you guys need to go on a date.
Same here.
We will. Although I'm married, right?
What?
Wait, what? Are you?
Yeah, I'm the only person on Twitch married to the Twitch chat.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, bitch, I'm married.
Is it like a priest? You're like a priest?
Did you hear that from me? Because I literally said that yesterday.
What? I said it my first day. Come on.
Okay.
Chat, this is a very important straw poll because two people are going to get eliminated. The bottom two, gone. Reason being, we have overdone ourselves. We've extended the rounds. We've skipped rounds. It is time we're going to reach the finals after this vote. It's very important. Who do you want to see in the finals? Vote. Is it going to be Pokey and Hassan?
Scary.
Is it going to be John? Is it going to be Candy? Who knows?
And if you're having trouble deciding John or Hassan, one of us, I'm not gonna say names, Hassan Abi, he hosted, he cheated, he's a cheater.
Oh, true.
What do you mean? Everyone does that, dummy.
I don't do it. I like to win with integrity.
Cap.
Wait, what are you talking about? I'm hosting literally so that
look,
like,
I'm being bullied by a Chad now. Leave me alone, dude.
oh, okay, bro. Yeah. Oh, I'm John Zerka. I'm the fucking greatest of the best.
Well, I was gonna say this
Turn
earlier.
victim Andy so quickly. No, I use the hosting mechanism so that my chat that I love can have a quiet space that's not fucking rampant with a bunch of spam to talk amongst one of them.
One in the chat if you don't
but, like,
believe
post-
Hassan.
no,
if you
but
don't
posting the
so that
link-
they can
Hassan.
enjoy, so
One
that
in
their
the chat if
Rajj
you do not
experience
believe
is
Hassan,
better.
If you think he's being facetious, one in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, but like posting the spamming the link in your chat is a little weird, I think.
Okay, John.
All right.
Oh, but you never linked
All right.
it.
It's. I haven't even linked the fucking poll. Sorry, Chad. Sorry. I was about to. I haven't even linked it, and I was about to fucking. Sorry. Go ahead and vote. Vote for you want to keep.
Fucking hosting too, John Zerka, you
Hold on.
fucking piece of shit! I just went to your channel and you're fucking hosting.
I copied you, bro. I'm trying to be more
Wow,
like
you fucking fake!
Vote. Who do you want to see in the finals?
Oh my god.
Who do you want to
Did
see
it-
in the
How
fucking
could you fucking
finals?
call me out, you fucking fake!
and yo, Hassan, you kind of got very aggressive and yelled at me.
Vote in the finals. Who do you want to
you
see?
fucking fake, dude! Oh god, yeah.
Who do you want to see in the finals?
West
It's
was
incredibly
right.
close.
Holy shit.
It's incredibly
Yo,
fucking close right now. I
Chad,
just wanna
remember,
let you
he
know.
just said Wes was right, so you know where his loyalties lie.
Yeah, bitch, that's why Slicker prefers me over you. I'm the fucking person here representing the 0161. You fucking fake.
0161 made me, bro. I'm their disciple.
Okay, 0161 made you, but you betray them by being a fucking fake.
I'm representing them right now. I'm their lawyer, dude.
Yeah.
But the thing is, hosting it is one thing, like you can do that, but spamming the link is not very nice. See, I have a Discord that's like 4 active people.
You spammed the link too?
I would never even like consider
John,
posting
check
the
your
link
DMs.
and trying to do that. Yeah.
Oops. All right, so let's see. The poll votes are in, and it is fucking close. Like we're talking
Oh my
a
god.
hair length distance from
Vote
Hassan
Pokey.
and Pokey.
Vote Pokey.
Oh.
Vote.
Aww.
No, see no.
Thanks. Okay, well now they're gonna vote you.
No.
Hold on. So let's.
Pokey, whatever happens, you're already a winner. in life.
Incredibly close.
Thank
Let's,
you.
um,
I appreciate that. I honestly come on here just for fun. That's
Let
why I
me
don't
let me go ahead and pull the
post about
pull
it.
the poll.
It's just- it was legitimately a good podcast.
Yeah, this one's awesome.
Okay. Let's
And
pull it up.
I'm glad I can take some pride in saying that I provide too much content. I'm a
Okay.
content machine.
Let's see here, John. You won.
Oh yes, yes.
Congratulations. Hassan and Candyland, according to the poll, as it stands right now, Hassan 27%, Pokimane 28%, and the poll has stalled
By
completely.
50 votes.
By 50 votes.
Stop. That's the
Hassan
50
and
that you gave
Candyland,
me.
I'm sorry, you've
Don't
both
be
been
like
eliminated
that.
from the show. It will be a
No!
final.
Please, Can I swap with Hassan, please? You know.
No. Thank you. Yeah.
It will be a final. Pokimane's first. Both people, I want to say, right now, is that are in the finals. Pokey and Hassan, Pokey and Zerka. Neither of them have won the Rajj Royale podcast before.
Oh, that's good.
Neither of them have run the Rajj Royale podcast before. Candyland, go ahead and shout out your channel, please.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. I am twitch.tv/Candyland. I spell that with K. Thank you so much. Good night, everybody.
Thank you, Candy.
Bye,
Mwah.
Candy.
Thank you very much. Hassan, please go ahead and shout out your channel.
Twitch.tv/Hasanabi. I'll probably be streaming after the end of this. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm a fucking white knight, bitch.
All right, Hassan Abi, thank you very much. I'll probably be joining Hassan later from the bathtub. I just want to let you know.
All right,
We'll be
peace.
joining him from the bathtub. All right.
Wait a minute,
Congratulations,
Rajj.
you
It's-
two. We are in the
Rajj.
finals. Holy shit. I never
Rajj.
would have thought this would be the
This is nutty.
result.
This is Pokimane versus the Mewtwo of Twitch. And Raj, I was made in your
hands are
lap.
shaking?
Yeah, this is crazy. I think we need a really good question here to engage you guys in the finals. First of all, both of you have not. Oh, let me start the clock. Both of you have failed to win a Rajj Royale podcast in the past. This is going to be a first-time winner. So maybe pitch to the chat real quick. Why do you think of, being on the podcast before, now you're here to this point, why do you deserve a victory on the Rajj Royale podcast? We can start with John Zerka.
Right. So I want to congratulate my contender here, Pokimane. She actually said something. I saw a clip of her when I was going through some dark shit. I was 100 viewer Andy. I didn't know what to do in my stream. And she said, because I kept doing these 9-hour streams, remember, Raj?
Mm-hmm.
And she said in the clip, the whole point of streaming is you stream when you feel happy. That's it. It doesn't have to be a length. And that changed me into a content machine. So if she wins, I still win because I've gotten so much from her advice already. But why I think I should win is because I am the chat. Like I am them. I'm just a fucking beautiful version of them.
Wow, that's incredible. That was really deep.
A beautiful version.
Wow, you're just a better version of them.
Yeah, like
do you
I am
see
the
yourself
chat.
as above them?
100%. That's why I'm here.
Okay. Okay. Like,
But I feel like Raj,
do you feel like you're a god or something like that above them?
Excuse me, Raj.
Okay.
I'm talking.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I'm the only one on Twitch that when they saw a bouncer trying to get out of this toxic alcohol lifestyle, and they're like, I see myself in this Zerka guy. They gave me a way out. I'm the only one on Twitch that they adopted. And they said, come stay with us. We don't care if you're toxic or not, but you're a family member. All you got to do is hit that live button. So what I said, you know what? When nothing goes right in life, I go live. When things are going right in life, I go live. If I hate my life, I go live because there's people who need to hear me, because there's people going through much worse shit. And that was just me 6 months ago. My life changed because of Twitch. And I feel like I resonate the Twitch culture the most, but I do it in a way where I look like a real life Dragon Knight. So they're like, whoa, there's a real life Dragon Knight. They cannot believe I'm not. I can Pepega and cringe, or I can Pog hard. I'm the Pog Pega. I can do both. I'm versatile. I'm a hybrid. I've got high energy. When they hear me, they don't think of their problems. They don't think of nothing except, God damn, what is he talking about?
Okay.
That sounds interesting.
Thank you, John. That was
fucking
incredible.
Content machine. Woo!
All right, Pokey, your turn.
For starters, I want to thank John for his kind words. And I want to say that one of the reasons I've really enjoyed this podcast is because I feel like we've kind of gotten to see a different side to him. You know, for a long time, I wasn't sure if it was, if he was putting on a front per se, but I can see there's more to him than the rage and whatever else. He likes anime. That's wonderful. And I mean, as for me, I just want to say, I don't know why, like, you can see I'm blushing and like shaking. This show makes me really nervous. Obviously, in part because, you know, everybody wants to do well, but also because I kind of wish I wasn't so polarizing in this chat. So really, I'm just happy to be on here, and hopefully some people, whether they like or dislike me, hopefully I can maybe change some minds or make people like me even just a little bit more. I appreciate that. Thanks, John. And I mean,
Vote
it's
for
crazy.
Pokey, guys.
Shut up. It's crazy to think that like John Zerka liked one of my clips, and it wasn't even a thick clip, made a difference in John Zerka's life. That's wild. Anyways, that was. Yeah,
I'm actually thinking of giving you a percentage of royalties off the money I make.
Okay, chill. You can keep that. Enjoy. I'm more, you know, I feel satisfied enough just hearing what you had to say, so thanks.
Holy crap. That's amazing. Both of you, congratulations. What is your spirit animal, Pokey?
John, you want to give me one? What do you think my spirit animal is?
All right, you know what? Fuck it. This is a Rajj
She's a
Royale
flying
podcast.
squirrel.
Hold on 1 second. This is a Rajj Royale podcast. You guys just spent 5 minutes complimenting each other. Say one productive criticism about the other person if you want. It's the
I'll go
battle.
first. Pokey, you stream a lot. You're hardworking. It's never enough. As a sub, as a fan, I need more. You got to stream more. We love it. We love it. One in the chat if you agree.
Okay, all right, okay.
More. Okay. John. I think it's gotten to the point where the viral 500,000 views overnight meme is a little bit stale. You need a new one.
Wow, that was really productive, both of you.
Wow.
Okay, now
Honest would also not mean enough for both of us. Okay.
it's time
You know
now.
what?
Sorry.
I'm happy that either way we have a wholesome ending.
Yes.
I like this side of John. Like,
Yeah, no,
I
you
feel
know
like
what
I'm watching a character develop in an anime.
It's pretty incredible.
Amaterasu.
We haven't seen his.
No,
and
you know what
John,
I
you know what I'm
love?
gonna say? Actually, can I say something? I'm really proud of you.
Really?
I'm serious. I'm gonna pause the. I'm really proud of you. I really
Thanks,
am.
man.
I seen this guy from day one come on the show pointing a gun at the fucking camera like a fucking idiot, and every time I do a podcast, I would literally have night sweats before the show, and like you completely
But
reformed.
Raj, there was a reason why I was taking it to such extremes. Is I knew if I blew my one chance, I go back to bouncing, man. And I used to suffer with major depression. Now, anytime I feel down, live, and there's people insulting me, I love it.
Okay, all right. Let's take a vote for the finals.
Raj, I want to say in part, it's due to you giving people a platform and an opportunity to reform.
Well,
yes, go Raj.
I'm not perfect, but I do appreciate. It wouldn't be possible with everybody else.
I mean, Raj, you did get a 60-day ban, so you're definitely not perfect.
Well,
but
I know I'm definitely not perfect.
Sometimes
Sometimes I make poor choices. I'm not perfect.
But Raj, what I'm trying to say is, imagine if I never met you. You're a life changer, man.
Oh, stop, you guys.
And you're proving to the world that people who are very different can get along. We're all human. We all love each other.
Even with 24K today, and you just showcasing his music at the beginning of your stream, you're always giving people a platform, and I think that's really sweet.
I mean, some people would call it using him for content.
but Raj,
they get something out of it.
Raj, if it was true that you use people, how come at every TwitchCon event you talk to everyone, even the Who's?
I do.
Like, if you only got 10K Andes on your stream, maybe you were trying to use people, but I feel like you find people that you believe in, and then you blow them up, honestly.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Don't vote for me. I'm not in the poll. I appreciate it. Seriously, I really thank you guys. It's very nice. But like I said, it wouldn't be possible without everybody else, but thank you. Okay, it's now time to vote for the winner of the Rajj Royale podcast.
Good luck, John.
John and Pokimane, good luck to both of you. Please don't do me a favor. Don't look at the results.
I never look.
Don't vote for the result. Don't look for.
Oh, Raj.
Don't look for the results. Don't. God damn it. See, I told you I'm not perfect. Go ahead and vote. Don't look at the results.
I can't believe I
don't even look at the chat.
I can't make that viral joke anymore.
I'm not looking at chat.
Don't even look at the chat.
Okay, you can make it, but also you need a fresh one. Fresh meme.
Okay, then, I'm gonna need a new 500,000 view.
I feel like you should do some kind of a soft boy meme.
Yo.
Like your secret. Oh, you could have an alter ego. You have the intense ragey one, and then your soft boy Zerka.
That's actually a great idea.
All right.
Then I'd be called Bipolar Andy.
There's an Andy for everything. Don't you love it?
No, when I first came on Twitch, I didn't really know what I'm doing, so I was kind of insecure. I'm like, do you guys want this music? Do you want that, right? Anything I did, my chat was so, they're like, oh, it's a troll. We get the troll, John. If I was like, cough Andy. If I exhale Andy. Anything I did, they do. And now they're going to start doing, watch. Blink Andy. Breathe Andy. Stop.
Vote, chat. Vote. Vote. The straw poll is in the chat. Vote.
Nodding Andy.
Vote. Holy shit, this is close. This is a close one.
Red.
Ladies and gentlemen, two people that have never won the Rajj Royale podcast, neck and neck! Unbelievable!
Stop! We're not supposed to know.
Unbelievable. Well, no, you're supposed to know how close it is. Unreal! Vote!
Winjutsu.
Holy shit, 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 holy shit. Vote. Vote. Holy shit, actually, I'm not sure about this one.
Come on, nerds. Come on, nerds. Okay, I'm actually nervous. Bro.
Hold on, I'm going to, don't go away, chat. I'm going to put a Twitter poll up as well, a simultaneous Twitter poll.
Man.
Because we
Yo,
need a
what if
different
I
source
RT
here.
it?
It's too close
Wait,
to call.
how many Twitter followers this year?
No, don't retweet it.
Me?
Don't retweet it. Don't retweet it. I'm just gonna post it.
How many does Pokey have?
More than all of us combined.
I haven't posted a poll or even like.
Okay,
spoken
go
about
to my
this.
Twitter.
1
Twitter.com/RajjOfficial. Also go ahead and
No cheater Andy. No cheater Andy.
go ahead and vote on Twitter. Twitter.com/RajjOfficial. Right now. I'm gonna link it in the chat. Mods are linking it in the chat. And also drop a follow while you're there. Please. We'll have to refresh it. Don't look at Twitter, neither of you. It's a very, very tense moment
Yeah.
behind the scenes because we don't really know exactly what to do here. It's very close.
Raj, this one was like your best
I
podcast.
stopped posting pictures. Oh god.
Yeah, this was a good one.
Yeah, I've never laughed so hard. And there were
Good
like crazy.
fights, good jokes, yeah. Bit of everything. And some wholesomeness at the end. This is an episode for the books.
It really was a fantastic episode. I needed
Raj,
it.
you're gonna get robbed by Wide Heart GG. What's that guy's name?
Yeah, Whiteheart
Wide-
GGX. Yeah.
He's gonna rob this.
Hold on, guys.
He's watching
Let's
right
take a
now.
look here at Twitter. We're refreshing. Is that a cigarette?
Hey, Wide. Hold on. Wide GGX guy who steals all the content. If you could just do me a favor, Raj is my friend. Add my link, my Twitch link, and Twitter to the description when you steal the
Oh,
content.
does he re-upload it on YouTube?
Yeah, but you know what? I don't hate him for it because, you know, it's just one of those things that.
More eyeballs.
Yes. All right. All right, guys. So the poll. I'm gonna refresh it one more time.
I've met my match, Pokey. You've got a high power level.
All right. Well, the poll is on both sides. God damn this fucking thing. Both polls are showing the same
Wait, where'd he
thing.
go? Oh.
Both
Same
polls
thing?
Both shows are showing the same thing. Both polls. I'm going to refresh it again. They're both incredibly close. The winner. I don't even know where the sound effect's coming from, but it's perfect. It's fucking perfect. God, who came up with this? The winner of the Rajj Royale podcast. Oh, damn it. No, hold on. That was
Raj, relinquish me from my anxiety, bro.
Same.
Sorry, guys. It's just incredibly anxious. But according to its chat, I'm trying to be as fair as possible. I'm looking at two polls, one on Twitter and one on Straw Poll, both of which are saying the exact same result. I can't do anything about it. Chat, I can't do anything about it. It is saying the exact same thing. Both of them. I can't negate.
What if I
What I'm
powered up?
seeing.
Raj, what if I powered up? Would I win? Raj,
What?
if I powered up, maybe I'd win.
Wait, how do you know you're not winning already?
Oh, okay.
The winner of the Rajj Royale podcast is...
I can't see chat. I'm so anxious. Stop this shit, Raj!
with 52% of the vote on Twitter and 51% of the vote on straw poll. Incredibly, incredibly close. Is... Pokimane!
Are you trolling me?
I'm not trolling you.
I
According to
can't tell because you like dragged it out so long. I don't know.
Pokimane, they're gonna say it's botted, but it
Never.
both straw polls are saying the same
I'm
thing.
sorry to anyone that's not in chat. I'm sorry.
What what else am I supposed to do?
You can give it to John. I don't know.
No, I don't take sympathy.
Both straw polls.
Congratulations, Pokey.
Guys, I just want to say, Pokey and John.
Hey, Pokey.
John, this is it. John and Pokey, hold on, wait. But before, don't.
Literally never in my life could you have told me I'd win a Rajj Royale.
No, it's like, and I just want to say this was literally a 50-50 result. It's going to be divisive no matter what.
What we need to focus on is the flawless podcast that it was.
Yes, it was brilliant. Thank you.
It was so good.
Seriously, give it up for both of them.
I just hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah.
Give it up for everybody. It was awesome from start to finish. Really, well done, everybody. John, unfortunately, you lost, but go ahead and shout out your channel, John.
Okay. Zerka Official. Actually, Pokimane, you want to shout out my Twitter?
Ooh, what's your Twitter?
Zerka Official.
Everybody, please go check out Zerka Official at twitter.com/Zerka Official.
Thank you for having me,
John Zerka.
Good night, guys.
Take care, man.
Have a good one, bye.
Pokimane, congratulations on winning the Rajj Royale podcast. Amazing job.
Thank you. Again,
First
I'm sorry
victory.
to anyone that's not that I won, but also thank you to anyone that voted for me. I appreciate that a lot.
No problem to them. I don't know why I said no problem. I didn't vote.
And Raj,
I swear to God,
thank you
it's
for
not a
hosting this. Can we get a clap, Raj?
Thank you.
Clap,
Thank
Raj,
you.
like he talks about clapping Hassan's cheeks.
Thank you. Look, I just want to say you've been on the show. How many times did it take you before you won?
I think I've been on maybe like
4 times. This might be the 4th or 5th time. You usually get cut in like the 4th or 5th.
Something like that, yeah. I made it to the second last once with Nim.
Yes. No, that's true. It's very true. Well, Pokey, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. We all appreciate the shows.
Big shout out to Pokey. Please go ahead and follow her channel, twitch.tv/Pokimane. Please go do that.
I'm playing a scary game tomorrow or Minecraft with maybe Miz.
Woo! Miz and you, scary game. Very exciting. What
Good
time?
times to come. I usually stream around noon PST.
Noon PST. Scary game, potentially with Mizkif. Don't miss out on it. Thank you so much. Pokimane, that's the conclusion of the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Now, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, because it is time for something truly extraordinary. It really is. It's something... Wait, what'd you say? Sorry, what?
Do I leave now?
Yeah, you can leave. Yeah, no, sorry. Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Twitch.tv/Pokimane. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we go, something truly extraordinary is happening right live on the Rajj live stream. I mean, it's unbelievable. It is a bounty. That's right. We are doing a Overwatch League